If it's not growing pains, it's not, it's not a stream. So
That's technology. Can't,
technology is what happens. It's what you make of it.
can't
But
expect it to just work.
yeah, we have the stream coming up pretty soon. So what I'm expecting out of this is maybe some new Apex stuff, which I'm actually excited about. And hopefully, we're gonna see some new Apex stuff.
This
Uh,
games thing that's on Twitch right now, it says that the EA Play starts in 24 minutes.
well, yeah, it says 9:30 a.m., which is a 3 hour, difference. So 12:30.
You guys watching it on?
That
You guys watching it on Twitch?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's gonna start on Twitch at 9:30, like on the EA's Twitch at EA Play.
EA
So I'm excited.
their Twitch at like 12:15 just to get it going.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what you're doing with your camera, Brad, but it looks so dope.
Oh, he has that blur thing on it. So
Yeah, depth of field effect going on with your camera. It's pretty amazing. It's a pretty magical camera. Pretty. I wish my camera did that. Oh well. Anyways, yeah, EA is gonna probably show. It's probably gonna be like run of the mill type stuff because I don't expect them to blow the roof of anything like interesting this year. Maybe I'm actually kind of surprised they're not showing anything Anthem related.
well, and then Destiny did the kick in the nuts by making their game now free to play.
Yeah, that's interesting too. I think they did that because they're like, oh well, let's make sure Anthem never comes back. And I think they didn't realize how much of a gold mine they had with Apex, but they're kind of
It's sad that it's gotten to the point where that's literally like they're not even going to talk about the game. It's that bad.
well. I hope they bring something up with it, but they're not having their own like thing for it, which is weird
Yeah.
because they put crazy money behind that, and that was like some of their past E3s was like their entire thing was about Apex. I'm sorry,
Was it-
Anthem.
Well, yeah, it was all Anthem related, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, no.
Yeah,
Sorry,
well.
Sorry, this game is our redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, and the sad part is that they lost a lot of money doing it. That just goes to show you, like, man, you got to make sure you launch correctly, otherwise you're gonna lose a bunch of people. Which is why apparently the Division 2 did so well because it launched like the correct way.
Yeah, also true.
I hear a lot of
Anthem just came out and was like, hey, never mind. Game wasn't-
screaming. Oh, hey Nick. We have Nicholas on the line as well. Hi Nick.
What up, Nick? Sorry, was I not muted?
No, it's okay.
Sorry. The shop's getting crazy. Everybody's showing up, so.
Okay,
Shot.
that's the whole point.
What are y'all talking about?
We're talking about how awesome it's gonna be when we see not Anthem at all.
How awesome
You don't think
Anthem
they're going
was.
to show anything at all to try to like start redeeming themselves?
No, I don't think they're gonna show anything about Anthem, which because like they basically dropped the ball and they're not even gonna pick it up. They're like, never mind. We have Apex here and it's making way more money.
I hope so. Apex needs it.
Apex
Yeah.
definitely made more money than Anthem, which is mind-boggling.
Because it's a free to play game too, and it's making more money, which is it goes to show.
I read their revenue dropped off like 70+% since the game launched, though.
Yeah, it has lost, but it's still making more money even though it lost that much revenue, which is crazy.
And still sustain it, no problem.
Well, I think they're hoping. Oh, what's up, Octo? Those shits is the meats. Yeah, that is true. Thanks, Octo. I think they're going to show a new legend, probably today. They're going to show what they're going to show for season 2, which is probably, I'm hoping, a new map, maybe a new game mode. Obviously, new weapons too.
Yeah, I would think so. And like the next season pass, like real big, all the details, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean that's what would separate them is instead of doing map changes is to just do another map.
Sure.
You think they'll do a completely different map?
They
I
sh-
think
I-
so.
If they want to separate themselves instead of doing what Fortnite does and just changes the map, they should just do a new map.
Well, I think that's what like a lot of these battle royale things have in common is that they don't change their maps, and that'd be a pretty big thing is that they make it actually completely.
The only one that was somewhat different was Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
I mean, what I mean
added-
is like not change their maps, but like create a completely different map. Because I know Fortnite kind of like recreates their map.
Yeah, and Call of Duty just added portions to their existing map. They didn't change it.
Yeah, they just kind of stitched their maps all together.
What
PUBG
does
did a new
have,
map.
like 2 maps?
Yeah, they had new maps.
PUBG.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
PUBG has like one, like what, 2 or 3 maps?
2 or 3. I think there's like a smaller one for like a smaller set of people or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't
Do they?
follow along too much.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that. I remember because that was like a really big deal at one point that they were releasing like a winter map or something.
Oh
like that.
yeah, they did that sand map too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that last year. Okay, so
I'd
okay,
much rather
PUBG
have
did
a
it
whole new
too.
map.
All right. Well, I could see them doing that, but like apparently this universe that they're doing with Apex is tied to Titanfall. So, have you guys played any of the Titanfall series?
I played the first one for a bit. And
So-
then I beat the- that's about it, but it never really hooked me in as much for the multiplayer.
Do you think
Yeah.
we'll see Titans within the next series, the next season?
Hope
No.
not.
Like edits? No.
No?
No. Maybe a Titan hero, like a hero that's in Titan Legends, might be added to it.
Yeah, they talked about adding like a hero that does the wall running from like Titanfall.
Okay.
That'd be
So, all right, let's talk about the first thing they're about to show: Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
That's
How
all
much do you
I've
guys know
seen.
about this? You guys stoked about this?
I mean, any Star Wars related game, if it's a good one, I'm in no matter what.
Right. What do you guys feel about?
We had a legit good Star Wars game.
I mean, you guys didn't feel Battlefront 2 very much.
No.
No?
No.
That was just
The story was
Battlefield.
good. You got a little bit of like lightsaber play, but it was like obviously the physics on lightsaber wasn't even that good. And of course, the multiplayer was just a fiasco, man. It was just a disappointing fiasco.
I mean, I didn't hate the game as much as everybody else did, but I get what people didn't like about it. Honestly, it compared to like the OG Battlefronts, it's like, what is this?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they should have just stuck with the formula, but they didn't. But the graphics were
It was
nice.
gorgeous looking though. It was definitely
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of the better looking first person
It looked
shooters.
amazing. It sounded amazing, and you wanted it to be great. But it felt like hollow almost. It was like a shell of a Star Wars game.
Totally. That's exactly what it feels like too. It's like a shell of a game that should have been like the game. But I feel like they're gonna do well with this one too. I hope they do because EA has to learn from their mistakes. They just have to.
Well,
No,
not only
yeah.
that too, but like the Battlefront was just basically Battlefield reskinned a little bit. So like it needs to be its own separate entity, really.
I feel like that's true. Hmm.
And if
And
they
what about-
added bounty hunting to this, that would be sick. Like full on bounty hunting and everything.
Yes, absolutely. I would be into that, especially since Mandalorian's coming out too. That would definitely like tie into that pretty well.
What was the old I think it was PS2 or 3 it came out when you were a Sith? And it was like
That
a lot. What was that called?
Uh,
You had all the Sith
Beast?
powers. You literally pulled the ship down like you did. The
oh yeah. That was
Super
you
emo
were
dude
like-
on the front.
you were like Vader's apprentice or something like that.
Yeah, that one was awesome. That's the last one I can remember playing where I was like, I wish they would have kept going with that. Just,
I do remember that one. That one was fun too. Yeah, I remember playing that one. That one was God, I can't remember the name of that one for some
I
reason.
can't either.
It's Star
EA
Wars-
eats anthrax. I like that. Thanks, Octo. Okay, the stream is getting close now. There's some music playing.
Oh, the EA one.
Yeah. Starting to blasty blast on us
I
too.
have to dip out because my client will show up any minute. Then I gotta go.
Okay, Nick. Well, watch the stream, and if you can get a chance to post something, just let me know.
Yeah,
But
for
we'll
sure.
definitely, if your client bails, definitely jump in.
Fingers crossed. I don't feel like working, so.
Yeah, but Nick, if you're not on, we'll definitely be on tomorrow. All right, some stuff's going on right now. So
The fans are lined up. The doors are almost open. This
Check it
is
out.
Cool.
EA
I know.
Play What's up, everybody?
The
I'm
stream
Greg
seems to be
Miller,
starting.
and we are doing things a little bit
Okay.
differently this year. Instead of
I got an
one
ad, so I
giant
just gotta
show,
wait.
you are getting deep dives
There's
into
a
all the games
little
you
guy
love
talking.
every
Yeah, I
half
see
hour.
him.
Now you can watch them all. You can tune in for your favorite games. You can turn it off right now, but I wouldn't suggest it because, of course, today we're looking at Star Wars
different.
Jedi Fallen Order,
Oh, about to go to
Apex
Star Wars.
Legends, Battlefield 5, FIFA
Well, there
20,
you go.
Madden 20, and The Sims. That's 6 shows, people. And we still got to get this stage ready and run through all the content we're revealing. So get excited because we've got more gameplay than ever. Tell them, Golden Boy.
I'll be bringing you Apex Legends Season 2 reveals,
Okay.
including a new weapon, a new battle pass, and
Golden Boy.
we're revealing a new legend.
Yeah,
live
I
on
did
stage.
read this.
Huh?
Like,
Great.
New legend confirmed.
What does
there's
Madden
gonna be
20 have
different
for us?
hosts for
Gameplay,
different
Greg.
Okay,
games.
quick, but not that quick.
Okay, well, we've got an exclusive first look at gameplay. We've got a deep
Yeah, I
dive
think
into
Golden Boy
X
was the
Factor
one that was
abilities,
doing,
face of the franchise. We got Patrick Mahomes throwing sidearm. We got some Deadeye thing. We
Apex.
got Ray.
I'm not gonna delay
Now,
or
for the party,
channeling you
Battlefield
guys.
5 news?
We've got loads of it.
We're on
New
their
maps
actual
and, of
Twitch
course,
stream.
Some new updates to reveal too.
And even more surprises at the end when we reveal.
No spoilers.
I'm just
Hey,
ready for all
Freeman,
these
you might
cringy
want to touch
moments like
yourself up too.
last year.
Golden Boy, we're back to you.
This already feels a little bit cringy. So
Yeah.
well done, EA.
Football. Later today,
That guy
I'll have
has
all
bought
the
that
new
shirt at
details
H&M.
on
that shirt is pretty dope,
and
though. Yeah, it
very
looks like an
special
H&M
guest
shirt
will
for
give
sure.
Even more
I heard that.
info on Volta.
That's good. Also, you should call your mom more often. I mean,
This
it's nothing
guy
to do with
was
FIFA 20,
on-
but it's just good advice for you and everyone
This guy was on the
watching.
Devolver
now,
stream
Julia,
last year.
You're also hosting The Sims. Tell me what you've got in 3
Can't
words.
wait for that tomorrow.
Brand new pack reveal.
I know that's gonna be beautiful.
That's 4 words. Now win
It's like
back
a
by
perfect
telling
palate
me what
cleanser.
you have in store for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Why are you asking me? It's your show.
Right.
I'm actually excited for Sims 4. I might be the only person on Earth.
Never before seen gameplay, and I am
Everyone
so excited to
loves
sit
The
down with
Sims.
Vince, Stig.
I
find
made
out all
Rosemary
about
play
the Star
Sims
Wars
2
game.
for the
But
first
ladies and
time
gentlemen,
yesterday.
This is it. We are mere minutes away, folks. This
If
is
you've
your
never
last
taken the
chance.
time to
Grab that
surround your
drink,
person
grab
in
a
4
snack,
walls and let
adjust
them
your
starve
chair
to
to
death,
the
then you've
perfect
never
degree
played
you
The
want
Sims.
because EA Play starts soon.
That's a good call.
This is it. They can be organized better. You
I like how they're literally organizing on stream. Like they didn't plan this.
This guy running around with a plant.
Yeah, like that was planned. All right, here we go.
That was definitely planned. Well, that's cool. They got like, oh, there is an anthem thing. Look, it's all the way in the back. To the right.
Oh
here.
yeah,
That
but
is-
there's no like actual like set like they're not talking about it.
They're just, if you want to play it, you can play it.
Okay, so we got 12 minutes to talk about our last minute predictions about this.
Sony shows up.
Sony just comes in with guns blazing.
With a hammer and shield in hand.
Somebody was saying, that
Vader comes in.
'cause
Forks
Xbox
chokes
is
everyone.
talking- like Xbox is doing that cloud thing with PlayStation. They said it would be kind of cool if during Xbox's conference, if that like one of the dudes from Sony just like shows up and they talk about that.
That would actually be pretty cool.
Oh, if they talk about the cloud gaming,
Yeah, since they're
that would
doing,
be very, very interesting.
like Sony,
maybe
Sony
if
comes
they-
out and says like, hey,
That would be megaton worthy if they both have like what did they do last year when they had like all three like huge like Nintendo, Sony, and Xbox come up to talk about what was it? I don't even remember what the hell they talked about. Cause like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk about crossplay.
I think it was just talking about like more cross-play and like the future of consoles kind of becoming one sort of, thing, bringing everybody together for games.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what we have to look forward to in the future. It'd be funny like this year to like, yeah, let's come together and fuck Google.
I think it'll be
hate
smart 'cause
Google.
they're going to sell more copies of games if they do that. You know what I mean? Like my friend has a game that's on Xbox
Yeah.
that I play other games with. Let's say Call of Duty, like the new Call of Duty. It might convince another person to go buy a copy just so you can play with that friend.
Oh, absolutely, dude. It would increase your player base by like double, triple. If you can do that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Some of Xbox, I wish they were on PlayStation or vice versa that I don't get to play with, and I used to play with them all the time when I was on Xbox.
Yeah.
At least 30 to 40 people I would actually add into my like play time, if we could actually. But Fortnite's done actually, so which is awesome about Fortnite that I can actually my buddies on Xbox and PC just hit them up and like, hey, I'm on, and just.
Yeah, I hate playing with the PC players though because they have that advantage over us.
They always do. Keyboard and mouse will always have an advantage over controller.
I mean,
On
It's-
shooters, they can crush us if they're good. You know.
Yeah. You can get lucky, but they'll on shooters they'll always beat you. Rocket League though, I don't know. A controller though.
Yeah, I like the controller better for Rocket League.
Yeah, me too.
the game I totally lost my proficiency in. I was trying to play it the other day, and it was just like I had no idea what I was doing.
Rocket League.
I still love that game.
Yeah, I just picked it back up, and I was honest. I mean, not great, but it's not bad to get back into.
As soon as I saw the Ecto one, I had to go back on and just buy it.
I will be getting that, no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of one makes me want to go back. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I already have the DeLorean.
Yeah,
And-
I got the DeLorean too.
You
I got that for. I got that day one.
For
That's another one of the first cross players that I played with,
Well,
and I think we lost someone.
I don't know if Nick dropped out or not. But they also announced the Call of Duty too. Like this Call of Duty that's coming out is complete crossplay too.
yeah, that's what
It's
they said.
complete crossplay. Do we know if there's any single player in this one? Because last year's didn't have any single player.
And they're gonna have an in-depth campaign. And
Yeah.
Who does have a campaign?
Because
They're going back and focusing on that. Actually, what I read, like people that were playing the game were literally crying because there was parts in the game that were supposed to be like no Russia, and from what I read, there's literally parts where you have to like kill hostages and stuff like that. They force you to make.
No
decisions
way.
about it. Yeah, it's going to be really, really dark.
and they're not
Talking about Modern Warfare?
It's supposed to be the darkest one yet, supposedly, but I don't
Interesting.
know. If it's
that as
Yeah.
well. Nick.
That's definitely piqued my interest.
And I mean, the guns sound like more guns from what I read. Like, you know how Call of Duty, they kind of sound like cap guns. They don't really feel like you're shooting. a
Yeah,
gun.
yeah.
They said they're changing all
They
the
want to
physical
like
mechanics of that.
muffle the sound of it.
Like, you'll hear the shells hitting the ground. You'll feel the gun, like, blow back. It's supposed to be way more intense.
Okay,
Which
that
I'm
sounds
ready
amazing. I'm totally ready for that. I love the single player aspect of those games, and I was kind of sad when I heard like one of them didn't even have single player. I'm like, dude, come on, man, you're getting rid of like a huge part of the game. I mean, I love multiplayer does like extend the game, but like you gotta know where you came from.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I'm like kind of worried that the Star Wars Fallen Order thing is gonna be too about multiplayer. It's like
The Star,
I mean,
the
that's-
Star Wars game is completely single player, from what I understand.
good.
It's a complete campaign, just only, which is fine.
Happy about that.
Great.
Then there it is.
I was kind of sad to find out that this is all it is for EA, because I was secretly hoping for some sort of Dead Space super secret trailer
Oh, God.
coming out,
I wish.
because I'm the biggest Dead Space fan on the planet, and that would have
That
made me.
makes Two of
would've
us.
I would have destroyed myself just to see
1
that.
and 2, I love. I
Dude, of
really,
course.
really love 1 and 2.
3 was depressing.
Yeah, 3 was like over the top action when they kind of got rid of all the horror stuff.
You had like the dude bro fake Isaac Clarke
Yes.
Yeah.
player 2. It's like, come on, man, who are you? Stop.
No,
Oh.
Isaac was gonna be.
Dollar store Isaac Clarke with his like fake ass costume. Whatever. But maybe next gen they'll have a even deader space.
A super Dead Space.
Space.
Super Dead Space Brothers.
We need it.
It's got to happen.
Need another hard shooter.
So this is the only thing really going on for today for EA. I mean for E3 rather, because this is technically not the official. This is like the unofficial opening of E3. Tomorrow is the Xbox press conference, which is at 4, and you'll be joining us, Nick, at 3, right?
Yeah, I'll be on.
And
all
whoever
day
else
tomorrow.
would be willing to join.
I'm actually gonna dip off now because I gotta go, but I'll be on tomorrow for the whole thing. So,
Sweet.
have fun, guys. Hope it's cool. I'll catch
Yeah,
up
man.
with you in a bit.
We'll recap later. And Nick is gone. He's went to the cloud.
It's not unreally noticeably to say that EA won't do other things like between the Xbox and like Ubisoft and stuff. They might have other stuff out there. This is just what they're gonna do for theirs.
Right. They might have like some curveballs thrown at us.
Yeah.
But knowing EA, like I feel like they're hugely run by like shareholders and stuff like that. and they just want to be like, they want to appease them. You know what I mean, just like, you know, FIFA 20, guaranteed they're gonna show. I'm 95% sure they're gonna show some sort of like athlete or some sort of musician, or maybe even both. I'm telling you, dude.
Be a giant
They do that. It's like never fails. And since it's like FIFA 20,
Well, just put Shaq. He's a musician and an athlete.
there you go. But he's not a soccer player. But you might, you never know. He might get out of retirement to.
Shaq style.
He might be eating the hot chicken wing.
What they should do with The Sims is they should only talk in Sims language.
That'd be cool.
Here's the game, but we're only going to talk like Sims, so you have no idea what they're even
How about the menus are only in Sims language and you have to figure it out? You have to learn the language. Called Simian or something like that?
Well, isn't there a game coming out like with like Primal or whatever, where you start off as like your ancestors and you have to like evolve eventually, whatever, learn how to use tools and whatnot and hunt?
They made a game like that on the Super Nintendo called like Evo?
Evo, yeah.
Yeah. That was super ahead of its time. That game's rare and expensive. Sadly. But yeah, we got 3 minutes left until we see some new Star Wars, which obviously it's gonna be huge. Kind of excited to see this though.
Excited to see anything.
I'm actually curious what they're gonna do with Battlefield 5 too. FIFA and Madden I'm kind of not interested in, but I'm interested in the graphical leap that might be happening with these two games, but that's about it. Everything else seems incremental with those games. You know?
Yeah. Just
kind of like, you know, Just Dance every year with Ubisoft. That's like something you will see every year, or an Assassin's Creed you'll see every year. But at least those games, like, there's something fresh every year with those games.
Yeah, man. I mean, just with the thing with sports games, it's just really hard to keep them interesting and fresh unless you make like crazy every once in a while, like whatever, like Murder Ball, you know, or like
yeah. This year the balls have poison in them.
Yeah, exactly. No,
that'd be amazing.
Some crazy.
You can't do that.
Just crazy game modes to it, like old school, like football games you have. You know, just I don't know.
Yeah, like this year there's Mutant League football in there.
Impressive from like the year before. It's just
NFL Blitz is installed.
Blitz
That'd be
awesome.
great. Blitz was awesome.
NFL.
They just don't do it anymore because everyone gets upset about, you know.
What's the soccer one? It was 3-on-3 soccer one. It was awesome.
FIFA Blitz? I don't know. I never played that one.
FIFA Street?
I think
yes.
it was FIFA. There was like
NBA
3-on-3.
There was NBA Street.
Crazy moves and like whatever, just kind of like it was just awesome to play.
You know what was great? Mutant League football.
Dude, Mutant League Soccer, Mutant League Hockey, all those are great.
You know they rebooted those, right? They made.
Yeah, but they didn't do well or something. I don't remember.
No, but they definitely somebody remade them. I forget what it was.
All right, we're about a minute away from new Star Wars. If you guys are
not a sponsor.
Don't drink and drive, kids. Don't drink in E3. Like us.
You know what? I wish I could see more at this conference, and I don't know which day. Probably the Microsoft day, but I'm not sure which day it's going to come out. I need more. I need more of this.
Oh yeah, Gearbox. Here we go. We got a minute in. All right, let me move up the volume a little bit.
I want to know that DLC that's going to bridge the
Instead of just one show, you're getting every half hour a deep dive into one of the games you love.
Here we go.
You can watch them all. You can turn off the stream right now. You can tune in for just your favorites. But anyways, we've got a ton of gameplay for you. Apex Legends is bringing a new weapon, a new mode, a new battle pass, and even a new
Oh wow, new weapon, new mode, new battle pass.
New mode, yeah, that'll be cool.
FIFA 20 has a brand new way to play, plus a bunch of game updates you
new,
can shout
new
for.
gun, new mode,
new
legend.
All new features, including those awesome
I wonder what
X-Factor
mode
abilities.
could they do?
And The Sims is unveiling a never
Yo, why can't I
before
Titan mode, bro.
You guys
Telling
send me
you,
the
Titan
link.
mode.
And of course, in just a few moments,
if you go on Twitch and just go to
on Star Wars
EA,
Jedi Fallen Order,
and I think Twitch is hosting their own one too.
World premiere, never before seen, first look exclusive
I'm on
gameplay.
twitch.tv/EA.
Should be right under the popular channels too.
Here we go.
Oh, trailer.
Trail. Picking the music.
What's up, EA Play? How are you, Los Angeles? Come on, Hollywood. That's what I like to hear. What's up, my fellow Jedi? I'm Greg Miller, and today we're talking Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We've been waiting so... You know what? We're talking about Star Wars. Yeah. We've been waiting so long for details on this game. I can't believe it. Can you believe it, LA? And we're finally here to help us
Sounds like they
get
can't believe
things
it.
started. We've got the head of Respawn, Vince Zampella, and the director of Star
Oh,
Wars
wow.
Jedi Fallen Order, Stig Asmussen. Everybody give it up for Vince and Stig. Come on!
Oh wow, Stig's there? Stig, he directed... If I'm not...
Get in there.
I think he directed God of War 3.
Goodness. Give me the hug, Vince. Let's get it going. Yeah! Yeah!
Hey, Vince did Apex.
Please, keep it going. They're making a Star Wars game. Guys, welcome to EA Play.
This has to be good.
What a great welcome.
How are you feeling right now? No pressure. You're just about to announce maybe one of the biggest, if not the biggest game.
Carlos, you're not on mute.
Well, let's Stig answer this one.
You're supposed to answer this.
Off script.
So,
Oh yeah, we're totally off script. They gave me cards. That was the dumb
officially
idea. Nobody cared.
It's so awesome to be here. I mean, it's EA Play, it's E3, it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really get any bigger than that.
Yeah, this is something that Stig and I have been envisioning
Carlos,
for
you're,
years to see it come to life and be able to show you guys
You're looping.
15 minutes of gameplay today.
What's that?
You're looping.
Uncut.
Was that Tony?
So
You were
everybody's
looping.
anxious to see what this 15 minutes is
I
going
could hear
to
your
be.
stream.
Yeah.
For somebody watching right now who's just a FIFA fan, they don't know anything. What is happening? What is this game all
Yeah,
about?
that's why I had a headset.
This is a
into it when,
single-player
mess up the sound.
action-adventure game set post... Oh, yeah. Oh.
They're not dead, everybody!
Set post-Order 66 after the events in Episode 3, when all the Jedi were hunted down. Well, not all. When the Jedi were hunted down and eliminated.
So, Stig, that's the nutshell of the entire game. What are we about to see? Where are we at in the game right now for context?
Okay, so Cal's, like, this takes place maybe about 3 hours into the game.
Okay.
He said
So
something
Cal's
about
built himself
15
up.
minutes
He's
of
not a
gameplay.
Lily
I wonder if
Padawan
that's
anymore,
what
but
they
he's
get
not
to
a full
play
Jedi
at the
yet.
Sure.
conference.
Like
Hope they
Vince
do.
said, this is unedited. We had one of our star players, Blair, over there.
That's it right there!
We're gonna have some.
This is an expert playthrough.
Okay.
So we're going to see some really cool stuff.
He practiced a few times.
full playthrough. That's
Two or
what-
three, Blair?
Instead of doing just the
2 or 3
trailer,
pl-
like they're
2 or 3 dozen.
fully play.
It takes place on Kashyyyk, which
Okay.
is the Wookiee planet.
Of course.
And Cal's on a mission to restart the Jedi Order, and it takes him here to Kashyyyk. And the Wookiees have been enslaved by the Empire, who's basically siphoning the planet for all its resources
Why is this guy on
to
his phone?
build up the Imperial war machine.
Got it.
He
All right,
directed
so
God of War
I brought up
3.
my phone, not to be rude, of course. It wouldn't be Greg Miller if I didn't look at the Twitch chat. And yeah, they are all through with us talking. They'd like to
And
see
the-
the game. We've gone on long enough. We're not going to drone.
Let's do it.
Vince,
All right, let's see
let's
this
roll.
would
shit.
you like to kick it off?
See this bad boy.
Here we go.
I like the Xbox logo at the beginning.
Or maybe that's what they were saying. They're gonna play for 15 minutes.
Here, babe. Okay. Don't do that.
Start your journey.
What's happening? Of course, the whole world dies.
Somebody died.
So, the entire world's watching this stream. Okay. Gameplay. Thanks, baby. Hey, Star Wars Uncharted. I'm in.
Wrapping up.
Oh, wall running.
Say wall run.
It's gonna be an EA game. It's all run.
That's right.
Yeah, right? Oh.
Imperial sap refinery.
Oh, shit!
What does the Empire want with tree sap?
Nothing good. They refine the sap into a powerful compound, and they're rushing.
So this
to
is a
expand
prequel.
production.
I'm wondering what the little robot thing
We have to
helps
stop
you
them.
That's the plan. We don't know their end game, but they spread themselves too thin. The This map we recovered proves it.
Yeah, it does.
Here you go, bud.
Environment looks awesome.
These refineries double
The
as
little
bullet
robot
prison
looks like
camps.
one of the
Use those
viewfinders
cutters
that
to
you would
create a
have in your
distraction while you take your lightsaber and freedom.
It looks like that Nintendo VR almost.
We need their help to stop the Empire.
Yeah.
Understood.
Watch yourself in there.
You hear that? He said he needs my help. Come on, buddy.
Why does this voice sound familiar?
Alright, go do it. Free the Wookiees.
Do we have a release date for this game yet?
Say what?
Is there a release date for this game yet?
I don't. I mean, I'm sure they'll probably say the release date after this, but I don't think they've given one yet.
Okay. What? Oh, this is a light source. Okay.
Brad.
He's force
Oh, yeah.
sensitive.
Lightsaber. He's a Jedi. Did we know he was a Jedi? No,
We do now.
Well, the way that guy teased it was he said that this takes place after Episode 3, where all the Jedi's get hunted, but he said not all of them. So,
It's a giant galaxy. I'm assuming, yeah, thousands of Jedi's. A couple of them, survived here and there. It's really.
yeah.
Yeah, environment does look really sick. Okay, that
Ooh,
is
double jump.
pretty dope.
Double
Into this.
got force pushes.
Over there. One of the cutters turned on. You running some kind of drill? We should call it in? Will that be a breach of protocol? If there's a disturbance, their squad should call it in. Yes.
Ha!
Do this by the book.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, here we go.
I am feeling this.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I'm feeling this.
okay, I like that a lot.
Okay, he just Kylo Ren that laser.
Oh,
Gonna need to get through here.
Okay. Got slow mo. Got all sorts of stuff.
Oh, an evil R2.
R2? Is that you?
That's a bad R2.
Attention all
Oh, it's Black.
Stationed at cargo pad 119 Gamma. Keep to your posts and stay
Using the
alert.
Empire.
I don't know about them, but if I saw a Jedi coming towards me, not be running towards them. That guy was egging them on.
Oh, wow.
Yo.
Whoa! Alright.
Are those body parts missing from their floor?
I don't know. I thought he sliced him in half. He's using that, Okay.
Yeah, it's making. I mean, the lightsaber's definitely making marks on their bodies.
He just totally just quoted Nine Inch Nails.
I like this little mini boss battle. Kind of have mini boss battle. A lot of good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Ooh. So how many people are going to make this lightsaber when they go to Star Wars?
Make your lightsaber what?
How many people are going to make this actual lightsaber when they go to create their own lightsabers?
Think you can help me, BD?
Oh, his name is PD.
Oh, alright, so the little drone gave him, like, health.
So I'm sure that's what you do to upgrade
Yeah, you can use, like, skill
your
points.
bots to give you different
Yep.
probably stems.
I wonder if you can make this droid in, you know, you eventually can make droids.
Some little beetles there.
Yeah, he's dead. Okay. What?
Give me a flamethrower.
Oh my. Really awesome looking.
Yeah, so far it's legit. I mean, because that's like what a lot of these Star Wars games have been missing. It's like awesome lightsaber stuff. Like this game.
Yeah.
You sure you want to plug into this thing? Okay.
Okay. Nothing wrong with some destruction in the world.
That's why you want to do this thing. You had no
This is
idea that was there.
really cool. This is a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
I think they realized after the last couple of games they had to do something.
You could do, you can slow time down like pretty much Dead Space.
Oh, I was hoping that guy wouldn't turn around. I wanted to see like an execution. Whoa!
Oh no.
I'm liking a lot of creatures.
Yeah, me too.
So it's not just droids and stormtroopers.
Yeah, yeah.
Saber throw.
Good to see there's a targeting system so you can walk off.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the red dot and it keeps moving, so it looks like
Reminds-
it's running
obviously-
off like it's the most vital part.
Target system reminds me a lot, obviously, of Zelda.
Yes.
Oh, look at the slice
OG.
on it. Yeah, dude. Do you see it on the spider?
Yeah.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah, the targeting system would definitely help a lot. If there's like a bunch going on, you can just kind of pick who you want to target.
Crap.
Patrol the base. Got another breach down here. Some kind of webbing. Hey,
You just grab his memories?
This shit's doing him?
It said sense echo. It's probably just.
He's like, your soul is mine.
That was pretty interesting.
Oh, lady.
Oh no.
It's like an echo pickup. Oh, shit.
This kid, he almost got decapitated.
Shiloh.
Bye. That was
Oh.
cool.
Damn.
That was...
You did miss something back there. It said
Yeah,
like,
no, I saw on the spider. I think it's probably something.
You gotta remember, this is an E3 build, so it's just like run through.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't scan the spider. It said something about scanning.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think it's loot.
And this is like God mode. There's no way this guy can die throughout this run. Yeah, that's totally like Dead Space. But I like it.
Oh, nice.
Okay, slow it down so you can get across. Yeah.
Wall run.
I just heard from the
Thank
captain.
you.
They're coming.
Titanfall. And it's funny because that guy created Titanfall.
At the high ground.
Who made this?
What was that?
EA's got that Titanfall, that's the wall running mechanism down.
Yeah.
It's breaking through and destroying everything.
Ooh, right in the heart.
Damn.
That Vader
That's
move.
so sick.
So far, we've seen some like Sith-style moves this guy's been doing. Like right there, that's a Kylo Ren move. But he's not a Sith, so
Whoa!
trying to be technical
Oh,
here.
He sucked him into his own bullet.
I know, that was pretty dope. Oh no. There we go. Like everyone is trying to watch the stream right now. Oh no. Hey, dang it. There we go.
What, your stream going all weird?
Yeah.
Here any minute. And our reinforcements in retreat. Good. Sir, the fewer distractions, the better. Jedi incoming.
I want to see like an execution.
You cannot escape. All Jedi will perish.
Yeah, like it's you're allowed literally being able to use anything.
So that guy slowed that guy down. You see that?
Yeah, he made him like stalling time.
Yeah. It's a pretty OP move. So he turns red when he's about to attack?
Maybe, or like a charge up.
Yeah, I don't know. See? What's up, Alabama man?
Little help.
Yep, there's another stem.
Need to slice this. No guards.
This looks pretty crazy. Keep saying that, but I mean it.
No, it's looking good. But
Yeah, it's looking.
We're here to free you.
Hopefully the Wookiees look better. That's the only thing I'm kind of weirded out by.
Whoa, Wookiees look like shit.
Oh shit! Is that K2SO?
Visitation is not permitted.
It's not.
Boss battle?
Streams keep going crazy. It keeps doing that. I guess it's ended. Nice.
I am impressed. I will give it that.
best on Xbox One.
Games play best on another console.
What do we think? What do we think, EA Play?
They look good. They look really good.
Yes, that's what I wanted, the little boy. Guys,
Good game.
Congratulations. That looks pretty awesome.
Thank you.
I have a million questions, and I know we're short on time as always. I want
There
to
we
point
go.
out, though, in the Twitch chat, Gwyn96 says, that's frickin' cool. But he didn't use frickin'. How does it feel to, I think, deliver, right? Like, you guys liked it, right? I think I was looking at the Twitch chat. There's a lot of people who liked it. Like, what does that feel
Definitely
like to finally show this
delivered.
game?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's great. I mean, being involved with this team, Stig and his team have done an amazing job. They've put so much of themselves into this game. To be able to be involved in something like this is just, dream come true.
Yeah.
Agreed. Huge shout out to the team. Everybody.
Thanks,
who worked on-
guys.
Everybody who
Why
bought
is the
the,
dude wearing boots?
the bots on the demo, but also the whole.
Damn, stream is always. I promise this isn't me, guys. It's the stream keeps.
I mean, I think from...
Everyone's watching the stream is making Twitch go crazy.
Whatever you want to clap for him, you clap for him.
Oh, it's huge.
I think that's pretty evident from it. And I liked when we introed, you guys were talking about the fact that this is a
is it,
skilled
like, just to
person
keep
playing
pausing
it,
on you or
right?
something?
We all see it and we think it looks
I have to
awesome. What are we missing
re-stream it
by
because
not having
literally
our hands on
everyone's
it? Like,
watching this
what
because
is the what do
it's Star
lightsabers
Wars.
feel
You
like?
gotta realize.
I mean, it's
Everyone's watching.
fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Like what?
Because it looks like it's got weight to it and throwing it and catching it, right? Like that's the impact I
want to
think
try
I
switching
want
over to
from
the
it.
YouTube stream.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's really
I might, yeah,
satisfying.
I might have to.
The game itself, it's thoughtful combat, as Stig likes to call it. It's what you saw was a really good player.
Yeah.
Right. So
He's
you'll
right
have
over
to
there
work up
again.
to
He'll
that
give out
stuff.
autographs after this panel.
So you can block, parry, deflect. Like
Yeah.
we want the combat to feel really good for people to go in and be able to like be part of that and size up the enemies when things feel right. And it feels really good.
Yeah, it's also it's about the enemy arrangements as well, like what enemies we're putting you up against, how you go in and use your tools to take them down. But it's not just lightsabers; it's the Force as well.
Sure.
there's
Well, that's
definitely
part of this. You were
tons
talking to
of
me
different ways
last
you
night
can
about it, right?
probably
This
go about
thoughtful
your
combat. And the
combat.
idea that when I watched the demo initially, my thought was, oh, these are canned animations,
Yeah,
right? I'm
look-
doing a force grab and stabbing the guy,
It
and
looked
that's
like a
all I
cross
hit
between
R1 and that happened. That's not
Uncharted,
that way,
No, it's all
right?
Dead
freeform.
Space, and
So
Star
you can
Wars.
go back in and replay things
I'm
and
in.
do it differently, or you
I
and I
liked
would
it a
have a
lot.
different play.
Absolutely, and actually, the enemies react to each other in different ways. You saw the flame troopers fighting against the spiders. You could sit as bystander and just kind of watch that fight if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get any skill points if you do that. And it's not any fun either. It's fun to watch sometimes, but it's a lot more fun to play.
You talk about the skill points. Are those going into the force abilities?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to have
They
the
just-
classic
yeah, so you
abilities.
said
We're going to have
Star Wars,
push,
everything and wonders
pull.
on this.
We've got what we
Yeah.
call force flip, which is
Yeah,
essentially double jump,
Nice.
which
Once it
is
goes to
nice because
Apex
that's
and
something
whatnot,
that makes
it'll
sense in
work
Star
its way
Wars. A
down.
Jedi actually doing a double jump.
Everyone just wanted to see
But we have
Star Wars.
one unique expression of the force that you saw in there, which
Can
is
you blame
slow,
him?
which is a little bit of the
No.
glue between
That,
force
that
push and pull.
thing there
Yeah.
where he like
Well,
force
that
pulls
was
them
awesome. I
in
think
and
I
shoves
thought
the
you couldn't top
lightsabers
my
to their
favorite moment in the
stomach.
demo,
It's
right?
sick.
Where you
I
come
hope
around the
there's
corner,
more
grab
like
the
that.
stormtrooper, force pull the stormtrooper, stab him, but when you force pull the stormtrooper and walked him into
Yes.
one bolt, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That's one of my favorite. I think the first time I saw that, I freaked out a little.
You
bit,
actually
yeah.
said it better be in the demo.
Yeah, you know that their own bullets can hurt
Well, you
them,
did it.
too.
You delivered.
It's-
Tell me
Right,
about
this clip
the
here.
enemies we
This is
are
so
seeing
sick.
there, right? Because that's one of those things I
Yeah.
feel like we're talking a lot about seeing things a lot about is we're running through the environment. You had different things. You had your normal stormtroopers. You had non-normal stormtroopers.
Yeah, and this is just a small portion of the game, by the way. So there's a lot more that we haven't
You're
shown.
saying that
but
isn't the entire game.
That is
It's-
not.
It's wow.
No.
Surprise.
no.
But we got our classic stormtroopers.
Obviously, this
We've
guy
got the
doesn't
scout
sur-
troopers
survive.
we saw equipped
Hey,
with,
thanks, man,
kind of melee
for the
charged
subscription.
weapon. We've got the flame troopers,
think?
but we also have the purge
That was pretty
troopers.
cool.
whose task
Do you
is
think he
to,
doesn't survive? I
basically
mean,
hunt Jedi,
obviously he's a brand new
stop them up
character.
before the Inquisitors come in.
And like we're seeing
It'd
it
be
right
weird
here, right?
if
Like
he
this
didn't
is bad.
survive.
That's
I
the
mean,
purge
turned
troopers.
out to be
Yeah.
dead.
Exactly. Like so
New that the team created.
in.
Yeah.
There you go. Adding to the Star Wars lore. Why we're
How
pointing
great
at
is
one
that?
guy? Did he create it? Just that one man did?
Yeah.
It was a team effort. But you led the charge.
Jordan did the concept.
Good job, Jordan.
But that's cool
Everybody,
too, so that there's
Jordan.
like new creations for the game. It's not just like the same stuff.
So we're going through, and you have these new stormtroopers. You have your fire troopers. You have one of my favorite droids of all time coming back,
The KX.
and then making me fight him.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, you do.
No,
Trust me, you do.
I do.
Oh yeah.
Well then,
Vince
talk about
Campbell is
the
pretty
other
awesome.
star of this 15-minute demo, right? The new droid,
There he
BD1.
is, right there.
No, BD1. BD1's in the audience, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Thank you, BD1. He's adorable, as I'm sure you know. I immediately want him as a
Little droid.
backpack, so just a heads up if you're talking to anybody in the licensing department. That
All right. We can make
what
it
does he
happen.
do in the game, right?
It'll be in
Excuse
Disney.
me, we're hosting a panel.
Yeah.
You can keep it down over
Getting
there.
immediately
What are
shipped to
the
Disney.
traits? What are we using as? Is he just flare? Am I
Somebody
using
messed
him for
up on the
different
camera.
things?
There's a water
Like story-wise,
bottle next to the couch.
he's
How dare
Cal's
they leave
companion.
that?
He's an explorer droid.
Oh, no.
Because Cal's on this mission.
Game of Thrones
check
all over again.
survival that's taken him to all these savage planets. BD sounds for Buddy Droid 1, which is
That's Respawn. That's
Yeah, I
Respawn.
mean,
I don't think I didn't notice the wall running either. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, Respawn
yeah.
made this game. Yeah, okay.
definitely inspired by BT,
Yeah.
but the name ended up sticking.
Yeah.
So, one of the cool factoids is his voice is authored by the legendary Ben Burt,
Oh, nice.
who did all the main sound designer in the original trilogy and
Yeah.
beyond. But he can hack doors, computers, as we saw in there.
So just scan some stuff there.
Yep. Scan
Opening
the
doors.
environment for like environmental storytelling, learn more lore about the planet.
I saw him shooting out health packs. Is
Yep.
that a canned animation after a fight? Is it a button I'm hitting?
It's player input.
Okay.
Whenever
Is there,
they
like, a
want.
cooldown on it?
Whenever they want, BD will eject a stim pack.
Okay.
There's a limited amount that you
Okay.
can find more over the course of the game, and you're actually in that moment you're defenseless, so you got to choose wisely when you're going
I
to
was
do
gonna say
it.
they probably do something with those.
we've talked-
stim
we've
packs so
seen
you
the
can
gameplay.
Upgrade your bot and
Without
stuff like that.
spoiling stuff for me, what's going on in the story? Like, obviously, Cal, yeah, I thought he was going to be way weaker as a Jedi. You know, just tell me the whole story. What A to B, Stig, how's it go? What's the ending?
Well, the
Actually,
How
you know
does
what?
it end?
Stop. Full stop. I can't believe I've gone this long in the panel without asking. Is Watto in this game?
sorry, I can't say.
But that's not a no. Hashtag Watto 2019. I'll be retweeting them all after this panel. Thank you very much. But what's going on in the story outside of Watto should be in it?
Well, you know, story's a really big deal to us. We've created this with Lucasfilm. We got to keep a really tight lip on it. So I
Thanks.
can't. I don't really
Great
want to
panel.
go
It's
into
over,
too
everybody.
far.
What can you tell us?
I mean, yeah, the story's
gotta save
good.
it.
What
Okay.
can Lucasfilm
I know one of the
give
things
out
a lot of
without
people have been
killing
asking, right? I put up stuff on
Seriously.
Instagram saying, "Hey, give me questions." Community wanted to know. This is Star Wars canon, right? You said-
Totally canon.
Okay.
Totally legit.
Okay.
This
And
is a real.
Okay, so it
Cal's
is
a real
canon.
Character.
Yeah.
That's
saw,
cool.
saw Gerrera in there. He's.
I know, we saw Saw.
Obviously part of the
Get
Star
it?
Wars
Seesaw?
universe. Seer, Cal's mentor.
yeah.
They're all gonna live in other places.
Okay, that's great. Vince, how's that feel? No pressure.
It feels great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we have.
You act like it's so nonchalant. You're making a Star Wars game. It's canon.
Yeah, it's not nonchalant at all. It's amazing. Like I said, I'm just like shocked to be up here. I'm like.
I know it's a big deal to work with me, but it's okay. We'll be all right.
We've been talking about this for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So.
The other big community question I've seen a lot is, it's a Star Wars game, and Star Wars games in the past have allowed us to go light or dark. Is that a choice here?
No,
Okay, well. Why not?
because. No, I think it goes back to the fact that Cal's authentic,
Yeah.
and he has to fill a certain role so he can be used in other places.
Yeah, this is a Jedi story.
Well, that's the thing I appreciate the most, is that you guys are coming in and telling a
was gonna
story,
say, the game
right?
could be
Like, I think
narrative
that's
driven.
why so many
Yeah.
of us are excited for it, is the idea that this is a Star Wars story, that you guys have something to tell, something to say, and a lot of walls to run on. Vince Stick, anything you want
I
to say to the
think
fans
putting
before we
in
let you go?
something like that, we're making it where you could go.
Just thanks
know,
for the
bad
support.
or
The
good,
the
would only
energy here is
convolute the
great.
game
Yeah, it's
and make it
fantastic.
We're
so they
Fantastic.
had
Greg's showing us some stuff online. Like everyone, the reaction is fantastic.
Amazing moment.
The
I'm, like,
team,
clapping like I'm
badass.
there.
Thank you guys
Go
for all
team.
your hard work. Now we just have to finish. Can't wait to bring it to you guys. There's so much more that you haven't seen yet. I can't wait.
I was gonna say they're gonna probably do more.
Yeah, they're gonna call me
More
right back.
gameplay for you to check out
Oh,
over
November.
the
There we
Star
go.
Wars
There we
Jedi
go.
Fallen Order Theater.
just said
And for
it,
those of
November
you at
14th.
home,
Extended.
I was about to do a bit. For those of you at home, you will stay tuned for Apex Legends.
Yeah.
You're
There you
looking
go.
Thank you for the yeah. I was like, that's the corniest joke I put in this thing. No one's gonna laugh. Everybody,
There
I'm
you
Greg
go.
Miller. Thanks everybody for watching. We got more EA Play for you now.
All right, now we got Apex.
What'd you have to do?
You guys all there?
Do a little restart.
Yeah, everyone there?
Yep.
Say something if you're there.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Brad.
How hyped are we for Star
There,
Wars?
Carlos?
Blurry on
Let's
my
hear
screen.
it!
Just Legends.
So hype.
I don't know if it's
Hype
that way on
mode
Facebook or
engaged. Although
Carlos
that's actually
there?
a lie. It was engaged about.
Yeah, he's here.
3
Looks
days
like his
ago.
thing
Anyway,
says
so
he's
big
muted, though.
thanks to Vince and
How do you
Steve for
unmute
sharing
him?
that exciting deep
I
dive
think he
into
does that
Star Wars
himself.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Hold on.
Carlos, tap your screen.
We're all a little bit
and
too
unmute
excited
yourself.
here, I'm not going to lie. I'm Julia Hardy, and a little later on,
There's like a
Adam
little
Freeman
mic
and I will
button.
be bringing you news
There
on
you go.
Battlefield 5.
Here you
Yeah.
are.
Right now, though, EA
Still
Play is in
muted the whole
full
time?
swing with gamers getting their
No,
hands
no,
on all
just-
kinds
just
of
for a second.
exclusives.
I don't know why
There's
you
a
were
lot to
muted.
look forward to, starting with our next show, Apex Legends. So Alex
There you go.
Goldenboy Mendez is bringing you
Minute
the
30
hottest
on
news
Apex.
on
Hey,
Apex
Dark
Legends
Knight.
Season 2. We've got info on a new weapon, new battle pass,
Well, we-
new mode,
we do
and a
know
reveal
that
of the
they already
10th
said-
Legend.
We're ready to
Stay
watch
tuned because
Apex.
Apex Legends is moments away.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think we're going to see for Apex? What kind of legend you guys want to see?
I mean, it's tough. Like, as much as I want like the Titanfall character to wall run, I don't want that. I want something else. That's, you know,
It's electric. Boogie Woogie.
something like that. Yeah.
What kind of legend, like, what kind of, like, mode could you possibly see that we can do? There.
I think they need another healer.
Needs another offensive character that does.
Yeah,
damage.
Fallen Order was already shown. It was amazing. It was amazing. Definitely watch it. It was awesome. Sorry. What were you saying, Carlos?
I think we need another character with like some sort of offensive power, like Gibraltar and Bangalore, where like they do some, damage somehow, like a drop or something like that.
Think so? I think we need another tank like character, or maybe another speeder like that. That's not. I don't.
There's also
I'm just
like
gonna.
one healer in the whole. There's only lifeline.
I think another healer for sure.
Another healer. Yeah. We only do have like one healer.
Yeah, lifeline. The only one that can heal.
Maybe one that can revive people from actual death.
That'd be epic.
Oh, okay.
Something's going on.
Yep, here we go.
All right, guys. Hold up the volume.
Let's go.
Everything dies.
Looking for me? Surprise.
Oh shit. H&M
What's going
shirt.
on, everybody?
Yeah, H&M shirt.
Welcome to EA Play 2019, and I'm so excited to talk about Apex Legends here at EA
Golden
Play.
Boy.
I'm professional esports commentator Alex Golden Boy Mendez. Now, everyone at Respawn has been working diligently at making Apex Legends the best battle royale game out there. We've got some big updates. That's right. I like that. Like that, baby. Bring that energy. We got some exciting details to share on Apex Legends Season 2, including a brand new weapon, a new mode, an improvise, you hear me? I'm improvising. An improved battle pass, a reveal of the 10th legend coming to the arena, and so much more. So let's jump out of this drop ship, dive right into the hot zone.
Here we
Take
go.
it away, Jay.
Thanks, Golden Boy. I'm
Dollar
Respawn's
Store
community
Ricky.
manager, Jay Frechette, and as you can see,
Ricky
we
Fernandez.
brought Kings Canyon to life right here at EA Play.
Yo,
We've
that's
even
your
got
Vulture,
all
though.
9 current legends here to help me bring you some of the Season 2
That's some
updates
pretty
that
dope
you've been
cosplay, I'm not
clamoring
gonna lie.
for. We're going to introduce you to our newest legend after the show, but for those of you at home, don't miss your chance to jump into our Legendary Hunt event. Check it out.
We already finished this event.
Oh, they're going to talk about the event that's going on.
That we finished in like 10 hours, maybe?
The Legendary Hunt has begun.
Wait, that weekly thing, that was our event?
All new Apex
Yeah, we
Legends
finished it.
Q. Complete challenges
done with
for
it.
exclusive
Yeah.
cosmetics,
Like one day.
earn XP and
still got
battle
plenty
pass
work to do.
boosts, and find all new exclusive skins in the in-game store.
Only the strong will win and slaughter.
Yeah, double XP
For a
just
limited
started.
time, legends who place in the top 5 of any match will earn the right to join the Apex Elite Queue.
I need some help over here.
Solid copy. There, they will have the opportunity to test their skills
Yeah, to get that one
against the
thing, you have
most
to place
talented
top 5
legends in the
elite
game.
too.
One more. A legend's true
I think I
test
did
is from
3
within.
my longest streak for top 5.
Additionally, legends can complete legendary hunt challenges to earn rewards.
Shoot
Like
on.
the epic Master of the Hunt Bloodhound, the Wolfpack
That
G7,
triple
Not your day. I won this one. And hunt down 2 wins to score the exclusive legendary Tamed Beast triple take.
Trust in the gods and you
Too bad I'm
shall
not a
be
fan of the triple take.
rewarded.
Opening fire.
Mine's like 3 seconds behind you guys.
During the
I don't know where
event,
that
all
is.
Battle Pass
Yeah,
owners will
that's my
receive
jam
the
right
free
there.
legendary
Somewhere.
Honored Prey R301.
That's my jam.
Hit level 15
Yeah,
on your
switch
Battle
over to
Pass,
Twitch.
and
Twitch
you'll
seems to
also
be ahead
earn
of
the
YouTube.
legendary Night Terror Wraith.
You know real what I like.
Come find me. Every day, legends can also earn an entire Battle Pass level for your first top 5
Come on,
finish of the
Twitch.
day.
Thing.
Thank you for the fun fight.
And we're doubling down with our first ever double XP weekend. One
Okay.
moment. From June 7th to June 9th, earn double
That's-
XP on both your base and Battle Pass progression.
Our destiny has led us to this moment.
I never seen that
Throughout
one.
the event, be sure to keep an eye on the rotating
There is
store for
executions that
new
you have to
exclusive
unlock.
legendary hunt cosmetics.
Yeah, I've seen that.
The
But never
sky
that one.
has opened and gifted the day.
I like the cost of them.
Squad up and
Tiger
drop
Blood.
in, as the legendary hunt won't last forever. Good luck, legends.
Let the hunt begin.
So right now it's double XP weekend.
That's
huh?
right.
Yeah,
Until
it's
June
double
18th, you
Double
can
XP
jump
and
into
double
the
Battle Pass
Legendary
XP
Hunt,
too.
our limited time
Okay.
event that features the debut of our Elite Queue, exclusive challenges you can unlock, and some killer skins
excuse me.
and
Oh,
more.
gosh.
Also,
That
this
cosplayer.
weekend is double XP weekend,
Yeah,
so
all those
there's
cosplayers
lots
are
of
funny.
great reasons to jump in. The community really brought it since this event launched, and it's awesome to see the best duke it out. Back to you, Golden Boy.
Thank you so much,
That's a
Jay.
sweet
Thank you,
3D
Jay, for that.
printed,
Appreciate it. All right.
He doesn't look very
Season
gold.
1. Who's ready to talk about Season 2? I like that.
I am.
So, listen, I play this game every day. It's one of my favorites, and I did this like
Everyone's
right before
ready
the
to
show
talk
started.
about Season 2.
That's how much I play this game. And
I'm big ready.
I'm going to jump back in when we finish up. But first, I do want to talk about Season 2. We've got the first details here, and joining me, we
All
got
right.
Drew McCoy in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Drew,
Might
we've
should
been
explain
so
who he
patient
is.
for that beautiful, beautiful content.
Hi, Drew.
What do you have for us today?
Well,
Oh,
it's
Drew
coming,
McCoy.
Okay.
First and foremost.
Content is coming.
It's
Confirmed.
coming.
You've heard it here first.
So season 2, it's coming July 2nd, and it's called Battle Charge.
All right. So
Okay.
Battle Charge
I'm
will
listening.
be coming out. What can we expect though when this new
Battle
season drops?
Charge.
Yeah, so as we announced when we
July
launched the game,
2nd.
we're taking a seasonal approach. So we're trying to cram as much into the launch of season 2 as possible with some other stuff along the way. But what you can expect from the launch is a new legend, a new weapon, a new way to play the game,
Okay.
perhaps a map event. And a lot of this has been done through a lot of the feedback from community.
Perhaps.
We're also changing up some of the meta balance of weapons to try and
What
buff
do you
up
say,
some of the weaker
perhaps a what?
weapons and bring a lot of cool stuff in the game.
Battle event.
Okay. All right. It's a lot. It's a lot. We're going to talk about a good portion
Bump
of
up
it
some of
here,
the
but let's
weaker
talk
weapons.
about
What do
that
you
new
think?
content
Buff.
because season 2 is
What do you
bringing
think? It's
a
4
new
shots instead of
weapon
3.
to the fight, and today we're excited to show it to you. So let's just go ahead, roll the clip.
Show it.
Yes, please. Roll that clip.
Care package touching down. They usually carry rare platforms.
Elstar here. I am taking fire, friends.
Oh, cool.
I bathe in the blues.
They love the blood or bloodhound.
Yeah.
Your ignorance meets your end.
It's supposed to like an SMG.
Need help. Good job, me. A new season.
Oh,
Oh, it's an energy SMG.
I was gonna say that's
Yeah.
energy.
plasma fueled EMG.
No refillable ammo. Interesting.
Oh. So once you, it's a gold.
It's a new gold that has infinite ammo,
Okay.
but a burnout period.
Making contact with enemy.
Overuse period.
Accepted.
Oh, no.
I'm here. You're not.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can only
There
get
you
that
have
from
it. The
drops.
All-Star, man. I remember getting slapped by this gun in Titanfall 2.
back.
So pretty excited
Oh,
to
it's in
see this one
Titanfall
make it
2?
into the fold in the arena. Seems really powerful. So tell me more about
I was
its
gonna say,
place
this was a
in the
Titanfall gun.
entire weapon loadout for Apex Legends.
Yeah, so the L-Star's new. It's coming. Launch of season 2. It's actually a care package weapon because
So
it's
they brought a
so
Titanfall
OP.
weapon, not a Titanfall character.
It's just amazing. But
Glad you said that
All-Star
up front.
was
yeah, well, you know, it's like the master for the
Titanfall
Kraber. It's incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
Is there
And
a
being a
Titanfall character
care
called
package
Watson?
weapon, it doesn't use any of the existing ammo on the ground. So whatever you get with it is what you got.
I also
sure.
noticed, too, it shattered through doors.
Yeah, it can open
Well,
doors.
So, like,
Yeah.
melees, grenades, and now
Now the L-Star.
Wow. Okay. So that is pretty sizable. Now, what other changes are going to be coming to weapons? Because this may seem very nerdy, but I'm a huge fan of hop-ups. I'm all about Prowler with my switch fire. That's my jam.
Yeah.
What are you bringing me?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, there's going to be some meta changes to the weapons. We're trying to bring up some of the weaker weapons. And then, yeah, there are 2 new hop ups
Mozambique,
coming.
please.
Not really going to say what they are yet. You guys got to wait for season 2. But there is a chance that maybe a memeable weapon named after an African country is usable.
Is usable.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Get out of here.
All right. Perhaps. I mean, that is. Yeah,
So
it's
the only way
pretty
they'll make that gun
cool.
usable is they
To see
add
that's
more
gonna be
ammo.
reality.
They're
All
gonna
right.
add a
Cool.
hop
So
to
we're
the
starting out hot
Mozambique
with
to
that
actually
L-Star
hop
like
to the
machine gun.
Mozambique.
Or maybe you can make
We
it like
also
akimbo.
have the battle pass, and you know,
Yeah,
when you
he
guys
just
first
wrote-
spoke about the battle
said
pass,
that
you
That'd
said
be
that it was a
dope.
learning
The hop will
experience.
make a
What's
meaningless
different this
gun
time
meaningful.
around for season 2?
I think
Yeah,
you said
so we've
memeing.
been, listening to the community
Meaningful.
a lot. Season 1
memeing.
didn't quite launch
No,
as
no,
well as we were hoping.
named after an African country.
Content was fairly underwhelming for
Mozambique.
players, so we've been
For
taking
sure,
that in.
Mozambique.
We've been getting all sorts of data from
with the hop
people
is it?
buying skins to what they equip on their characters or weapons. And so we've taken this learning and put it in a Season 2 Battle Pass. So first off the bat, it's challenge-based now instead of
Better
essentially
skins, man. Cooler skins.
time-based. So
Agreed.
you'll get daily
I
energy
agree with that.
challenges,
Not
and they
$20
stack if you don't play for a
Yeah, I
while.
want-
So you can come back
want
after
straight
a
Dino
month
Tails.
and try and knock them all out on a weekend and level up really quick. Ultimately, this does mean leveling to level 100 is a lot quicker than in
Okay,
Season
so
1.
they're adding challenges.
We're also
like Fortnite that
getting rid of all the badges and stat trackers, taking up space throughout the leveling process. And we are inserting 3 entirely new content types into the Battle Pass, which we will talk about later. And there's a lot more skins in it, and there's going to be enough crafting
Good.
medals by the time you hit level 100 to craft your very own legendary of your choosing.
All right.
Okay,
I
good.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of value for that Battle Pass.
Yeah,
Create
that
your own
sounds very
legendary?
exciting. All right, and
Interesting.
now, we're talking about Apex. It's got some pretty sick skins. What skins do you have for me today?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, I think our skin game is being upped pretty significantly. You can see that with the Wraith skin specifically from the Legendary Hunt event. But we got 4 legendary skins in the Battle Pass. So we have 2 character and 2 weapon. So for Caustic, he's got the Prince of Darkness skin.
Looks like Kratos.
And for Octane, we're doing the Jade Tiger. I think we're, yeah, you can see there's
That's pretty
Prince
cool
of Darkness
costume.
right there. And then there is a skin for the Spitfire called the Intimidator. And
intimidated.
The
It's like a
R301
rhino.
is getting 2 skins, actually. So the Iron Rampage at level 100.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And then there's a golden version as well.
Oh,
You said there's
man.
a
Do you
skin
see that,
for
by
the
way?
Spitfire.
Whoa, look at that one.
Sick.
That looks insane. That looks
There it is,
insane.
yeah.
All right.
That looks like something straight out of
Another
Quake.
question that
That's a
the
sick
community is
Spitfire skin.
having, they're just dying to
That's
have
level
answered.
100 reward.
New
though.
ways to play. Elite Q was
Well, they're getting
awesome.
rid- you
I
said that
think
they're
it's
taking out
like
a
one
ton
of
of
the
shit to
coolest
get to the
additions
leveling
for
faster.
Apex Legends.
Yeah, and,
What
and the
else?
daily
If they
challenge.
Yeah,
Well,
so
that's
when
stat
we
factors in it,
designed
adding
Apex
weapon
Legends,
skins,
we
but
really
those-
wanted
the
to
ones we
have kind of a
just showed,
competitive
those are
core
for the
to it.
level
This is a
100
game that's meant to be
rewards.
played over
Oh,
hundreds
are
of
they?
hours and
Cool.
mastered. Really deep learning experience. And so the Elite Queue is our first step towards getting to a higher competitive
Fuck yeah, it
stage.
is.
Okay.
And so Season 2, I'm really,
Sorry,
really,
dude.
really
Sorry.
stoked to announce we have a ranked mode coming.
Rank mode.
Yes, dude.
All right.
Yes,
So
dude.
rank mode, you'll
announcement.
progress through 6
I'm into
tiers
that.
if you're good enough. You will cap out if you are garbage tier like myself.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't worry, we'll be in Wood
Garbage
Division
tier.
together.
Yeah, you and me, buddy.
Yeah, that's
Wood.
what's up.
Wood 3, I think.
Wood 3,
Yeah,
Wood 3
we'll get there.
division.
Yeah, so it goes from bronze all the way up to Apex Predator, and it's using
Can you
Ooh.
add
special
a
matchmaking
four-player?
for each of the
Come on.
tiers. So the higher
Oh
you
my
get,
God,
the
if they
probably
announce
some
that,
longer matchmaking times, but it's
I
because we're
will
trying to find
raise
the best
my
possible
roof.
match for you. And then throughout the season, you'll be hopefully gaining tiers, and then at the end of the season, you'll get rewards based on where you ended
Wow.
to show off for the next season.
Ranked mode coming to Apex Legends.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
That's sick. All right. All right.
Oh,
Right.
that's cool.
I'm be honest with you.
Yeah, it actually
I'm gonna
means
be
rank
I
all
like
up
it.
in that.
will
It's
be
gonna be
worth
sick. I
something if you
can't
get
wait.
high.
I am legitimately concerned,
Yeah, but
as I
you-
mentioned,
even if you
either
don't
be the
get
first Wood
further, you
Division
still
player,
get
which
some
isn't
sort
even
of
in it,
rewards
or
afterwards,
Plastic Division.
depending on where you
Plastic's
rank.
good.
But obviously
Yeah,
the rewards are
so
better.
that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
But dude, thank you so much for sharing all these details, man.
Hey, man.
Guys, Drew, ladies and gentlemen, from the Respawn team. All right, now, here's the thing. I'm a Lifeline main. It's just facts. You are too.
Yep.
Respect that. Any Lifeline mains in the house? Lifeline mains? All right,
Go
but
to sleep.
that might change when the new season drops. That's right,
Healer.
because
New
Jay,
legend.
Healer.
give the people what they want. We
Do
want
it.
to know who
All
is
the
the
guys.
10th legend joining the arena. What do you have?
It's my
He
pleasure,
said
Golden
he's a
Boy.
lifeline main, but there's something new.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. The 10th legend joining the Apex Legends arena is Watson.
Watson.
To help us get to know our latest legend a little bit better, our
Okay.
team put together this touching illustrated short. Let's check it out.
My dearest
Touching.
Natalie,
Electricity,
I
too.
write this letter. It's the middle of the night
Watson
in
in a
late summer.
wheelchair?
An hour ago,
Looks
you
like
cracked
arms.
the equations necessary to power the force field. You showed me up tonight, my magnificent daughter, and I couldn't be happier or prouder of that. I always knew you were special, but never did I fathom that the
Force
little
fields?
girl who taught her staffed Nacy multiplication tables would grow up to master quantum laser mechanics.
Maybe you can lock
I have
doors
assured
with
the
that?
syndicate that the modified containment
Says you
force
don't-
field will be
see what happens.
operational in a month's time,
Says
and
mechanics
it's
and
all
force
thanks to you. I may be just a doddering old fool trying to hold on to mon bébé a little while longer before he loses her to a daughter. But I do see you. I see the strong, brilliant, wonderful young woman you've become. And I know when the day comes that I'm no longer with you, you are going to be just fine. The games will be brilliant because you are brilliant. My daughter can and will do anything she wants in this life because she is the smartest woman in the frontier. Je t'aime de tout mon cœur, pour toujours.
Definitely
Papa.
does something with electricity.
Ready to jump.
Papa. I hope wherever you are, you're
Je suis
cheering
là,
for
je
me.
vais, papa. I want to see some action.
That's right.
What the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, Watson
Yeah.
joining
They
the
gotta
arena.
tease you, man.
And joining me now, we have
that's
three
it.
gentlemen who brought her to life. Griffin, Will, and
I'm sure we'll
Tom.
talk about it.
Thank you so much for joining us
Let's speculate,
here.
guys.
Wow. So that I mean,
Great.
Bible
Hopefully
thumbs
share
to the
something.
chat, man, 'cause that
Watson,
was just, that was
the
just,
two
that was
T's, get
feels
it?
right there.
Watts.
Hit me right.
Yeah, so electricity.
Yeah.
But Griffin, we'll start with you, bud.
I thought maybe
you're
those
one of
things
the
that
legend
they, like,
designers,
shot out, like
and
you put 'em in a
I'm curious
door
on the
frame
approach
and
that you
plus
guys
the-
took toward
Papa, I
making
dropped, the
Watson
word
a
force field,
character
like,
that
3
has
times, so.
impact in the arena?
So Watson really started as a conversation between a friend of mine and I, who he's an engineer, and he has this really methodical, interesting way of taking really complex problems and systematically solving them. And so I kind of thought, what would it be like if we took the sort of the defensive complexity of Apex and introduced a character that could really
this is
create
nice.
an ecosystem in which you can
she makes
survive
force
the
fields.
really aggressive
I like
third-party meta, all of that stuff. So the idea behind Watson really is that if you plan and you sort of adapt to the environment and you really know the map and you work closely with your team, that you can really
I want to see the ult.
create these strong defenses that
Literally,
that people are going to really have to think about in terms of how they push on you and that sort of thing. So the current meta of I hear gunfire and I hit it as hard as I can, you know, with Bangalore, Wraith, Octane, all of those, we're trying to sort of bump that meta a little bit and make it so that this more stanced RTS kind of play style has
How much damage does it
breathing
cause?
room.
Yeah, you're trying to provide like options for
Whoa, what
players.
is that?
Because if you want to be able to play that hyper aggressive approach,
That's the
whether
ult.
you're running like a composition that contains like a typical one, which would be like a Pathfinder, Wraith, and a
like
lifeline
it shoots
for that
something
support.
out.
You can
turret?
play into a
force
composition
field
like this, and they kind of counter one another. So that's going to be really fun. We're going to dive into the abilities and everything that she does, because let me tell you, it's insane. Now, as far as the look and feel, my favorite part about Apex Legends is that the characters, the legends themselves, they stand out. When you're looking from far away, you see the silhouette and you know exactly who it is that you're about to engage with. What were some of the complexities in bringing a character like Watson to life?
Hitboxes.
Yeah, so it's a collaborative effort. You know,
Yeah.
shout out Heath and Sam, animation department. Everybody kind of works together. We were given a specific set of skills that she would be using, abilities from Griffin, and that's kind of all we had to go off of. So we had to. Heath did a great job of like bringing it all together, giving her a sort of a grounded aesthetic. She had to look like she was using electricity and stuff like that. So rubber gloves and the coils and the wires and pushing her silhouette at the same time, making her stand out. You have to be able to read who she is
I bet they
from
can
different
come
distances.
up with some real cool skins
From
for
there, all right. From there, you can really go in and sculpt all the details out and work with the animators to really bring her to life,
There'd
give her
probably be, like,
personality
crazy
in
skin.
everything that she does with her abilities and that too. So.
Yeah, and there's some really cool stuff there as well. Every part that Watson she takes out an item in her kit, it's actually like on.
Nolan, I
her
can
person.
hear
You
your,
can see it happen.
Yeah, and those are all
Trade.
very
It doesn't remind me
meticulously
like a-
designed
like a-
by the
like a
concept
Dead Space
artist
type
and,
character.
then modeled out in 3D.
Which is like
So yeah,
engineer, she
it's
does
all
just look up
functional
like a mechanic or
in the
engineer, for
world.
sure.
Yeah.
So now you get
What
to
can you hear,
the
Tony?
to the gameplay.
I
the
can hear your
look,
stream.
But the story,
Alright, I'll turn it
you know,
down.
because you got to hit us in the feels, right? Like super hard, and you just did that.
You lose Brad, I guess.
Watson's
No, he's here.
backstory,
He's on mute.
who she is.
Oh.
Let's dive deeper into that one, Tom.
It's kind of different from the way we usually do things.
No
because
video,
usually
yeah.
it's very collaborative,
Can
and
you
we're
hear it
creating
now?
a character at the same time.
No,
all
no,
the
we're
different
good.
departments, and we're working together. Watson was
Oh, way
different. She
better,
was
yeah.
already designed and,
Because it was moving
and
into mine. 'cause it
drawn
was like 2 seconds apart.
when
so
I
was
got
hearing
her.
your stuff before I
And
was hearing mine.
one of the great
Gotcha,
things about
sorry
working
about
at Respawn is they encourage us to create characters that are non-traditional and that are characters you haven't seen in video games before, and to kind of branch out and see what else, what other kinds of people
What
can
the
we
fuck?
represent out there. And so Watson is a very different character than I've ever seen in a video game, at least. And everything is based off of what these guys created. I mean, it's all, every single part of her backstory is connected somehow to either her abilities or her look.
And now, it was something that kind of
Wonder
stuck
how
out
many
to
of
me.
those
So,
you can put down at a
am I
time.
correct in
Yeah, I
assuming
was just
that
about to
Watson
ask that.
played
They showed
a
the
big
wheel.
role
If
in
you go back, there's a little
the
wheel
arena
with
itself?
Yes, so
circles.
Watson
I
and her
think she
father
was
actually
close.
invented the ring.
I think it's a total of 6.
Okay.
And so she grew up in the arena, literally in the arena when they were building it. And we're going to start to, you're going to see with
Oh,
Watson
shit.
and moving forward, we're going to start to build the lore of this world a little bit. You're going to find out who created the games. They mentioned the Syndicate in there, so we'll talk about the Syndicate down the road.
They're actually built like
you're
world
starting to build
building
more
now.
and more of a universe.
That's cool.
Yeah,
which is great.
So she's in here. So all the legends must know her.
Oh yeah, she was their kid sister basically. She was always
Adding
hanging around
lore
the
to a game
arena,
is so much-
and she got to know
just
all
gives
the
it so much
legends. She
depth
got to
instead of
watch
just
all
a
of them.
shooter.
She's not a mercenary.
Yeah.
She's not a soldier. Her role is of support.
Oh,
so
shit.
she everybody loves Watson. She's the one person that could probably unite all the legends together.
Including Caustic.
Caustic respects her. She's a scientist.
Okay.
She's an engineer.
Okay, so like was
he
a strong
respects
word
her.
for Caustic.
Yeah, I don't know if Caustic likes anybody.
Okay,
He likes
that's
that,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair. Well, yeah, that's super cool. I mean, blown away by this character so far.
Caustic
Now, I
is super
mentioned before we're going to talk
gothy,
about the
that's
abilities, because when you revealed these to me, I was
I don't know, I love
floored,
Caustic, bro.
jaw
His
dropping.
one-liners are
A
probably
lot of
the
people
best in the
online
games.
were kind of like
Caustic's so emo, bro.
guessing as to like what it would be, and I'm
It's
very
my
happy to
spirit
see
animal.
that.
That was
A lot
the
of them, some had the right idea, but for the most part, what she's capable of doing is ridiculous. So let's just talk about the active. First thing, defenses.
Yes.
Talk about
So the Watson has more interrelated abilities than probably any other current character we have. You really need to understand how they all interact. The fences, you can place 12 nodes, and you can use these in any permutation you want. Part of why we sort of went with her being such a
12.
brilliant electrical engineer is because we really wanted to reinforce both mechanically.
You have to
and
do it within a time
thematically
limit, I think.
How creative the player can be with these. Basically, we're just giving you free reign
maybe
to
you
place
could
these
just-
however you
I don't
want
know.
and figure out
And
the
the
most.
players, they like I just saw right there. I don't know if
Fair.
that was intentional. So when your teammates go through, it shuts
Yeah,
down.
it
so
shuts off,
if
so-
I'm downed and they run through the gate, does the gate deactivate?
That's funny.
Yes.
It's electrocuted.
Yeah.
For
So there's a lot of
accelerant.
different interactions, a lot of different ways that you can interact with the gates with other characters. The ultimate is, we call it an interception pylon. It shoots down bombardments, incoming grenades, stops arc star spam. And it charges
Okay.
your team's shield, and it also, if
Oh,
Watson's
that's awesome.
cooldown is slower when she's away from the pylon, but when you're near the pylon, it supercharges your tactical, so you
Oh,
get fences
damn.
faster.
Dude,
so if you
she's
drop it
super
down,
support character.
It's
That's
a
awesome.
permanent structure until it's destroyed.
Dude,
And,
look at- dude.
that allows you
Dude.
to build
So it
these
heals,
large
it blocks
fortresses
our
very
she's like a
rapidly. You can use that
necessary
for
character on your team
defending,
now.
for flank control on offensive squads, for going up on a tower and fencing it off with Pathfinder. And then the passive
She just
is
got
that
rid of
ultimate
the airstrike.
accelerants, give you your ultimate 100% ultimate charge. And so if you save up
Yeah, it's basically an
ultimate
invisible
accelerants
force
over the
field.
Her
course
ult
of a
is-
match, that
is
allows you to place
OP,
more
dude.
pylons, and it means that you don't have to play conservatively as Watson as long as you save up ultimate charges. You can keep moving.
Dude,
with
you
a-
drop
with
that
a
in the
highly
middle
mobile
of a-
squad. You can play
of a gun-
offense,
or a
defense,
drop ship,
support, however
you
you
own
feel
it.
like the fences and the pylon are most effective to whatever comp you're playing.
So what you're telling me here is that Lifeline mains do not need to continuously
So they
hold
said
ultimate accelerants
if you-
anymore.
we felt like we needed to
Rejoice!
If you
That's right.
save up and use
We
the
did it,
ultimate
people.
accelerant, you're allowed
Finally,
to put
because
down
everyone's like
plus
really
5
mean to me
Sure.
if I don't like use
Pylons,
the ult
yeah.
accelerant.
So you
It's
probably
not,
start
it's
off
not
with,
fair.
like,
Oh
6.
wow. So that is
Yeah,
that is ridiculous.
There's also when they cross the
crazy.
fences, you get pinged as well.
Oh yeah, so if any
That-
enemies
that
cross through the,
ultimate is
fences, it
literally
pings
an
your
ultimate.
entire
It does
squad.
so
So
many things.
there's a situational awareness element to them as well.
Wow.
So if you know, so this is why I like
Crap.
she grew up in the arena. If you
Yeah.
know where all the choke points, the entrances, the exits are, you can set up fences there,
So
and
you
you'll
can
know
maybe have
exactly
somebody
what
sniping
it is.
above.
I'm even
because
thinking
it'll
about like
ping the entire squad.
compositions
That's awesome.
and how like it could work out. You know, maybe
Yeah, that's
for
a
any Gibraltar
super
mains out
cool-
there, maybe you find a little. No one cheered for that. Feels bad, man. Maybe there's like a
So her
little
Lifeline,
synergy
you have
there
her
that
ultimate,
can
and you
be
have Lifeline's turtle, which is
created.
basically
There's a
boosts
lot
your
that can be
energy.
done.
She's also
with
super
these
tiny, too, so I
fences
wonder
and
how her
being able to
hitbox
block
is.
off certain chokes.
Yeah, I think it's really
And
the
that
big
thing shoots
sort of the
stuff,
ceiling
too.
is how creative people
Yeah.
can get with
The
it.
grenades
I'm
and stuff
really
out of the
excited to
air.
see what people do with it.
And
She
from
actually
the-
shoot
from an
enemies,
art
though?
perspective
Yeah,
here,
it said something about it shoots charges.
they're very distinct. They stand out. What were some of the challenges in making sure that these fences really, like,
If
when
it-
a
if
player saw
someone
them, they
comes
knew
into that
exactly what it
circle.
was, not to kind of catch
I wonder
them
how
off
much
guard,
damage
so
you
to
could
speak,
take
to make
before
it
getting
really
destroyed.
stand out in the arena.
I saw
Yeah,
one
again,
person
silhouettes,
ran through the
everything.
fence and
You got to
slowed
make
him
it
down.
stand out, and it has to look like it lives in the world. That it's something that she can use, and that lives on her body as well. She's able to pull it out, and she's able to bring it
Lives
out
on her
and
body.
create a
What a weird thing to say.
Create a fortress basically, and it has to read. So we had concept artists working on every little detail, and the modelers as well, and we had to test it out. We tested it out. We played in game or in house, and make sure it it reads well.
And these guys do a tremendous job of it too. I'm like, I need like a post with electricity that goes between the two, and they just they create really cool stuff with just that kind of vague, hand wavy designer description.
Everything about it has clearly been thought out. This legend is going to be incredible. I can't wait to play Watson. You guys excited, Watson?
Yeah. Actually, I'm very excited to play her.
Again, very much looking forward. Now, today, we've covered a bunch here. We've seen a new weapon. We've gotten a new mode, the latest legend, and the new Battle Pass for Season 2. So, let's recap all the amazing Apex Legends action that we've seen here today.
Surprise.
Care package touching down.
Like a deer in the headlights.
I don't think I found my new main.
Right?
Your time is ended.
I definitely have enough points to buy her, so.
What the fuck?
I'm guessing.
What was that?
I'm hoping. Whoa.
Did you see that?
I'm not going to let you off that easy, Drew. What was that?
Well, what is that?
What was that? You saw the giant thing on the screen in the eyeball. What was that?
Wait.
All right.
Can't tell me?
Well, let's just say that. Well,
Were those
no, but
pterodactyls
let's
in-
just say this. We got perhaps a couple of big things coming into Kings Canyon at the start of Season 2.
Okay.
So keep your eyes peeled over the next month. See what you can find out.
So if I were to like ask you, after we're done with this, are you like gonna give me the cold shoulder? Or are you actually? Gonna
Oh,
tell me?
they're doing it.
there's
They're
no
walking
way
the
to tell you.
freaking elephants into
Oh, man,
the
I'm
canyon.
just holding L's all
Not a
day out
chance.
here, man. This is not fair. Well, Drew, thank you so much, man. Guys, Apex Legends Season 2. Let's go.
So those giant
July
creatures
2nd could
around.
not get
If
here
they
soon
beat
enough. Now, if you're in
Fortnite
Los
to
Angeles,
putting
come
in
check
like
out
a
Apex Legends at EA Play
Leviathan
for your
type thing,
first
that will
chance
see
to get hands-on with Watson, as well as all the other great Apex Legends things
Yeah,
happening
Fortnite's
here.
got that
And for those of
plan.
you at
All
home,
Fortnite's gotta
Double
do is press
XP
a
weekend is
button,
going
and
on
then they
right now,
release
so
theirs
jump into
before
the
that.
Legendary Hunt
You know what I
event
mean?
and start
If they
earning
just
those
saw that, they should
amazing
probably be like, well,
exclusive
we gotta put
skins.
this
Okay.
I'm Golden Boy. It's
So what do you
been a
guys think?
blast talking
I
Apex
feel
What do you guys think of that?
tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't pause it. Of course I did that.
in the arena. Peace.
Okay, I guess they left a pretty dope bombshell at the end.
They definitely did. That was wild.
Well,
There was
those
monsters.
There's
There's
those black
monsters.
things next to the giant eye, like red, like demon pterodactyl things. Did you
Yeah,
see those?
so those things, that new character is probably going to be everybody's new main now.
You know what though? If you could run with those barriers with Caustic throwing gas traps inside the barriers and then Bangalore dropping smoke all over the place, that would be ridiculous.
It's a good
That would
combo.
be. Yeah, it'd be crazy. It'd be overpowered. If you had her running with you, yeah, and it'd be crazy. It'd be stupid.
Again, we don't know how much those barriers damage do or anything like that. I mean, and they're pretty visible, so I'm thinking jump over them and whatnot.
I'm kind of sad that they didn't announce 4-player squads though.
Yeah, but even if they could jump over those barriers, if you put gas traps inside them, that if they even got inside, the gas trap would go off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
True.
I mean, it's not yet to be seen yet, but if Bangalore smokes it out, can they see through the smoke? You know?
Yeah. Guys, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's thundering real bad where I'm at.
I did hear something.
Yeah, it just finished monsooning over here.
Really? It's coming
Yeah.
over here.
Tony, is there a way you can pull up that last little clip to get a still shot of those eyes or whatever?
I could rewind it a little bit.
Saw a ton of new
But,
info on Apex Legends Season 2, including
But
a new
we're just
battle
about
pass,
to see
more
Battlefield in like
details
less
on
than a
ranked
minute.
mode, and the
I could
official
probably pull it
reveal
up in a
of the
second.
newest Legend Watson. I'm Greg Miller here at EA Play, where gamers are
Grab
getting a
that.
chance to test drive the newest Legend right now. Stick around, because up next we've got Julia Hardy and Adam Freeman giving us the dirty details.
What did you think of Apex,
Battlefield 5,
Dark?
including looks at a ton of new maps, exciting updates, and details.
I wonder
on the
if
new
they're
Theater
letting
of War.
people
All
test
that's moments
while
away,
they're there
so
if
keep
you
it
get
locked.
to play as Watson.
There will be beta tests of everything.
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
And especially EA. EA loves to beta test their stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're going to do for Battlefield 5. Oh,
At this point, I have no idea.
Carlos, I have to mute you. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna pee real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that legend looks amazing. And I just hope she's not overpowered. That's the problem. Because if she gets overpowered, then there's going to be tweaks and all that stuff. But they're pretty good when it comes to tweaking their legends, though. Yeah, I played on PS4. Yeah, September will be on everything. All right, let's see what's going on with Battlefield.
All right, I'm stoked though. That was definitely like a good addition to that game, and I'm the battle pass will definitely help. Some dude just got ran over by a tractor.
Hey guys! Hey!
Did she
welcome
change
to the
clothes?
Battlefield 5 show
No,
live
I
from
think
EA
she's wearing
Play in
the same thing.
Hollywood. Let's hear it! I'm Julia Hardy, and today we've got a ton of new info
Somebody
on
got
some
ran
of the
over by a
great
tractor.
updates
That's all that
coming to
matters.
Battlefield 5 in 2019. But don't just take my word for it. My co-host, he reads all of your tweets. and I
Whoever
do
was
actually
talking about
mean all of them.
Destiny
It's
in
a
the
little
chat,
bit
I
creepy
also
and weird.
agree. The game's
Battlefield
been real
community
poop,
manager
but I
Adam
think they
Freeman.
have
What
a
have you got
lot
for us, Freeman?
coming out
thanks,
that will help
Julia.
that.
Now, I may be a
Yeah.
member of the Battlefield team, but as you know, I'm a fan. I know you guys are fans too, and you're going to love
He may
what
be
we've
a
got
member of the
today.
team,
So,
but
over
he's
the next
also a
half
fan.
hour, we're gonna be
I'm
bringing
sure
you
you're a
new
fan of the
content
game that
coming
you've
to
made.
over the next few months. We've heard what you want, so today
Kicking
you're getting
Activision
your
out is
first
beautiful.
look At a ton of new
Yeah,
multiplayer
it's the best thing they could have done.
features we know you've
Full
been
control.
screaming out for,
He's
and
reading-
the
he's
arrival
reading
of
the
a
cue
new
card. He's
theatre
not
of
even
war
looking at
that's
it.
coming to Battlefield 5 this fall.
Yeah.
So, when Chapter 4 Define the Odds drops, it's bringing so much cool stuff.
What's this
So
about?
Let's get to it. Over to you, Julia.
Battlefield.
Okay.
Thanks, Adam. That's right. Let's wait no longer and tear the
Does she have a
plastic
nose
off
ring?
our first new map.
Yeah, she does.
A nose
Marita,
ring and a
let's check it
barbell
out.
in her bridge.
The Battle of Greece
think it's-
continues.
Is this a DLC or something? Because this game's already out.
Yeah, it's just another DLC they're adding to the game.
Halt the Axis army sweeping through the
I totally agree. Kicking Activision out of Bungie was like their best move. They need to control that game and get all the money out of it.
For Destiny, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have to go back and get the money out of that
You're
game in
deployed
order
on
to
a
bring it back.
sloping mountain ridge and within the tight streets of a rural town.
I'm kind of amazed they were allowed to do that.
The Allies control
They probably
the town,
hit the end of their
but Axis
contract and
troops
said,
are
"F it."
already on its fringes.
Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 are basic games I've spent a lot of hours into.
Oh yeah, I put way too much time into
The road down into the
And I
village.
hate
Destiny 1 I liked way more than 2, honestly.
I just hate to walk away from
the region.
Yeah, I did hate to walk away from it too. Especially, I mean, especially in multiplayer. I dominated in multiplayer.
So
Yeah.
keep an eye out for them.
We should probably talk about
one of the
this
only
game.
games I can say that I can beat
Multiple
anybody
soldier
in
classes will
multiplayer.
be able to shine. Tanks and
What'd you say,
aircraft
Tony?
will stand aside.
So we should probably talk about Battlefield.
And sneaky flanks in the cobbled
I mean, this game looks good, but it doesn't make me, like,
means you need
I'm not
vertical
amazed.
gameplay.
Are you guys amazed?
No, it's just, I think it's just the old timey aspect of it. It's just not, you know what I mean? I don't know.
I mean,
See, I
I've
like the whole time. I prefer it, honestly, but nothing really
I-
brings
To
back
help
to
give
that
us
game.
even more details on Marita, please welcome Ryan MacArthur from DICE. Yeah. So thanks for coming out, Ryan. So obviously Marita.
Yeah, I mean,
looks
it looks amazing. It's just,
What was the map's inspiration?
I don't know what it is.
I also
the
hated
team in
getting
LA
sniped
Yeah.
put this
3
together,
miles
and they
away
built
every
the,
single
Oh,
the
yeah,
Mercury
that,
map that,
yeah.
that everyone saw earlier this month. And so they really wanted to continue that.
The only
story of
Battlefield I
Battle
liked
of
was
Greece, which is a bit of an
1943.
unknown story, new to me as well, as you
Well,
learn about
so
this stuff.
they are
So it's really
making
cool. It's sort
another
of set
Battlefield
on the
company.
Albanian-Greece
The
border,
Bad
sort of in the
Company
mountains
games
there.
were
where
No,
the,
Bad Company was.
the access
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
sort of
I forgot about Bad
protecting
Company.
the
Yeah, I
Greece war.
love Bad Company and
it's
Bad
sort of
Company too.
Set above the clouds in this nice little quiet,
The
well,
one
I guess what
Battlefield
used to
game
be
that
quiet village.
I
Oh,
loved
God,
a
anymore.
lot and I spent
Before
a
these
lot of
guys all
time in
show
was-
up, and
was
it's
Hardline.
quite a different
Hardline
experience
was
than
a
Mercury. It's sort of
super
a
fun
totally
game.
different style of gameplay. that
Yeah,
you've seen
I
in
don't
the
think I
game
played that one.
So what kind of gameplay are we talking
Hardline
about?
was
What's
just
happening?
like
Well, so this is going to be
It
a.
was
I
heavily
played Battlefield
infantry
5.
focused map.
Just it
So,
wasn't.
as Mr. Battlefield likes to
just
put it,
wasn't
this
for
is
me.
Total creative chaos. So you're
I
just
played
gonna
5
sit
when it
Love
first
that.
came out.
Creative chaos. Yeah.
Creative
But
chaos is a
what we get there
good
was
word
just
for
head-on,
it, or a
just
good phrase
collisions
for
in
it.
the middle of this
And
map,
yeah, and I
it's sort
love
of a
the
di- what we
destructiveness
tried to
to
do with
it.
all of
I
the maps
love
that we've been created, spending
the,
a lot of time
like
to
the
figure
open
out
world
how to make
aspect
each
to
one
it.
of them different. So when
Honestly, at the
players go in
time,
and
I
play
was
one of
so
these new maps,
indulged in
it
Destiny
just
that
has
I
a
just
different
never
feel
really
than the
gave
ones
it a
they
shot.
played before to sort of create that different
Which
experience. for
one?
them. So this one has
Battlefield 5, like when it first
I
came
guess
out.
for
Oh,
lack
yeah.
of better way of putting it,
I was
sort
just
of a
playing
banana
Destiny.
shape to it.
Non-stop.
And that
Did
banana
you like
shape
that
sort of
fruit?
well, I think fruit's important
It's
when you're
fun.
doing game
You
design. I
can't
think.
play it alone though. You have to have a squad.
Obviously, and so the
Absolutely.
shape gives you sort of a variety of different play
styles and sort of creates this sort of narrow channels for people to just run head on into each other, which really creates that chaos that is Battlefield. But it
That's
gives
what we want, though. That's what we want, that kind of chaos. But most importantly, we need to know, like, we could talk
I mean, it
about
just looks really
but
great.
when
I
can we
just
get our
I don't
hands
know
on
if
it? That's
it's
what we
like,
want to know, right?
doesn't really draw me
yeah, I
in.
think the great thing for this is coming in July as part of
I
Chapter
think this
4.
is just
so,
a new map
stay,
with new
stay
area.
tuned, and I
He
think
did
some
say it
people are
was
gonna get to
smaller,
play while
like
they're here
a
today.
smaller area,
Lucky
smaller
you.
map,
All
instead
right,
of not being
Freeman,
so wide
who's
open.
we've stuck up there for no other reason than, well, my own entertainment, has more on Chapter 4 for you. Over to you, Freeman.
I'm up here PTFOing. I don't know what you're giving out to me, Julia.
Yeah, they're just
Listen,
adding chapters to the
we
game.
have more maps. So
Seems
let's
to be the
deliver
new
a brand
the
new
new
one
norm
to
now.
you.
It's just kind
This
of
is
releasing a
Alpha
game
Dan,
and
it's
then
coming in
adding the
Chapter
stuff
4.
that's supposed to get in the beginning, like later on.
Yeah.
The fight
There's another
moves
map.
to the North African desert in a vast new map for Battlefield 5, Al Sundan. Prepare to engage alongside a lush desert coast and contrasting harsh environments. Axis forces have militarized the area
People
with
be
camps,
sniping off
a
them
radar
hills. Yep.
tower, and an airbase. You must fight over possession of these critical
Tank
points.
is moving, man.
In
Yeah,
Al
those little
Sundan,
tanks, they cruise.
We've taken the vista used in a single-player war story under no flag and doubled down
I
on
do
air
love
and
the
land
vehicles
vehicle
a lot.
combat.
I will absolutely
With
say
this,
that.
the location has been optimized for all-out multiplayer action. On this open map, it's up to you to shape the fight. With large distances, vehicle-based team play, and battles across ranges, you'll always have plenty of choices. Make good use of this sandbox to secure the win. Utilize vehicles, mounted guns, planes, and transports.
Wait, guys, I mean, those maps just look amazing.
Dominate the sky, or
I mean, yeah, I'm not, no complaints here.
Battlefield always made good games.
Yeah, DICE's engines are incredible. But for some reason, it just doesn't. I don't want to go immediately out and buy it. You know what I mean?
It's a certain type of gameplay.
Yeah, it's definitely a game I
That's
picked
amazing.
up
So
on
what's
like,
the Al Sundan?
hey, it's $20. Come pick it up. You know what I
Flag.
mean?
So
or
tell us a little
whatever.
bit about what that process
Right.
was like.
Yeah, so usually, when the guys, when the team sort of focus on building these war stories, they want to create these nice narrative, linear experiences, and sort of that really tell the story of World War II. But with Under No Flag, they sort of took a little bit of a different approach to this and sort of made this big, wide open
Why does
experience.
that dude look so familiar?
And that showed a lot of potential from a multiplayer perspective as well. So when
My
we finished
dad.
the game originally, the team wanted to sort of sit down and
He looks like a
sort of
ginger
small group of
John
them and
C.
take a shot
Reilly.
at turning this into what could be an amazing
Both
battle.
those are valid.
It's huge. This is a really big map. This is your sort of classic Battlefield sandbox map. This is where you're going to see, tanks and planes and infantry and all of that together in sort of what is truly Battlefield.
They just showed the scene.
It's sort of built for that open world gameplay with,
he's just talking
depending
about
on no
it
matter
now.
how you want to play, there's
Yeah.
something there for you.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And so how do I kind of, adjust my strategy? Because obviously it's such a wide map. Like, what am I
You know
doing?
who holds
Well, I think
hands?
If you look at it,
The
there's really
devil.
different play styles. So there's 6 flags on this when you're playing Conquest, and you can see here, even if you can see from the videos here, you've got, when you go into the village, it's all about
I mean,
infantry
Conquest
play
was
and speed
definitely
and
the map,
flanking through
like
the
the
things.
mode
and,
when I did play.
The bridge in the
I played
middle, it's all
Conquest a
about,
lot.
sort of
I like the
controlling that with
vehicle
infantry
aspects.
gameplay. And I think
If I
Mr.
got
Battlefield
bored, I
the
was
other day
just
decided
blowing
to just
things
sit there
up.
with his tank and destroy me. But
why not?
Carlos, you jumped in the
It's
chat.
something that he likes to do.
he's kind
Say
of
what?
Did you jumped on the chat?
but
Did you see that
Most
he?
importantly, I mean,
There was a
again,
clipping
we
on
can go
the
and on. We're
airplane.
tight for time 'cause there's so
That-
much
that
to
was
get through,
weird.
so many announcements. When can we get our hands on Al Sundan?
But so this is the first map that we're going
should
to come
add
in with
Titans.
Chapter 4.
I don't
So
see
June
John C.
27th,
Riley,
this
but I
is
do
gonna
see
be
someone
available
else.
Day 1, Chapter 4 for everybody.
Nice,
Now, see,
nice.
I
Now
enjoy
we've
it.
got a couple more surprises to come, but before we get into all that, let's take a look at what's coming in August towards the end of Chapter 4.
Get up close and
Nova
personal
Scotia.
with
This will be
Chapter
the
4
end.
defying the odds.
There's a whale.
New and intense
See that?
close quarter
Kill
maps
that.
are coming to Battlefield 5.
That house looks like a house I built in Fallout
We're bringing
76.
More maps to players craving tighter types of multiplayer.
Not
Especially
even joking.
tailored for intimate
Do you think they're
infantry
going to talk
combat.
about that game at
The
all?
new battlefields will challenge
No,
your
I
squad
think
in
they're
ways.
afraid to.
Bethesda won't even bring it up.
Teamwork,
No,
skill,
they're gonna be like,
and
sorry, it
adaptation are the
sucked.
keys to
They're going to have a
victory.
bunch of angry people rushing the stage for their backpacks.
They're gonna be like, we're gonna make Fallout 77. And then they're like, JK.
There's going to be people rushing the stage for their nylon bags
and
that they never
unseat
got.
the Axis occupation.
Oh my god,
of
can you imagine we just drop nylon bags instead of like balloons from the
Prepare
ceiling?
to assemble your team and rise above your enemies.
That'd be amazing.
Prepare to learn
Yeah,
more about
I
these
mean,
new
it's-
Yeah, the detail is pretty dope for this
Yeah.
game.
DICE always makes great looking games. And
Yeah,
Battlefield
they
always-
look like photorealistic, for sure.
They're fun to play. I don't hate Battlefield by any means.
It's like, look how beautiful it looks. Let's blow it up.
Now, to
That's the
help
whole point.
us break down these new maps.
Load.
Ryan and I are joined by Mr. Battlefield himself, Lars Gustafsson.
That's
I think
Mr.
you made that
Battlefield?
yourself, but-
Yes.
Oh, and because he asked nicely, we also let Freeman come down from his weird place.
That guy
where-
just showed up.
Firestorm teammates, you just leave me
It's
behind.
like George Lucas's like skinny little brother.
Why that
Came out of
happened.
the
Do you want to take over this one for
Sure,
the start?
don't mind if I do.
Yeah, go.
Lars, these are
James
very different
Lucas.
then to the two maps we've already shown so far today. Tell us about.
They are. I mean, taking a step back,
I can see it now.
closely monitoring how players engage
You
in
can
Tug
totally
of
see it
War.
now.
And no surprise, I mean, they love the bigger modes like Conquest. It's always been kind of a Battlefield pillar. But it's been super fun to watch how they engage with passion and dedication in the smaller modes, like Squad Conquest, for example, which really become a success. And with that in mind, then we've, together with the DICE LA studio, they've been going at it, tailoring maps that are specially made for
I didn't know
smaller
DICE
modes.
was English.
And as such, being able to give that, the close quarter
Or
feeling.
Irish.
You know, this guy's got a library
the
full of
intimate
history
combat.
books, like just history books.
Oh, yeah, we need
War
that on a
history books
t-shirt.
too.
Yeah.
Intimate infantry.
We'll make it
Yeah,
a platoon when we get
absolutely.
back.
I mean, what kind of the sort of like key
Probably has
strategies
first
then when you're
edition
playing
Winston
with
Churchill
You know, as we see with these
memoirs
smaller
of
game
a
modes, I mean, the key to this is just really good team play, really
Here's
good
this
squad
nice
play.
patio. Let's
and
blow
so,
it up
sticking
later.
together and not leaving anybody behind. Like
Look at this
Freeman
beautiful vista.
But I mean, what if you want to leave
Before
I
it?
want to move there
and
so I can raise a
after.
family, get some
Because
cows.
It's two beautiful
Cheese.
maps.
Beautiful vineyard.
Would be, yeah.
As
But
you saw,
no.
Lofoten,
We're gonna blow it up.
serenity, beautiful Nordic countryside, but then kind of ripped open with gunfire
He loves
and
it.
everything amongst villas and
See?
factory equipment. And then Provence,
Loves it.
I plan to take
Look at
my
this
wife
guy in the
to
back.
Pastis on the square.
Places you want to
That
take
guy
your
popped out of
family
nowhere.
instead.
So let me take this picture.
Yeah, take him instead and then go to town.
You know
Beautiful
what?
cobblestones,
Yeah.
We always talk about
lots of good flanking routes,
as a
and it's
group,
the
there's
smaller
not a
maps
game
really allows you to
Yeah.
to master
that we all
every
can play
inch.
one
It's
time.
really about,
Battlefield is
knowing
one of
your
those games that like
I
8
mean,
of us could play at one
Again,
time.
we could go on and on.
Yo, he
about
was
all the
totally
things,
the
but
toasty
we've got
guy.
one more map to show off, and I
He
wanna
was the
make
he
sure we
was
have
the
time to
selfie
get
guy.
through
He
it.
screamed
But
selfie instead of
Lars,
toasty.
you brought with him some
But
new
yeah,
maps,
dude,
some
I
kind of
agree.
core
Like
gameplay
DICE
updates, that you've all been
DICE
waiting
makes
for. So,
those
you're
engines
excited
where
about
like
this
you
one.
can everyone can play.
How much time I spent
Because
online.
I think
I
you
mean,
can only have
working.
4
Just
per
Battlefield
squad, but you
or-
can have multiple. If you
Let's
have
not
multiple
delve.
squads on
Big
one
community
team,
features we've announced this
So-
month. Increase the max rank.
like we always
Private
say, like
games.
there's not enough.
Let's talk max rank. What can you tell
Let's
us?
talk max rank. We
To give
do
it to
know,
us,
and
but
it's been lovely.
really-
Well, that's what Stadia was touting with their what Google was touting, because like Stadia can make games where you can have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people on their game engines, because all the tech is there. You don't have to send stuff to their server and back because everything is together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the server's there, the hardware's there, everything is there. You don't have to send anything anywhere. Everything is like there, so there's no lag.
What are we getting?
We're all in it.
That's what they're trying to tout, but the thing is, though, is you get to stream that information to your house.
Whoever is there for
But
that,
then, at
that
every-
Battlefield,
do we call
at
them
least the
milestone
Battlefield
ranks,
conference,
you know,
they
every
definitely
50th
gave them
rank,
something. I
you
saw
will
something in
get
the audience that
one
was
shiny
holding
new rank
like a
icon to show
cardboard
off your skills,
thing that said
and
like
also a
Battlefield
beautiful
5
set
on
of
it, and you
dog
can
tags.
see
So
like a
lots of ways
game
of
code
showing
on
off
there.
your mastery on your journey
But it
towards
set a game code?
Yeah,
the
they probably
world
gave them
domination.
like
That's
part of the
all.
DLC or something.
It's already happening.
Really?
For being
Oh shit,
there.
we should have paused
So
it.
it's almost here.
Almost here.
Yeah,
So
trying
world
to zoom
domination
in.
for
My
Lars
like,
by
well,
Alex.
probably next
Yeah,
box,
sorry, I
but
wondered if we were
no,
talking about
Like
world
free
domination when
DLC.
that was happening, but oh, right.
Well, that's what they
Private
did
games,
when
then.
when
The
I
other
was
massive
at
thing
when
that
me
we
and
know
Nick
players want. What we got?
I mean,
were
another
up
one
at
that's
Gearbox.
lovely
at
community
PAX.
have
They
been
gave us
Yeah.
all,
vocal about.
they gave us all the Gearbox
Previously,
DLC.
for those of you who've been with Battlefield, it was called RSP, the rented
I
server
should have just
program.
waited too, man.
Now we're
I bought
shifting
Battlefield
to
2, and then a fucking month
What it
later
is,
they
the
give it out
beautiful
for
thing
free on
with it is
PSN.
The baseline package
Yeah.
that came
I
out
mean,
is
it's hard to
free
do. Oh, well.
for everyone that
Yeah.
plays Battlefield 5. So a beautiful package. It's there to let you set up your servers and kind of create your experience.
Private
I can't I can't unsee George Lucas now. Thank you.
Freeman, you can play with us for sure.
You can sit with them. And obviously, you love getting all that.
I
community
paid
feedback,
twice
so
for
hit them up,
MKX.
Mr. Battlefield
Damn.
at AOL.com.
Who said that?
let us
MKX
know.
and MKXL.
That is the thing, though. Like, we're not finished when we're
We
done.
played
right?
twice for MKX.
No,
Who said
exactly.
that?
It's coming
Dark Bite
in,
in the
let's
chat.
see,
September.
Somebody in the chat.
And
can't
full
see it.
time.
Is that what,
I mean,
Mortal
we
Kombat
want
10?
you to dive on it, set up
Yeah,
the servers,
exactly.
play it,
Yeah.
and give us feedback. Since this is kind of just the beginning of the journey with the private games, we want to hear what did we do right, and where
They kind of
should
did it with
we shape
Injustice
up
though when it came out,
and take
the first
it,
one.
an extra notch.
Got
So
that game, got every DLC for it, every character, and then like 9 months later, it was like
Ryan, but you know you're my
PSN
favourite
game,
for this. Thank
Gold
you very
Edition
much
for
for
free.
it.
I'm like, what?
We've got more though, Julia.
Yeah.
We've got more.
You're almost.
Well, it's just going to get a bit weird and fighty up here in a minute. Well, as promised, we've got one more Battlefield map
As
to
promised.
show you. It's called Operation Underground. Lars Ryan, talk us through what we're about to see. Yes, let's have a look.
Well, this is the ultimate
more
definition of a passion project. So Inge Göran, the original designer.
How
for
many
Operation
maps can
Metro,
there be?
When we finished Battlefield,
Battlefield
5
has
and
a
shipped
good
it,
amount of
he
maps.
wanted to do
They've
something.
No, they
that
do,
just-
they do, and they have
just
great
truly
maps.
invested in. So we kind of went
See,
down
my
and
only
sat
problem
down
with
and
Battlefield
he
is that
came
they
back
all
with
look
what was
alike.
Operation Underground, and when he showed
You know
it to
what,
the
though?
team,
This
we knew
Underground,
we just
this-
had to make
this
this.
thing
and I
that
think
they're showing it.
Lars is sort of being
I think it
part
was
of that
Battlefield
journey in
1.
the beginning. I mean,
There was like
you
a
know how much this
subway
meant
underground
to
that-
the team.
That was like
Yeah,
a
I
crazy
was
map.
there
It was
when-
a lot of
when,
fun to play.
we started to build the
Yeah,
map
and
for
the one,
Battlefield 3. And early on,
think
it
that's the
was
last
kind of
one
a
I bought,
brainstorm. I still
Battlefield
remember it
1.
was tons of images on the wall. We challenged the team to, where do you want to fight?
I was still
Everything
trying to
from
figure out how it went from
subway
Battlefield 1
to
to
shopping
Battlefield
mall
5,
to God knows everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
was,
then the
I
team
think it was just
started-
one
or
as in
someone
World War
smart,
One.
not me,
Yeah,
apparently, said, do I only get to pick one?
Yeah.
So they started
I mean,
to
we're
pick
we're
number
going
of
back
them,
to
and I
Modern
think Inge
Warfare.
then chose
We're going Call of
3
Duty Modern
them, which
Warfare,
was
Call of Duty
the
4
park, the
Modern Warfare.
subway,
Now we're going to Call of Duty
and,
Modern
Yeah,
Warfare.
I'd be
back
able
area
to.
in the city.
Um,
Kind of
I'm
steamed
I'm
tap
interested
pack. I mean, you
in
don't want
Modern
one meal,
Warfare.
You want 3 lots
Like,
of meals all in
More
one
is
meal.
always
What they're gonna do with
right?
that.
Yeah.
So you
I
can
mean,
see when you see
people are
kind of
saying like, oh, it's
spinning
going to be
around us here,
completely redone. It's
you
like a
can see the true
reboot, but it doesn't look
inspiration.
like
That's what
It's
too
Inge
not.
different.
the
So
talented
it's
crew
a,
with
they
him
said
has
it's
done
a
is
soft
to
reboot
kind of
of
take
the
it hard, the
franchise.
feedback from
Yeah,
the
because they said they
original
couldn't do much
and
more
start
with
to
it after
provide
what's his
especially a lot
face
of flanking
after
routes, so that
Agent
you can kind of move around
or,
and be smart about it. And tons of
Price?
easy to
yeah,
spot
Price.
ones, but also
Like,
lots of sneaky ones.
I don't want to
Yeah,
ruin it,
Love
but
the
you know.
sneaky flank.
Killed off your
Yeah,
best
well,
character.
Sneaky flank.
From
I
what
mean,
I
I
Yeah,
read,
so they're
you
like,
look at
oh,
like,
well,
this
maybe
is-
let's
this is
change
not
it where
Metro
like
Remastered.
something
This
happens
is
where he
the guys
doesn't
look at
die.
it sort of
Yeah,
reimagined.
Yeah,
going
like
off
you
of
literally
a bunch
kill
of
off your
different
best
diverse
character in
areas.
the
You've
entire
got,
series.
big
Awesome.
open courtyards,
Going off
street
what
level,
Nick
and
said.
narrow
That's the
streets
thing with
and
Call of
down
Duty,
into
they
where you
always
see in
kill
the-
off their
in the video
characters.
here with the-
Yeah.
with the subway
I mean,
cars
even
or
going
into
off
the
what Nick said,
sub-basements, and
I mean,
you're
and
gonna
what
find
I
a
read
whole
too,
bunch
like,
of
so
different
it's
things
a
and different
soft
ways to
reboot
play
of
and
the
different
franchise.
styles. And I
That
know the
story
guys
is
have
a
a few
new story.
surprises
It's
in there
not
as
part
well
of anything else.
that I think the community
And
is
it's
really going to
supposed
enjoy
to
when they
be
get that.
like,
So when?
I know they say this a lot,
Just
but
the big
it's
question
supposed
for
to be
today
like
is just
dark
when,
and
when,
realistic.
You have to
and
wait a bit.
when.
October,
gritty.
between
On.
chapter 4 and 5.
I think this is the one. This is the one. that
Okay,
people
so
seem to be
October
really
is the
excited
next
about as well. So
Yeah.
I
the
know
next
I
shit
can't
for
wait October
Battlefield.
anyway, so-
I have a cracking time playing it in play
New
test.
map,
So
yeah.
looking forward
Yeah.
for everyone else getting to play it too, and everything else that's on these new maps.
Oh yeah,
Amazing
but
map.
those. Oh, sorry, those aren't the
Well,
only
that
surprises.
map they're
This is
talking
the
about is
problem. We've
October.
got
The
too much
stuff
to
that
get
they
through,
just
so stop
showed,
talking.
I
We've
think
got
they
so many
said was
surprises
later
for
this
you.
month.
I say today we're giving
the
you
stuff
never
they're
before
adding.
seen details on Battlefield 5's Chapter 5.
Here's a little look at what
Here
the
we go.
team's been working on.
Yeah.
There's a full
October.
thing.
Yeah, October starts the new chapter. Okay.
Okay.
Going Japanese.
A timeless theater of war. A new vision.
Damn.
I was gonna say that looks real, but that was really them.
that
The
looks
team
totally
at
real.
DICE
That's
are
good
hard
shit.
at work creating an iconic World War II experience, releasing this fall with Chapter 5 of Battlefield 5. As the US and Japan enter the fight, you'll clash across several battlefields, including a modern take on an absolute classic, Iwo Jima. Since Battlefield began,
They-
the Pacific Theater has
Letters
been
to
part of its
Iwo Jima.
DNA.
They did just
Now,
do.
we're
I mean, it's
crafting
what
the ultimate
D-Day's
reimagining of the
thing
conflict.
was just the other day. So.
By capturing Featuring real-life environments and using the power of Frostbite, we're bringing you the Pacific realized with today's capabilities and technology. Take part
Frostbite
in the US
engine is just
invasions
unreal.
as their unstoppable forces charge inland towards unwavering Japanese defenses. Use new amphibious units to pummel the war-ridden shores, and an expanded arsenal to bring your squad to victory.
Said ours.
We have a lot more to share about the Pacific and how it will evolve Battlefield
Fit-
5
fit is
later in the
ours.
year. Stay tuned.
Okay, most importantly, you went on like a bunch of like research trips. Like, let's find out more about that. Oh, let's set the net one in Tahiti. Yeah. No, sorry.
It's hard work. I know it's amazing how many people are willing to make that extra effort.
Yeah,
to go to Hawaii
let's go all these
and,
vacations.
January
Be like,
and
oh, it's
stuff.
work.
So it's quite impressive. We really appreciate the team putting in that work.
Oh yeah, taking one for the
But
team,
obviously,
definitely.
I mean, this is the big new addition to Battlefield 5. So going back, new theater of war in the Pacific. I mean, this is this is a homecoming for Lars. I mean, not Iwo Jima itself, but the development of it.
Oh man, it's starting to come down here again.
Where'd the beard come from?
Yeah, 1,000 yards in air.
Crazy sands.
Jokes aside, it's having been with
I'm sure it's gonna
all
look
through the
ridiculous.
journey, it's really where it all started. Battlefield 1942, the Pacific Theater, and already when we started to talk about this game, the journey through the Second World War, everyone came up and kind of, when do we go to the Pacific? So this is the time. It feels like a homecoming. 1942, Battlefield 1943. We've been there before, but
1943 is my
in a new
favorite.
way.
And I think the great thing, we hear a lot from
thinking
the
back,
community. I don't
Battlefield
know,
really hasn't done the
we have these
Pacific
discussions.
since
You've got
42
where are
or
my U.S.
43.
forces? Where's my Japanese army? And getting to sit here in LA today. And
I
tell
liked
everybody that
Bikini Atoll.
come in
That
chapter
one was
5, You're
awesome.
gonna get those things. You're gonna see some familiar places like Iwo Jima. We've got 2 other maps coming with that, so 3 maps coming.
What
with
sucks
the
though
initial
is like
package
they
of
were
the
on like
Pacific
PS3 and like you can't even play
some
those
ones
anymore.
I think people are gonna be really happy with what they're gonna see, and I just say, and some that as you can hear
Super
from the
old.
ping in the trailer.
no one plays them anymore.
Some iconic weapons and things as well.
My Garand, it's coming, right?
Yes. We're living for the ping, so I mean, we wouldn't go to Iwo Jima without kind of the weaponry and the hardware.
There's,
So
to me, there's
bringing
no
tons of
better
iconic
gun sound than that ping
weapons,
from the
gadgets,
M1.
and also after all it's battlefield. So of course there will be a new
Just
set of
great
vehicles.
sound.
And we
You know, I
want to
can't say
take
I
that
remember
extra step
playing that
and
game.
Kind of start
I'm
giving
sure I
you the
did.
boats, fulfilling that
Once
sandbox.
once you said
land
that
there and
sound
sea.
of that gun, yeah,
The team
that
has
sounds.
focused hard on capturing
that totally makes sense.
kind of that invasion experience.
I mean,
it
Call
was
of
very
Duty
much
had it
about
too.
island hopping during the war. So capturing the
Which
invasion
one?
experience and the amphibious warfare. So there's tons of new stuff
World at War.
and new gameplay to look forward to.
I never played that one. That was the only Call of Duty I
Ultimately
never played.
destroy
Still
the
to
I don't know why.
mission.
I don't know why.
Thank you both
I
very
just
much
don't know
for
why I
joining
never.
us.
I just
So
I don't
if
know
you've
why I
lost
never
track
played
of
that one.
all of these brand
World
new
at War was
Battlefield
one of my
announcements,
favorites. I
I
still love
don't
that
blame
game.
you because
That's
honestly
where
there was
zombies
quite a
started.
lot. So do you want to give us a little bit of a recap there, Freeman? I'll leave that on your capable shoulders.
Okay, I'm back of the balcony if I.
Yeah, go on, get up there.
Right, okay. Okay, we've got a load more multiplayer maps then coming in 2019.
I don't know why your
That
stream looks
starts
black
with
to me now.
Al-Sundan on June 27th.
What do you mean? It looks
followed
fine
by
to me.
Narita in July. We're bringing
It's
a
like
brand
on
new
my screen,
feature of
it's
War
like
to Battlefield 5 The Pacific.
black
That's
screen.
releasing this fall. We're also bringing features we've heard the
went
community
black
asked
now.
for. An increase in max rank from 50 to 500
Yeah, no, it's on
and
mine.
private games.
It's crazy
one
how
final
much it's
announcement.
cleaned up since Star
Starting
Wars.
today, you can play Battlefield 5
I told you,
in
man,
EA and Origin
because it was
Access Vault.
because Twitch was getting
And
hammered.
through EA Access on PlayStation 4 when it launches next month.
Twitch likes to get like body slammed, dude.
Yeah, I think that pretty much.
Especially
covers it.
when
I guess
Star
you'll
Wars
probably
comes to play.
Stay down here with on the adults table, but whatever.
Whatever.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks.
Oh, that's cool.
I love her accent.
Yeah, I'm Julie
They
Hardy.
added,
I'm Freeman.
And if you're in the Los
They added
Angeles area, be
Battlefield
sure to come
5
and
to
visit
that
us
EA
in person at
Play,
EA Play. Goodbye.
app that you can get. I don't think it's on PlayStation yet though. I forget.
What app?
The EA, the EA service that you can buy, where it's like $5 a month, but they have games in the.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not on PlayStation. It's
Yeah.
on Xbox though.
Yeah, I know it's coming to PlayStation soon.
Okay, so FIFA 20 is coming out now, so let's place your bets. What musical guest or athlete are we gonna see at FIFA 20? My guess, we're gonna see. We can't see Pele. He was there 2 years in a row.
David Arquette.
All right. No. David Arquette. David Beckham. David Beckham will be there.
Yeah, that's money. You think?
Yeah, he'll be there. What about you, Carlos? Who do you think will be there?
The athlete for what? For the sport?
Dennis Rodman? I mean, that's a wild card, but he might. Stranger things have happened.
I think he's too busy talking to his buddy up north, if you know what I mean. About.
I got you.
Hulk Hogan.
See you soon.
Hogan's too racist. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hogan?
Hogan would be.
I don't know about that, brother.
It's you, brother.
You think like a wrestler's gonna show up at FIFA?
So many new maps, updates, and a new theater of war. I guess that's also they're going on vacation with everybody. That's what they're doing. That's what I call a Battlefield show, everybody. For those of you just tuning in, I'm Greg Miller. Apparently people don't like me on Twitter, and I'm coming to you live from EA Play, where fans are getting hands-on with some amazing new content. If you're in LA and you're
like
not
him on
at
Twitter?
EA Play, what are you doing?
Maybe because he's too
E3
energy.
starts tomorrow.
I feel like he's
It's
coked out of his mind right now.
Make sure you keep it here because
He's
real
just a
soon we
hype
got
guy.
Wanda Sykes.
Breaking down FIFA
Psych,
20,
Wanda's not
right
gonna be
now,
there.
we're shifting gears to another dice game. This
She's not an
one
athlete
from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
or
That's right,
musician.
we're about to talk Star
She's
Wars
barely a
Battlefront
comedian.
2, and here to give us an exciting update from the Star Wars Battlefront team is Dennis Brandel.
They're talking
That one's
about
vibrating.
wait, they're talking about Battlefront 2.
Oh, they love you, Dennis. They love
Are
you.
they?
Here's what I need you to do.
Yeah, he literally just said we're going to talk about another Frostbite game.
Battlefront
All
journey
right.
from last EA Play to here.
You put
guys
this
have
up then.
learned a lot.
Sure, yeah. So last year we announced that we'll be going into the Clone Wars. Then we delivered the new planet of Geonosis, where the Clone Wars sort of started.
Sure.
We delivered a bunch of new prequel heroes and villains that our players really enjoyed. And then finally we wrapped it up with delivering a new way to play PvP with Capital Supremacy. It's a mode where you capture command posts and take out capital ships. And our community is really happy. It's growing every month.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me yesterday during rehearsals, right? Is the fact that the community is getting bigger, right? They're responding to the changes and you're listening to them.
Yeah. No, this is the perfect time to join. It's
Grievous was awesome in
our
Battlefront
subreddit
2.
is full of love, and it's just a joy to be working for them.
So you've already announced some new stuff this week. What is it?
Yeah. So yesterday we announced to the core community that we'll be delivering for this month. Capital Supremacy is coming to the planet of Naboo, the city of Theed, so urban combat is finally getting to be experienced in that mode, and we're also introducing 2 new reinforcements, the Separatist Droideka, which we've been teasing for a long while, so happy to finally have that one coming, and to combat that for the Republic, we're introducing a new vehicle, the TX-130 tank, to finally bring the fight to the Separatist Alliance.
Bring balance, right?
Bring balance, for sure.
You also announced some new skins. What are those?
Yeah, so new appearances are coming. A couple of new clone battalions, and headlined by the General Skywalker appearance for Anakin, the famous outfit that he wore during the early days of the Clone Wars in the TV show.
And that's my thing, Dennis. You talk about last EA Play starting to bring in more Clone Wars stuff. Right now, you're a year later,
Still
it's
here.
more Clone Wars. Why do you think people have such an attachment to Clone Wars?
Part of it is nostalgia.
What?
Like, we all grew up watching it.
Did he just say
but
that?
I think it's also because
What?
how the TV show really just enhanced
I mean, I guess the TV show is better,
lore and
but like,
let
I
the
thought-
personalities of the prequel heroes and
I think
characters
they're
really
just
shine.
focusing on this guy's sweat in his shirt.
What to you is the future?
Straight out of Sharp.
So we also announced that the next planet that we're going to, it's another Clone Wars planet. It's the
Booby
alien
sweat?
planet of Felucia.
Yeah.
So we're bringing that to life in the Frostbite engine. It's going to look pretty
Well,
fantastic.
on that note, Tony,
and we
I gotta
also,
hop off.
that planet will
Gotta
be
do.
supportive
All right, man.
of
Getting
Capital
on that
Supremacy and
It's been a
new
pleasure.
ways to play the game.
All right,
in
Nolan.
particular if you
Well,
want
appreciate you being on.
epic
Being on.
Star Wars battles,
I'll see you on
Battlefront, more
maybe
tailored
tomorrow
towards the PvE
or later on E3.
And then again,
Yeah, I mean,
it's nostalgia. It's nice. Clone Wars,
at any
great.
point
We
when
grew
I
up
can,
on
as
it.
far as the rest
What
of
about the
E3
new
coverage,
hotness? Are you bringing
nah,
any of the
hopefully
new
I can
trilogy
start
stuff?
joining
Are we
some of
going
the
anywhere?
Shredder
What's
stuff
happening?
soon.
Tell me. Just spoil it right
but
here.
it's been a
EA Play
pleasure.
2019.
So
All right, Nolan.
we
Take it easy.
consider Battlefront
Alright, see
to
you
be
guys.
the greatest hits of
Hey,
Star
bud.
Wars, where you get to play the most iconic heroes and villains and characters from all the Star Wars films. And we'll be back in August to talk more about
Nope,
the rest
that's
of the
enough.
year.
If he, no, this is EA Play right now. If he doesn't want to talk about right now,
Right.
I can punch in Zoom or something. All right. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you.
Now it's time to
Jesus.
talk about competition.
This
of the
This guy
tournament.
is
Ladies
too
and gentlemen.
intro.
Are you
It's
enjoying
crazy.
EA Play, everyone here? Well, it wouldn't be EA Play if we didn't get into a few
Through the camera
different
last
things.
time.
Alex Golden Boy Mendez is going to be hitting the football pitch with
Golden
FIFA
Boy's
20,
back.
and we'll be digging into that reveal trailer that dropped this morning with some very special guests that will tell you more about the newest way to play FIFA, Volta Football.
There's a new way to play football.
Hey, what?
A new way to play football. Haven't you heard? With your hands.
Oh lordy! Cannot wait to play that. Handball.
Hand football.
Isn't that just basketball?
I didn't say anything about baskets. Easy there, buddy. FIFA 20, bro. The big 2-0. You're getting so up there, buddy. So many FIFAs. Curious. What are they going to put in this one?
I don't know about you, but it's coming down hard over here, and the thundering just started.
Oh yeah, I was thundering real hard over here a minute ago. I haven't heard it in any minutes, so hopefully it passed us.
I do not know.
It's in the game. You know, as they say.
All right, let's see. What exciting thing? You say David Beckham. I'm gonna say, and it's not. It's gonna be somebody retired. It can't be Messi because he's playing right now. It's gonna be. Yeah, who's Snoop Dogg?
Snoop Dogg?
Isn't he huge into FIFA?
Who's in LA that's big right now? Who's semi-retired? Who wouldn't mind being at EA?
He's big into FIFA. I know that, isn't he?
5 seconds. No pressure.
Or who is huge into FIFA right now? Like athlete / football.
Means flashing images. LeBron?
Football player.
Could be LeBron, but he's not. He's basketball though. That's the thing.
LeBron? Nah, he's not into that.
Someone who could transition
basketball?
sports.
I think Kobe. Kobe's huge into FIFA. We're going to basketball.
Justin Bieber. Bieber will show up. Trying to be relevant again.
What's going on, FIFA fans? I'm Golden Boy coming to you live from the Volta pitch here at EA Play.
Now,
I had a blast actually hosting a FIFA Ultimate Team Champions Cup a few
if they're
weeks
doing FIFA
back.
Street again,
That was
I
FIFA
am back
19.
in.
And today we're here to talk about FIFA 20. Now, if you caught the brand new trailer that dropped this morning, you already know that Volta Football is a new way to play, returning football to the street. FIFA to the streets. You like that? All right, now, for those of you who missed it, let's take a look. Give me a pass.
Maybe it is FIFA Street. Probably a casting call.
I don't think it's Street.
If soccer balls bellowed pink smoke when you kick them, I would play soccer all day.
Whoa. Check out some scary.
Also football.
Now, in a bit, I'm going to be chatting with Sam Rivera, the lead producer at FIFA 20, about some of the new
I'll
gameplay
kick the ball to
features
you. You
that are
kick
going to be
ball
coming
back
to
to
FIFA
me,
20.
please.
But first, we go across the pond. Last week,
That's
singer,
outside right
songwriter,
now.
and Fulham footballer Chelsea Grimes
Wow.
caught up
Use
with some
power.
special guests
I don't
to
think
give us
it'll
the
matter, but
details
it's
on
on my
Volta
phone, but
football.
That's
and the
crazy
culture
out there.
That inspired it. Check it out.
Hurricane season.
Welcome to Florida.
Where's Volta?
I'm in London with Volta producer Jeff Antwi and Manchester United and England legend
Yeah,
Rio
open this
Ferdinand
street.
to talk about a
Volta
subject
football.
close to my heart, street football.
If this is not FIFA Street, then what the hell is it?
Okay, so Rio, we're here in London, your hometown.
Holy crap,
Football,
dude.
street
Just a minute.
football. What was your memories and experiences growing
Million
up? Did
Clark.
you play a lot of it?
No, this was where I grew up. This is exactly what I've done day in, day out. In there, the ball never goes out of play.
So nobody
Physically,
famous so
You're
far.
forced to almost have a personality and show a personality in there. Do you know what I mean? The
There's
demands.
definitely no hiding in there,
Oh
is
no,
there?
you can't hide in there.
So I used to play in the street with all the boys, and it was kind of the same. You know, we'd learn how to bounce it off the curb and use the walls on people's houses as another player. What was it for you that made you want to bring it even into the game?
For us, it's a return to street football for the FIFA franchise, and we're really excited about being able to, be in places.
So I guess
like
it is
this,
FIFA
where
Street
it's
and everything
rooted in
but
the real
name?
people, the real places, authenticity, creativity,
Playing the
culture are all
ceiling.
things that we wanted to bring to Volta.
Look at that guy's footwork.
Yeah, the footwork's it's amazing. That's what you can do in Volta, though. So that's part of the detail in the gameplay. So you can do
This-
that.
this
with
is called
metrics
Volta.
like this. Well, just being able to be really skillful with the ball at your feet. Whether it's a classic futsal drag or being able to play it off the wall yourself to beat your opponent flick it up over your head to create space for
Damn, dude.
players from like the professional teams. Absolutely.
Sounds crazy out there.
Being FIFA,
Can you hear it?
that authenticity
Yeah,
is
I
on
can
the
hear it.
forefront. And so you can play with or against the real players, all the licensed players that we have, all the licensed clubs. You can imagine playing Chelsea versus Spurs in this London.
That'd be
game.
nice if it was an add-on to the game.
United versus Liverpool.
A whole separate game. Because I would still, if it's FIFA Street, I'd still buy it.
Yeah, it looks like an add-on.
It's mad.
If it's an add-on, then
loads of different places.
I mean, you got me buying FIFA again for the first time in like 10
obviously
years.
with Volta, it's the world's game, and
I know some
Not
FIFA
like
players that buy it every single year, and they'll definitely buy it for this, whether they're getting. I mean, they'll get it regardless, but they'll be playing this anyway.
What we're building is, real to the space, real to the people.
Oh, dude.
Where's the craziest place you play football?
I was actually in a camp in
3-on-3
LA,
action.
and I played a bit of soccer there, which I've never played it there before.
I'm excited again.
I like how she quoted, air quoted soccer.
What about you, Rio?
Maybe in a favela in Brazil. I went to the World Cup in Brazil. My first one I did as a pundit. I managed to go into the favelas and have a little look. Crazy, man. And amongst that was just like a pitch in the middle of it, in a cage. A bit like here, but it's just different setting. What type of football were you playing? We played whoever was there. So you just play with the numbers you've got. If it was 3v3, fine. If it was 5-a-sides, not a problem. So what's great is that's Volta. Being able to play 3v3, 4v4, 5v5, playing with goalkeepers, playing without goalkeepers, playing in a cage like this, or playing futsal, with more authentic rules. I think Volta does a really good job of representing the diversity of the game.
So you can choose the rules. That's kind of cool.
You can treat the wall like your teammate, passing to yourself, or you can be really skillful with the ball, like these guys are being. Volta football is such a diverse game, and for millions of people around the world, streets is their stadium. So for you guys, what are some of the fundamental things that you take away from the streets? What translates to the stadiums? Small-sided games, 3 versus 3, 5-a-sides. I grew up in this environment. I think it enables you definitely to be able to deal with people 1v1, because in a game in a stadium,
Yeah, looking at the image right there of them just hanging out. Like, what year
deal
is
with
this?
someone 1v1 like this, with bigger spaces. So you getting used to
Time
that
stops
in this
for
type of
over there.
environment is, I think, for a young player.
Right there,
it's
that's them
key.
two hanging
Having a
out.
personality,
Yep.
not being afraid to try something new here. And obviously, eventually you can go and put it onto the big stage. So I think this is you go and express yourself.
I think definitely the word, that key word, express. If you can express yourself, you see the best in everyone. I think individually, as a team. Street football is, for a lot of people, it's foundational. And it translates to, the stadiums.
You know what's
For
funny
Volta,
about this?
That's kind of how we built.
Where's the gameplay?
The gameplay experience. And so we're really excited about.
Where's the game?
And being able to represent the flair. And
Yeah, they're showing
the
some stills and
style,
stuff.
that you guys just talked about.
This is
I
the
think a
heart
lot
of the
people
game.
used
This
to
is the
always associate
meaning
that
of the
skill
game.
set
Like,
without the
there's the
I
gameplay.
think that's what's great about this
No,
game,
that's
is that
real
the
life.
product's always king.
They do this every year. It's like this is
What
the
I
love
really,
of the
really, really
game.
want to know is, can you create female players?
I appreciate what they're trying to do here,
That's one
dude,
of the
but
biggest
like,
innovations. You can play
Come on,
male or
man, like,
female, and they play with each
I wanna
other.
see what this is
as
about.
well, and that's an important part of what we're building. When you go and play in there, not everyone turns up in a pair of shorts, boots. Can we have jeans like cut downs that I've got, or you can have t-shirts and shorts, or you can have jeans and long sleeves.
There you
Again,
go.
a big thing for us is being able to establish the culture that is street football through clothing.
like,
through
where
how you
in the
look,
world
personal
is there like
style.
a basement that has like a soccer,
You can have tattoos, no tattoos.
a street
You can play
soccer?
with trainers.
Okay.
A lot of the time as well is it's not only you want to look good, you want to feel good, play good. In some of it's superstition, it's all of that all in one. If you can get that into a game and transfer that and translate that into the cage, you got it made. That's a big part of Volta football, just being able to represent the people as they are. We want it to be authentic, we want it to be diverse, we want it to be cultural and creative, and a lot of that is, how you equip yourself,
Well,
how you
that's
carry yourself,
football
how you
is.
represent yourself in the game.
Everybody from the planet plays it.
A beautiful game.
Gameplay.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rio. It's been a pleasure. I can't wait to play Volta, so I'll see you in the cage.
Well, there you have it. Volta
it's called Volta, it's a
football,
separate
pretty
game
cool stuff
altogether.
there. Now, I can't wait to get my hands on it later this summer. But to talk to us about the exciting new gameplay updates and innovations that are going to be coming to FIFA 20, We have FIFA lead gameplay producer Sam
Jesus,
Rivera here
dude.
standing by. Sam, welcome.
Thanks, Alex. It's great.
Let's give it up. Give it up.
It's two dragons fighting outside my
Yeah. All right.
my door.
Nice to have you here, my friend. Now, here's the deal. I knew this coming into this. When they asked me to do this gig, I was like,
my
listen,
Lord.
this is going to be a tricky one, right? Because FIFA has a very passionate community. I know this. I experienced this firsthand when I hosted that FUT Champions Cup. And you and I, we talked a lot about how important it's been for you to engage with the audience, with the fans, with the community on FIFA 20's development. So why don't we dive into that? Tell me about that process and how the community played a role in making this game a reality for you.
Absolutely. Community feedback is a big deal for us. The combination of community feedback and football itself is what inspires us every year to keep innovating and to create the most authentic and fun experience we can. And we know we have a big community, so this year we actually talked to over 3,000 players, from pro players to new players, casual players, hardcore players. And because we know this is a two-way conversation, we released an important Pitch Notes article at the end of May, where we explain a little bit more about how we approach community feedback. So we listen
Tell
to
those
things
dragons
like
to
shooting
stop fighting in front of your
inconsistencies or
house.
AI defending. And
I'm
this
out of
feedback,
goats,
together
so I
with
can't
our
beat 'em.
drive to create a more authentic football experience, led us to develop a new feature set that comes together as football intelligence.
Okay. All right. So catchphrases are all well and good, right? But
Football
let's dive into this, right?
intelligence.
Because I want to be able to dive deeper into what
Whoa.
all this means for the player. What does football intelligence mean for the folks that are going to be playing in a few months?
Sure, football
I mean, I
intelligence
can't
is a
believe I'm
combination of
lost any
features
power, not gonna
that
do it.
improve the three main components of the match: on the ball, off the ball, and the ball itself. And this year we're innovating in those three areas. On the ball, we're enhancing the one-on-one moments by giving you new attacking and defending tools. Off the ball, with a re-architected game flow, we're giving players more time and space on the ball. And for the ball itself, we have a brand new ball physics system that elevates the authenticity on every touch.
Okay, so you mentioned off the ball first. That's something that, I'm assuming you're talking about computer control players there. And this is a big topic within the community.
I know.
How those players interact with you when you're playing the game. So, yeah, I mean, what is off the ball? What does that mean for us?
Yes, so
Feel like
off the ball, if there's
you're
something
pissing
that
off
is
Zeus.
really going to change how the game plays, is the re-architected game
the
flow.
beard of Zeus.
This new game flow was designed to give more time and space to the dribbler and create more one-on-ones. A one-on-one is
The
one of the
gods
most
are raging.
interesting parts of football to watch or to play if you actually play the sport. And in FIFA, it's going to be the time where user skill is going to make a difference. And while we're creating more one-on-ones, we're also encouraging more user control defending, and we are reducing the amount of AI defensive support that you get from your teammates.
Okay, all right. So you really want to influence the player to be engaged in that process. And I know it seems like we're kind of just throwing questions out here, but because I'm curious, I'm really interested, right? When I have a controller in my hand, what does this feel like? What extra space is being created with this more player-controlled approach?
Yes, first of all, the re-architected game flow allows us to encourage smart technical build-up based on skill. So when you score a goal, you feel like you really worked for it. And because you mentioned space, yes, spacing is actually one of the biggest benefits of this system. You will see how your teammates spread around the pitch in a more authentic way, allowing you to read the game better and also giving you new ways for you to create your own scoring chances. And visually, just the game looks much more like real football.
Yeah. So my AI teammates are going to be way more helpful for me because Lord knows I need that. All right. Which I think a lot of us feel the struggle there. But now, what about the player, me? Right. As I'm playing this game, what new tools do I have that I could put out there on the pitch?
Yes, so football is all about the decisive moments on the ball. And now that we're encouraging those moments, we're also giving players the tools to make sure those moments are in their control.
Okay.
So there's 4 features that I want to talk about: composed finishing, strafe dribbling, control tackling, and the new penalty kicks and free kicks.
All right. So 4 big topics.
Yeah.
Let's just dive into this. Composed finishing. What do you mean by that?
Sure. We received feedback from the community regarding the difficulty to finish in front of goal.
Okay.
So in FIFA 20, with the new composed finishing, you're going to experience more clinical and consistent shooting when you're in a one-on-one with the keeper, for example. And if you try a more difficult shot, let's say a volley from outside of the box, then you're going to have more chances to miss. So overall, we are improving the fundamentals of shooting to provide a more authentic experience. And we also listen to feedback about time finishing. And we are very confident that the changes that I just mentioned to the fundamentals of shooting, in addition to some tweaks that we're doing to the actual time finishing mechanic, are going to give you a more satisfying shooting experience, whether
Yes,
you time
sir.
your shot or not. We are actually just releasing another Pitch Notes article about this topic. If you want to know more information, you can check it online.
Okay, so a whole topic just on
Sounds
this
good.
stuff alone, which is very dedicated there. Now, you also mentioned another attacking tool, which was strafe dribbling.
Yeah.
So how is this now going to play a role in how I play out there?
Good question. So we are reinventing the strafe dribbling mechanic.
Okay.
This tool adds more dimension in attack, giving you more control, more precise and agile control of the ball when dribbling. And I would say this tool is great to lure your opponent in, and then when he's getting closer, use your player's agility, speed, and skill to beat that defender.
So if it wasn't any indication, though, you know, I'm going to be on defense quite a bit. So
we'll see.
Because of that, as a defender now, we're continuing to just run through these tools, these new gameplay additions that are coming to it. What about on the defensive front?
Yes, to counter the attacking tools, we also need to bring some innovation into defending. The new control tackling system, which uses the sophistication from the active touch system from last year, is going to improve your player's tackling ability to ensure you win possession back more often than ever when you tackle in the right context.
Okay, and then the most intense, nerve-wracking moment in any game of FIFA, me and my boy Rob, we went, this is an everyday thing for us. Penalty kicks.
Yes.
What changes are you making to penalty kicks?
We have brand new penalty kicks and free kick systems.
Okay.
So first of all, the aiming mechanics are completely different and more accessible. But obviously, we're keeping some elements of skill in there to make sure there's enough depth in the mechanics for those that want to be masters on those systems. And for example, in free kicks, you're going to have full control of the spin that you apply to the ball, and that's going to create your trajectory. So you can do side spin, top spin, no spin, or a combination of them. And that's going to be based on how you swing your right stick. And then you will see the trajectory. So you can go around the wall, you can go over the wall, you can do a knuckle shot, for example. Ultimately, these systems are more, they're more fun, but you have more control, so that you feel like it's more rewarding. And you swing your right stick, and then you see the trajectory being created, and that's the cool part.
So, you know, for like us FPS gamers out there, maybe that's something that I can actually be good at, you know, like
exactly
hit with the right stick. That's awesome. All right, so on the ball, talked off the ball, but the ball. That is the most essential part of the beautiful game. So what's new with the ball?
We have a brand new ball physics system. And the ball is at the center of every match. And the innovation that we're bringing to the ball this year just gives you a more authentic experience in general.
Yeah.
So we rewrote how the ball behaves on every player contact, on every bounce, on every interaction, and how spin affects the trajectory of a shot, pass, or cross. So what you will see is more realistic player deflections, more realistic bounces. And if you do a shot, let's say a finesse shot, you will see maybe more curve. If you do a lace shot, you will see a dipping trajectory, a rising trajectory. There's more variety in general. So the entire FIFA experience feels fresh because of this new ball physics system.
Trying to get that ball to bounce in fun ways is going to create some interesting moments,
Exactly.
especially for a lot of our top players out there. Now, I know that a lot of fans, I'm sure, are going to be very excited to try out these new features. And since you have the eyes and ears of a ton of FIFA fans right now, floor is yours. Anything else you want to say to this community?
Yes, so the features that I just talked about are very important, but there are many other changes that we're doing in FIFA 20, and a lot of them are based on community feedback. One of them is pace. We know that sometimes slower defenders can catch up with faster dribblers, so we're tweaking pace in FIFA 20. It doesn't mean that the entire game is going to be based on player speed, but it just means that player physical attributes are going to be slightly more important. We're doing something very similar for strength. And finally, for those players that have mastered the skill moves, we're obviously tuning some of them. Let's say La Croqueta, we're adding new ones. Or if you like to chain multiple skill moves in a row, then you will get a more realistic outcome. We're working on those.
So you're telling me that Tex can't like bust out like 3 elasticals at the same time?
We'll see, but you will see new behaviors there.
Tex will still find a way. Tex will still find a way. Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Now, when can players get their hands on FIFA 20?
So it's going to be September 27th.
Okay.
And there's some good news. If you have EA Access, you're subscribed to EA Access, you can get hands-on September 19th.
Wow. Okay. And then, of course, you know, EA Access coming to PS4.
Exactly, that's good news. So PS4
Oh,
fans
wow.
will also be able to play FIFA September 19th.
All right, look at
I didn't
that
know that was
there.
coming to
And of
PS4.
course, all those details can be found
big news.
online, so don't forget about that. It
EA
is,
Access is coming to
a hot
PS4.
day out here. We've been talking FIFA. I've been having a blast. And Sam, thank you so much, man.
thank
Guys, give it
you.
up for Sam Rivera once again.
Thank you.
Awesome stuff. Now, don't forget, if you're in LA, come down to EA Play, try out FIFA 20 for yourself, or come watch some great street football competition at our custom Volta pitch. Keep an
Trevor
eye
Noah.
out because the FIFA team has a lot more to come between
What's he
now
doing there?
and September. They'll be posting deep dives on the Pitch Notes platform. You get more info on
Trevor
gameplay,
Noah.
career mode,
Yeah.
pro clubs, Volta, and because we
coming up
all
next.
know you want to talk about it, FIFA Ultimate Team. So keep an eye out for those. I'm Golden Boy. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.
Whoa.
Whoa. Is that lightning?
Yeah, that was thunder and lightning. 10 minutes. Madden. Let me play
No,
that.
I'm actually kind of interested in Madden this year.
Say what?
I'm actually kind of interested in Madden this year. They said there are going to be a lot of changes this year. So,
Yeah, but don't they say that every year?
yeah, but this year they said it was actually like a transitional thing, so not an incremental change. So this will be the one where like they'll change it.
It changes the whole gameplay.
See, like that FIFA, they knew that like they didn't show much because they knew it was an incremental change. That's why they showed like more about like the Volta stuff because they knew the actual game itself. Not much to show because it's not much of a difference. It's like, hey, buy our full game again for $60, and then another $60 in all the DLC,
Yeah,
making
that's
your
what
team.
somebody wants to buy that. I'm like, dude, you literally buy the same game over and over every year. Like, man, ask me, like, what's the difference? Like,
And then
nothing.
you spend another $60 in creating their team,
I guess.
which is like insanity, dude. It's like, come on.
Whatever. I mean, hey. I mean,
You
there's worse
just
things
saw
than
all
spend
the
$60
news on FIFA 20, and in a moment, Golden Boy will be talking with Daily Show host and superfan Trevor Noah about the exciting things we just saw.
Yeah.
Do you think it's weird that Golden Boy gets to talk to Trevor Noah and not me?
How are you?
Hey, well, you know what? Get out of here. Go. Go
Get
away.
outta here.
But
Yell at
first,
the little
we've
kids.
got a very special message about EA's Play to Give campaign, so let's check it out.
Hey everyone, if you're watching this video, chances are you've likely seen or even personally experienced harassment when playing online games. In fact, 57% of players say
Nope,
they've
I
been
never
bullied or
have.
threatened online. We need to change that.
Absolutely. Games are for everyone, and the good news is we can all do something about it. EA is donating $1 million to 3 amazing nonprofits who are all about bullying prevention and
Wow.
inclusion in games. Ditch the label, Pacer, and the United Nations He for She.
You can also help. Go to the link below, ea.com/playtogive to learn more about these charities. On their websites, they have advice on what you can do if you're being bullied or how you can help others who are. You can also donate. Any amount you can contribute really makes a difference to these nonprofits.
Carlos, so I really
With the help of
appreciate
Play
it
to
if
Give
you stop
donations
bullying
last
me.
year, these charities achieved some
Sorry,
pretty
stop
cool
what?
things. He for She
Bullying
was
me
able to expand its
on
message
internet,
of gender inclusivity
video
and gaming
games.
to people around the world. Ditch the Label was able to help an
What am I
additional
doing?
10,000 kids who are suffering from
Kidding.
abuse. And Pacer reached 1.4 million people with information on how to combat bullying.
Thanks so much, everyone. When we work together, we can make games a space where everyone feels safe and included.
I mean, all I do is
Enjoy
give
the rest of
Pokemon
EA Play.
emojis. I mean, I guess some sort of harassment, I guess.
You harass me with all the shiny Pokemon that you show me.
I have like 2, man. Maybe 3.
Hey,
More
what's
like
going
you
on,
and
everybody?
Roadrunner,
Golden
just
Boy
like
here at
every
EA
shiny.
Play once again. And just so you know, it's always good to give back to a great cause. You can find out more info about Play to Give online. Now, everybody, welcome to the EA Play stage, the host of The Daily Show, FIFA superfan, Trevor Noah.
I didn't peg him
for
for a
having me.
FIFA fan.
Thank you so much for coming out, man.
you kidding?
And you know, when they told me about this, so Greg obviously very salty he didn't get to do this interview. Haha. Stuck it, Greg. So I understand you are a massive fan of FIFA.
Well, I'm not a FIFA fan. FIFA is my full-time job, and then I do other things to sustain the habits. That's
Okay.
pretty much me.
Interesting.
Yeah,
'Cause,
when
like,
you
you're on
when
TV,
you
like,
really
every
play
day.
FIFA, you don't say that you're a fan. That's
Yeah.
just what you do.
That's right.
Like Raheem Sterling is not a fan of Manchester City. He plays for the team. I play FIFA professionally. That's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my job.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's kind of crazy for a guy who hosts a show called The Daily Show that you play FIFA on the daily, and yet you have to work, and yet that's not your full-time
Well, luckily
job.
there's nights. There's nighttime as well. You gotta allocate your time properly.
Okay,
that's what you
interesting.
do.
Trevor Noah
Time
doesn't sleep.
management.
Yeah, that is confirmed. All right, so who's your favorite team again?
Who's my
He's
favorite
not lying,
team? My
though.
team.
Who's
FIFA
That's
players
what
are
Ultimate Team
pretty
is all
hardcore.
about.
I would say
Oh,
more
really?
hardcore.
Yeah.
Okay, really?
Come on.
Really? That's where you're gonna go?
Why am I gonna go and support one team when I can create the best team ever? You know?
Okay, I feel like
Yeah.
you just don't want to draw any battle lines.
Oh
here.
no! When it comes to the English Premier League, I'm Liverpool through and through. You know, I'm
Okay.
excited for what they did.
Liverpool.
Yeah. Pain in Kiev, joy now. And then you know, when it comes to Europe, I switch and I play with different teams. You know, because I get to enjoy just the players. But in the game, my team is the team.
Okay, so then who's like your big player on your team, on your ultimate team?
It depends. It changes depending on what card comes out. So for me right now, Syria Gomez, small
This
little
guy's cool,
man,
man. I
does
really like
major
Trevor Noah.
things. One of my favorite players in the game. I know this is a weird one. Right back Almeida, one of my favorite players. Just like I like playing with weird characters that no one else is playing with. Because
Okay.
everyone out there is going to be playing with like 92 Vieira. Everyone's going to be trying to play with Gullit in the middle. And it's just like, who can you play with? Alan Napoli, one of the best players you can play with in FIFA. Mark my words. Go and get him. Go get him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just gotta get like the weird players that no one else likes, and then like when you meet
Yeah.
them with your team, they don't know who the players are, they don't know how they play, and that's what makes FIFA such an amazing game for me is the customization.
Dude, I tell you right now, blown away and very impressed.
Because
By the way,
I tell you right
Trevor
now,
Noah,
I have no
man,
idea
some
what
of
you
the
said.
knowledge
Oh,
out
thank
there.
you, man. Thank you.
Trevor, I know
Yeah,
this
he's
is
just
a
talking about
brief
players,
one,
man.
but I want to
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming
I
out.
like how
Play
you
my
call
friend.
them
It's been a
I'm
blast.
excited, man.
And you know, FIFA 20 is playable here, and we have to have a match. I think you and we have to have a match.
Well, we won't have a match. I will school you.
Okay.
There won't be a match.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
can play together,
Yeah.
and then I will teach you FIFA.
I kind of set myself up for that one. All right, well, Greg, back to you, buddy.
Oh shit, I'm ready.
In a moment, Adam Rank is taking us on a deep dive on all kinds of new features coming to Madden 20. But first, power up your exosuits,
Dude, I don't know what the hell's
freelancers,
going on
because
outside,
we're
man. It's
talking
like
Anthem
it's like
and helping get
It's like
the
a
411
battle
enjoyed by
royale
Anthem.
with
live service lead
Earth
producer
out there.
Ben Irving. Hey Ben.
Hey man, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. I can't believe you're really
Oh, they're
here.
talking about Anthem.
Subreddit flipped out. I flipped out on Kind of Funny Games
Are they?
Daily. No Anthem at EA Play. What's
Will they?
happening?
Of course we're going to come to
Yeah.
EA Play. We've got a booth out there with lots of fans coming through to play it. But really
They are
the
talking
big
about
thing
Anthem.
for us this year is working with our influencers and game changers. We have our new update called the Cataclysm on our public test server, and
Yes,
our
you're
time
right.
here this weekend is really about talking to them, getting feedback from all our players so we can make that a great game update.
All right, good. You got the marketing spiel out of the way. Ben. Talk to me.
Thanks for
It's
watching.
been a interesting
The
4
real
months
talk.
for Anthem. It's been an interesting 4 months. What have you guys
An interesting
learned?
4
What are you
months,
pivoting? What's
to say
happening?
the least.
Yeah, look, it's been a wild ride. You know, we've learned a lot of lessons over the last 4 months. I think one of the most important ones was just around listening to player feedback better.
Sure.
And so we spent some time really trying to get this PTS game update out, making sure instead of us saying to players, hey, this is what we think's really exciting, just give them the game update and say, you come and tell us, what are the things that you
Right.
do like and the things that you don't like?
Well,
and
this
really
is what
trying
you
to
were
pivot
talking
more into that
That's
so
what
that
you
we
were
can
talking
learn
about.
more from what the players want.
That's what I found so fascinating.
reading the
when we
cue
were talking
cards.
earlier, right? Is the fact that the public test server is there for people to
You
get
see
in.
in the
and you guys
background.
don't want to be like telling people what's cool. You want to start building this game
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah, because you know it doesn't matter what we think; it only matters what the players think. They're the ones playing the game, so if they love it, great. And if they don't, they'll tell us the feedback, and we'll do our best to address it.
So everybody can get into the public test server right now.
Yeah, it's available on PC right now. If you have access to Anthem, you can download the game and play it. If you happen to be somewhere near the venue, feel free to come on in. You can play it with us as well. And we're just, like I said, really looking forward to getting all that feedback and trying to make it a really great game update.
So from there, what is the future of Anthem? And is there a future of Anthem? That's a question I
Yes,
see a lot.
there's a future
Okay.
for Anthem. A very bright future, we hope. Look,
Dude,
it's kind of the same
absolutely
thing, you know,
reading from the
we've
cue
learned
cards.
a lot this last few months. We really want to make the game better. We believe Anthem can be a really amazing game. We know we have some work to do, and we just want to work with the community to build it together and make it the game that everyone wants it to be.
All right. Well, thank you, Ben. Get back to work.
That thing, though?
Ben,
No,
what you
but
doing?
like-
Oh my
I
God.
threatened a hug.
You did. Well, you didn't get a good one. Get in here.
Yeah,
All
if
right.
they're not prepared,
For those of
you
you
know,
here
when
at
you get the
EA
details
Play, and
right,
those
they'll
of you at
say
home,
something
you
that's
can get your
supposed
hands
to
on
be
Cataclysm
something
right
like
now. So
Yeah, but
join
these
me and
weren't
get
like
back in the
hard
fight,
ass questions.
freelancers.
These are like,
Now,
so what's
everyone get
going on with
excited because
Anthem?
Up next, we have Adam Rank bringing you an exclusive first look at Madden gameplay with deep dives into the new X Factor abilities, face of the franchise, and more. So keep it here at EA Play.
Like that part, I understand with the read cue cards.
1 minute.
Is it raining? Or is it just hot? Hot over there. Sunny California. Rainy ass Del Rey.
Yeah, Del Rey is super. Like, I think it's finally letting up. Dad don't want to promise.
That guy looks lost. That bald guy. So look at the time. I'm lost. Okay, there we go.
Madden time.
Yep.
What is up, Madden fans? I am your host, Adam Rank. Nobody. One
What was the last
person
time
applause
anyone's
break. I
anyone's
wanted a
seen
bigger
John
pop
Madden?
than Trevor Noah, but that's okay. I'm still stoked to be here live from
John
EA Play
Madden's
here in Los Angeles. Now back at the
cryogenically
NFL draft,
frozen somewhere.
we revealed a ton of new features coming to Madden 20. Since then, we've been asking what you, the fans, want to see. Well, guess what? We've heard those results, and they were
New gameplay.
overwhelmingly clear. You guys
New
want
game.
rank in the game. I'm in the game. Nope. I'm not in the game. I'm sorry. No, we got gameplay. We are going to give you actual gameplay. That's coming up in just a
Oh,
moment. We'll be
what a
bringing
concept.
you your first look in Madden gameplay, the ones that you've been asking for. But right now up front, we're going to do a quick recap of 5 awesome new features coming to Madden 20 and show you even more details. Let's open things up with Face of the Franchise, the brand new career campaign that allows you to create a... You can pop for that. That's cool. It's a cool feature. You will be able to create a superstar quarterback, select one of 10 D1 schools, and compete in the college football playoffs. And speaking of superstar quarterbacks, we sat down with NFL MVP and Madden
too
20
late.
cover athlete
At least one
Patrick
cheesy line in
Mahomes
his presentation.
to hear more
There's
about
only been
his
like
superstar
10.
journey.
I've always loved competing. And to me, there's no added pressure. There's no added expectations. That's stuff that I've put on myself since I was a little kid. I feel like I'm just that same guy that's been putting in the time and the work.
This kid is the truth, though. You haven't seen him
Now
play.
it's about pushing myself
He was
every single
freaking
day
good.
to get better. It's about passion. I'm going out there having fun.
He was Rookie of the
You
Year
have to
and
make
an
sure that you're
league
just
MVP.
evolving and never being satisfied with where
awesome
you're
that
at.
is.
Coming to the league, it seems like
And he's
every
got
single year there's some
Hawkeye's
different
haircut.
guy that's just faster and stronger and bigger. And so you have to find different ways to get better. And those are the guys that find ways to win in the end. Every single year, from college to
Got the
coming
same
to the
barber
league,
as Hawkeye.
As my career goes on, I just keep getting better and better at the approach from each play and recognize what you have to do to have success. The first time I ever ran out the tunnel in front of that crowd, it was a surreal feeling.
He
and I'll
scared
never
my team,
forget
but
it.
we got the dub.
My expectation was to win the Super Bowl, and I fell just short of that. You use that stuff as motivation. This is just the beginning.
Oh, wow. Patrick Mahomes. Give it up. He's amazing. He's an amazing quarterback. He's living the journey that you'll be taking on in Face of the Franchise. And joining me
Look at
right
this guy in the
now
bottom
is
left.
Madden Community Manager Israel Cruz, a.k.a. Agent K.
Oh
He
my
gives us
God,
a little bit more
tell-
information on Face of the
I'm gonna
Franchise
put
as well
you-
as some of the other exciting
Storm
features
on
that are
mute.
coming to the game. What are you doing?
Hey, Adam,
What-
it's
what-
great to be, you know, you look a little crispy up top, and you know, me too, so I brought you
It's
one
bald
as well.
American. I
You know,
appreciate
kind
you
of
doing
that
that.
way, but yeah, for this
I
part.
wear
What
a
is going
7
on out
3/4,
there?
Although there's a guy in a Khalil
What's up?
Mack. Take off the
What is
Chiefs
going
cap.
on out there?
Put this on.
Hey, there you go.
Don't
There
give
you
away
go.
those
You
secrets.
gotta
All
protect the noggin, man.
Yeah.
You gotta
Good
protect
to
the
see you,
noggin.
man.
Hey,
Thanks for
thank
coming
you
out.
too. Thank you so
Okay.
much. You know, over the last few weeks, we've been talking about Madden 20 on live streams, and it's been great. Our community has been really engaged, and we've been asking them questions.
Face of
What
the
do you want to see
franchise.
here at EA Play? And this is the culmination. We took their feedback. We're going to talk a little bit about those things. And regarding face of the franchise, our players wanted to see an NFL draft experience, kind of like what's going on. So you'll see on one of these screens right here, what's really great is you're going
this is
into
my
the
franchise
NFL
right here.
draft sequence
Which
right
one?
here. You're in the green room. You know, your player's a little bit nervous, representing the
Right, Grayson?
Texas Longhorns, go Horns,
Face to my
and
franchise.
hasn't
Whoa,
finished that
whoa.
cheeseburger right there. So
It's still Los Angeles. The Rose Bowl from a couple of years ago, still looming large though. So be cool with that. Well, listen, don't get mad at me. Just stop Vince Young. All right, so here's the thing. So this is all
One
awesome. I
laugh.
love the detail there. Once you get drafted, you're now in franchise mode and all that stuff. And I hear the Pro Bowl is coming back too.
I
What
know,
else
the
should
umbrella
Madden
hats.
fans know?
Yeah, so it's really cool. The Pro Bowl is back in Madden 20. When you're going to go ahead and install the game, you're going to be able to play the Pro Bowl, get your
Lord,
hands on those Superstar X Factors, play with them a little bit. But our franchise players are wanting to see more about the scenario engine, and we're going to show a little bit about that. Now, the scenario engine, what it does, it brings dynamic quests,
Pro Bowl, the
kinda
least
dynamic
exciting
challenges
game in all of
into the game
NFL.
that help you improve your player and their rating
to watch.
week to
To
week.
play,
So
I'm
that's
sure
pretty
it's-
awesome. But
you start off
you
with
said
an
it
all-star
earlier,
team, so
people
that's
want to
pretty
see more about gameplay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about gameplay.
Is there a blog where they can check all that stuff out too?
Yes, there is.
I like
We've
they're
written
trying to make
quite
an
a few
RPG
blogs.
out of
We have
Madden.
Gridiron Notes, which you can go ahead and search the web, you'll find those. But we also have a franchise deep dive blog that details everything out coming to franchise in Madden 20.
Okay, for all the play callers and armchair coaches, what else can they look forward to?
You know, like real estate, it's like location, location, location. People want playbooks, playbooks, playbooks. Of
course.
Now, this year in Madden 20,
Yep.
we're having RPOs
It's literally
coming
what it
into
is,
the game.
the
We're going
Sims
to run
Madden
pass
edition.
options, which is great. But not just that, but our players have been asking for new formations. So right here, we have out of the Raiders playbook, a unique formation, which is actually called double, single back double off close. And what's great about this is a PA sweep play we've got going on right here, which is absolutely great. Our players are excited about that, but what I'm excited
How
about
can you even
is
do that? How
that
can you even
throughout
actually
the
have an
course of the
actual
season,
game?
we're going to go ahead and evolve those playbooks.
Like,
and as things
one of
happen in the
their plays
NFL,
that
we're going to
team
bring that
actually
stuff
uses.
to the NFL.
Yeah, I see the one Derek Carr
I mean, I
fan
think-
out
I think-
there
I
was
think it
very
might
excited
change
to
after
see
the
that
season.
Raiders
Become
playbook.
obsolete
And
or
I know
something.
that we've got a lot of, oh, I'm sorry, 2 Raider fans. Wear a jersey next time. I can't identify you without it. It's okay. Listen, I'm talking to Israel, though. Here's the thing. Now, we've got a lot of Madden Ultimate Team fans in the house. Am I right?
Hilarious.
Yeah, right?
Awesome.
They want to know more about the content that you're going to be bringing to the table. Tell us a little bit more about those ultimate missions.
Yeah, so ultimate missions are great. A lot of
Ultimate
times our Madden
missions?
Ultimate Team players, when they log into the game, they're always trying to find the most
You get to choose
up-to-date
your partner,
content.
Wolverine,
So one of the
Captain
things this
Marvel,
year that we're
Cyclops,
trying to
and you go
do
to
is
Ultimate
provide them
Alliance
kind of a
across
guide, an
gameplay.
information hub, so then when they log in, they're not spending all that time looking in different areas. They can get the player items that they want for their team to make the best squad possible. Hey, I heard that. So one of the things
Some of the
that's
Key and Peele
absolutely great,
characters
let's say
better be some
Khalil Mack
DLC
has an
characters.
Yeah, buddy.
amazing game on Sunday. You know, you log into Madden,
As
you
always.
log into Madden
At
Ultimate Team, you want to
deliciousness.
be able to find it.
At
So
deliciousness,
basically, we're
at
going to go ahead and provide you that
Xbox.
information guide, that step-by-step process, so you can get that item on
X-Wing
your team.
at
Now, the Khalil Mack
deliciousness.
fan sitting here loves hearing that. The guys, the 2
RJ,
Raider fans over here, not so
XJ,
much,
DJ.
whatever. We appreciate
That's a little too
what you
soon.
guys, I know, that talk about the Rose Bowl being too soon. Yeah, we love the Raiders. I love John Gruden, what he's done for our team. Now, the
You better love the
thing
Raiders.
that I'm most excited for, though,
Especially where you're at
is
right
the
The
superstar
Las
X
Vegas
Factor
Raiders
abilities.
They have
These
one
make
eye.
the superstars, play like superstars.
Oh, there he goes. There's that other
And
eye.
you're going to give us a little bit of a reveal on some of these abilities?
Yeah, so
Squinting
our
one eye.
players have been asking us to go ahead and talk about these superstar X Factors. The first one we're going to reveal is Alvin Kamara, which is great. He has in-zone abilities. He also has superstar abilities, and we're going to go ahead and take a look right here. What's cool about his zone ability is called Satellite. You've heard of Satellite, Patrick.
I know what it
You're gonna
is.
Yeah,
player
okay.
by
So,
ability.
yeah, I mean, these guys
But
are...
explain it for everybody else.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, I mean, you guys have seen the tape. Out of the backfield,
Every
Kamara's
time
a
Alex
deep threat as a
Kamara gets a
wide
tackle,
receiver.
drop
As a
two from the
receiver,
top of the deck.
It's crazy. He's absolutely amazing out of the backfield, but he also has superstar abilities.
Magic
So
in
those
football
superstar
gathering.
abilities are matchup nightmare. So basically, you're going to go ahead and have better opportunities to go ahead and catch the ball against linebackers and DBs, and also better route running. I mean, he's absolute beast. And he also has running back apprentice. What running back apprentice actually does for him is that it allows him to have 4 additional hot routes anytime and pre-play adjustments.
Love that. Now, listen, everybody who knows me knows I'm kind of a dumb guy. So can you explain the difference between zone
Even people who
abilities and
don't know you.
superstar abilities?
Yeah, so for
I don't
zone
know you,
abilities,
buddy.
we talked about satellite. So what's going to happen is in-game, you're going to go ahead and get some in-game objectives on how to go ahead and get your player in the zone. And, you know, Clint's going to talk a little bit here about how you're going to be able to knock them out of the zone. But the thing is that superstar abilities, what that's going to allow you to do is that they're always available, they're always on, and not just that, but it brings like a unique, authentic feel to that specific player. So with Kamara, one of the things that we were actually showing right there is that it's going to allow him to go ahead and do some amazing things out of the backfield.
It's just another level of authenticity is what's everything.
Totally. I mean, our players have been asking this for a long time. They want the players to feel like NFL superstars when they're on the field, and we want to give that to them.
Okay, now to help us get even more down and dirty and some of those details on X Factor abilities, I want everybody right now, this is serious. Put your hands together because joining us here on the stage here in just a moment is one of the
John
best
Madden.
wide receivers on the planet from the Pittsburgh Steelers, from the University of Southern California, a hardcore Madden fan. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way in the back, give it up for Juju Smith-Schuster.
Well, it didn't happen in FIFA, but it happened in Madden.
Is that Mirage?
There's like one person clapping, dude. And one terrible
There
towel.
it is. The crowd loves Juju, right?
No, man. How you gonna have a Steelers player?
Juju! You guys, oh my goodness. You know what? Thank you so much for coming out. We always appreciate you
No,
taking
dude,
the time and
there's
interacting
a
with the
Steelers
community
player
and everything.
in LA.
How are you
No
enjoying
one's
your
gonna
time
clap.
here at EA
Sorry,
Play?
guy.
I'm loving it. It's awesome. It's a blessing to be here. You see the fans, the Steeler fans.
Look at that.
I was here last year, and it was an amazing setup. And to come back
Them
again,
Steeler fans.
no question. And, you know, when I heard about Madden 20, and I heard about Pat Mahomes being on the cover and that whole X Factor thing, and I was like, wow, this is amazing.
Now, you had a monster year. Once again, you know, you're obviously one of the best players in the league. Kind of go through the thought process. When you're on the field, you're in zone, you see single coverage. What are you thinking?
When I see that one-on-one, it's the opportunity of me getting the ball, you know, knowing that the defense is coming and the quarterback
Them
is
cue
put the
cards,
ball
baby.
out faster. And all I can think in my head is, like, catch the ball, get yak yards, score touchdowns, celebrations. And pretty much in my
That
head,
money.
I'm just like, wow, like, let's make a play, big plays.
And you make big play. What do you had a
You know
97
what's funny?
yard
If
reception?
I put those
Or did you
pants
have
on,
two?
they'd be baggy
Yeah,
pants.
two.
Oh, yeah, 2 of them. That's right. I'm sorry. I didn't
You
mean to
put
sell
those
you
on?
short. Now, in
If I
addition
put
to
those
getting all
pants
those
on,
yak
they'd be
yards,
baggy
you're
pants
also
on me.
known for wrestling
But
away
then
those
the
jump
capris
balls, so
on
it's no
him.
surprise to me that your zone ability is double me. Is it cool if we take a look?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah, so what you guys are going to see right here with like Juju said,
Of course
once
they're playing
he
the
gets that
Browns.
single coverage and he is in the zone,
Oh.
there is no stopping him. The only way that you're going to be able to stop him is
Yeah,
go
I
ahead
mean,
and
this
double
year-
cover him.
So many
And at the end of the day, you know, it's a new meta to the game. If you want to stop Juju, you got to double cover him.
Well, first of all, you can't stop him. Let's just put that out there right now. What did you think? Do you think we nailed it? What do you think?
That's awesome. That's crazy. That's definitely something I see myself doing. You know, the double coverage, especially this year, it's gonna be super exciting, and I just can't wait. You know, having an X Factor, I can't wait to use it in the game, use myself in the game.
And are you ready to check it out? Are you excited to start playing?
Fucking
Super
year,
excited.
yeah. Every
All right,
year.
well, you're in luck because
yeah.
we've got Madden 20
gotta
playable
have
right
some-
here at EA Play. You and Agent
some
K,
guy,
you try it out. Agent K,
some
is there any way
athlete
that
or
our
some
fans at
musician
home
come on
can
stage.
Maybe try this out as well.
Well, you know, I think a lot of
I mean,
people
I guess-
here are
They
going
have
to
to
get
do
a
it.
chance to go ahead and check out
Have
our
to do it.
our closed beta that's going to be happening for Madden 20.
Completely
It's going to
cut
be
off,
happening
sorry.
on June 14th
Uh,
or 16th. But I believe
They always have
over
to
at
have
the
some
Madden
musician
booth,
or
we're
some
giving out
athlete
some
come on
codes.
stage, but
you guys
that's-
may have seen
I
it.
guess I
So
have to for
if you
Madden
haven't
now.
checked it out, go over to the booth. There's going to be a blog up. I believe Man of the People, Z Farles, is going to go ahead and be talking about that, putting out. Check out our social channels. All that information is there. I brought a couple of codes here for Juju. We're going to give Juju some codes as well. We're also going to be sharing on social channels. Check that out. A lot of great information. You want some, Adam?
You mind?
Are you sure?
Free game
All right,
codes.
here you
Mine?
go. But no, it's actually
Hold on, we'll
awesome.
talk now.
But not just that, but we're going to work with Juju. He's
None
going to be
for
giving
you
out codes on
guys.
his channel. So again, tune into our social channels. All the information there about the closed beta happening on June 14th to June 16th. But since you're here, you guys
Two-day
can grab it
beta?
early, download it, and get ready for June 14th.
All right, thank you so much for coming out. Israel, Juju, go play the game.
Awesome.
Go play the game. Give it a round of applause. Juju Smith-Schuster, there he goes, handing out those codes. I don't know that you're going to get those back.
I don't know if he's.
I don't know if you're gonna get those back.
All right. Well, Juju's
Just
going to
want
go
him
get
back.
a taste of what Madden
Care about
20
that
is all
shit.
about. But don't go anywhere, guys, because we've got even more Madden 20 gameplay to show you right now. Because please welcome to the stage our senior gameplay designer, Clint Oldenburg. Put it together,
Eastwood.
everybody.
It's Eastwood's on stage, guys. That would be hilarious.
Keep it
Clint
going.
Barton.
Good to see you.
How you doing?
Wonderful. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being
Greg
here. Now
is
we've
huge.
seen those X Factor abilities, but I want to dig a little bit deeper. Tell me a little bit more about how they impact gameplay.
That's a great question. I'm going to follow it with a question for you first.
Okay.
And I'm trusting you to give me the right answer.
You got it.
What are some reasons you like to watch football?
I like yelling at my fantasy players.
That's a good one.
Okay, yeah.
Anything else?
Oh, you know what? I like watching superstars play like superstars. When you have somebody like Juju Smith-Schuster, I want to see him make some big plays.
That's exactly right.
And sorry that you have to follow it, by the way.
That was a hard
tough
assignment,
booking,
man.
by the way.
That was a really hard assignment.
Trevor Noah, Juju, and now Clint. Hey!
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, give it up.
Yeah, so you mentioned superstars. The NFL is such a star-driven league. Madden is no different. We set out with a creative vision this year to make our stars feel like stars. So we created this ability system known as Superstar X Factors. These abilities are going to bring authentic skills that
Madden's
make
such
these
a
guys
big
feel unique and powerful.
name now. Didn't
so
even
that
have to
every
put the
individual
word
game is unique
football
and
in it
game planned
anymore.
And that's what it's all about, authenticity, and that's
it's
great
like
that you guys
synonymous with-
take
It's like
that
synonymous with,
extra
like, yeah.
level of realism. Can we see some
And
more
I guarantee
X
you, like, some of
Factors
the
in
people
action?
now,
Can we,
like,
we talked about
kids are
Mahomes at
playing
the
it
start
now,
of the
they probably
show.
don't know who
I'd love to
John
see him go
Madden
out there and do
actually
his
is.
thing if that's
Yeah,
possible.
they're like,
we got-
who's
we got
John
some
Madden?
Cool stuff to show you here with Patrick.
Like, why does he have the
Mahomes.
same name as Madden
Bazooka
football?
is his
Madden
zone ability.
football.
Now, to get into the zone, you have to do
Yeah.
an in-game objective. With Mahomes, you have to complete 4 passes of 30 yards or more, and once you get
I mean, it does
inside
look
the zone,
good.
denoted there by
I will
his
give
X
him that.
Factor icon,
I mean, they've always
he
looked
can
good.
throw the ball further than anyone else in the game. His max pass
It even
distance
has like the
increased about
sunspots
15
of like
yards
all
to
the
about 80.
stadiums.
You can bomb the thing.
Everybody's oohing and eyeing. I mean, that's what we see on Sunday. Now, you talked about the air yards. It's got to be air yards, right? Not dump off
Correct.
to Damian Williams.
Exactly.
Man, for
4
me, it's just one of
passes
those
of
games
30
just
yards
like
or more.
FIFA,
That's
where it's like,
traveling in the air 30 yards, so
it's
the
fun
rack
for you to
yards
play for
don't
a couple
count.
people, but
And this
once
all
you
makes
like
sense because obviously Mahomes has a
start
hell of
playing
an
against
arm.
really
but
good
can
people,
all
it just doesn't become
quarterbacks
fun
make throws
anymore.
like that, or is this just
Yeah,
exclusive to him?
it's not
Bazooka
even.
is exclusive
Yeah, it's
to
not
Patrick
enjoyable.
Mahomes. I mean, he's got the big arm. He's on record
And it's not the same as like a
throwing an
fighting game. Like, yeah, you can
83-yard
fight
pass.
a
We
fighting
may be
game,
selling him a
somebody
little
kicks your
bit
ass
short,
for,
but
A little bit.
this is not a
24/7,
gimmick
but you
ability.
can
These
still,
things
like,
are
go back and
inspired
play it,
by
you
their
know,
real life skills that
every
make
day,
them
all day
special.
for something
So that's
else.
his zone ability.
For a
Does he have
sports
any
game where
others?
like you know you're
Yes, he
gonna
also
be
has
invested for
superstar
at least,
abilities. As an
you know,
X
5
Factor,
to
one of
10
our better
minutes
X
of
Factors, he
a
has a
quarter,
zone
a half, or
ability and then
whatever you wanna
superstar
play.
abilities. We're going to break down his
You know, it's
loadout
like
here
to
right
win the
here.
game, it's just
We got Escape Artist first, and as everyone knows, he's a dual threat quarterback.
draining.
Escape Artist gives him elite agility and speed when scrambling on passing plays. Looks like Mahomes, right? It's
Yeah, it
pretty sick.
does. Unfortunately.
I mean, that's what he does. And then Dashing Deadeye gives him perfect passing accuracy when throwing
those
on the
are
run.
really
So it's a
good.
nice little combo there. Perfect passing accuracy is the best accuracy you can have in our game.
And then here's the red zone.
Yeah, red zone Deadeye. If you watched him last year, you know he was
Player
deadly
movement
in the
was
red
really
zone.
good,
When
too.
he's inside the 20-yard line, again, perfect passing accuracy. Lastly, no look Deadeye. I'm really excited about this one. He's going to have perfect accuracy. The only quarterback in the game at launch to have perfect accuracy on crossbody throws. Exclusive to him is the no-look signature Mahomes animation.
When's the last
That's
time?
his
no look
signature
animation?
look. That's exactly what
Well,
he
that-
does every Sunday, and everybody gets upset about it. And this is the thing, though. I know Mahomes. I get it. He plays like a star.
You're literally giving these.
But come on, this is
players,
kind
like,
of a lot. Is he unbeatable? Is there?
character
If I'm on
buffs
the
and
other
stuff
side of
like
the ball,
that,
like
like
what can
RPG
I
character.
do to
Hilarious.
stop him?
Man, you must play Madden because that's
Yeah,
a question our
'cause
players
it's-
are
yeah, it's
going to want to
important.
know.
It's
Who's got
frustrating.
range combat?
Yeah, it's a chess match. So just like in the NFL, the way to shut
Who's got
down a
extra
high-powered
dexterity?
passing game is pass rush. The defense is going to have knockout conditions when these guys are in the zone. You're going to see here Mahomes with his X Factor icon lit up. He's in the zone. Von Miller's going to sack him. The objective for the Broncos in this game, sack Mahomes, knock him out of the zone. So each team's going to have ways to counter each other.
So again, it's authentic football conditions. It's a chess match. It's all that stuff.
Exactly. And if you pull that objective off, you knock him out of the zone, then he has to go through his objectives again to get back into the zone.
All right, well, that's a little bit reassuring. I'm glad that there's some checks and balances that go along with all that stuff. But we all know, and I know you're an offensive guy, but defense wins championships. championships. We've seen what the offense can do. Let's talk about the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
You know who I want to see? One of the most incredible athletes in the NFL, regardless of position, Aaron Donald. What's he all about?
Yeah, man, Aaron
You can
Donald.
pop for Aaron Donald.
Scary. Yeah, give it up for Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is scary. So I played offensive line when I played, and I knew I couldn't block him. That's why I'm sitting in this chair. So he's reflected pretty well. He's got his own
That's why
ability
I'm sitting
called
in this
Fear
chair.
Monger. Okay. What makes him special is when he gets in the zone, he can actually apply pressure penalties to the quarterback, even when he's engaged in a block. Typically, those penalties only occur when you're free rush, unblocked to the quarterback. He does it while he's blocked. We're going to take a look at some of these. He also has superstar abilities. You're going to see these in the video. There was the pressure penalty applied to the quarterback.
Right.
In addition to that, he has pass rush elite. That's a superstar ability that gives him quicker, faster pass rush shed moves as a pass rusher. And then under pressure, makes those penalties he's applying to the throw power and throw accuracy of the quarterback more punitive. So he's a
I don't know if
quite
that's
a
making these
disruptive pass
players
rusher.
like
Because that's one of the
OP or
things
not,
too. It's
like
not
giving extra
necessarily,
plays.
especially
I
with
feel
somebody
like
who's
it
playing
is. They're like,
defensive
oh,
tackle. It's not somebody who's always going out there
there's
and getting sacks.
countermeasures for him,
It's
but
guys
like,
who are going out there and also getting pressure.
they
up the
actually
middle,
work?
pushing offensive linemen into the face
I mean,
of the
I don't know. I
quarterback.
mean, like,
Yeah,
imagine
it
if
lends
you're making
itself
an
to more
ultimate team,
strategy in the game.
really
You got to
just
know who you're playing
draft all
against.
these
You got to know
guys
who
that
you're
have
playing
these
with.
extra
Like I said, it's a chess
powers,
match out there.
abilities,
And then one important note here with all the
skills.
passing abilities. You said Mahomes seemed really powerful. Putting pressure on the quarterback is going to be the direct counter to a lot of those abilities.
And that takes them off their game, and that takes them off of X Factor and everything like that.
Absolutely.
So it's good to have those guys. One of the cool things too that I've noticed when you're watching all the play and all that stuff going on is that
This
you
is
work
weird.
really hard to bring these guys unique abilities to
seems like
life,
I'm making
and
the game
put their
complicated
personalities
for
out
no
there.
reason.
And that
Yeah, like
includes some custom
unnecessarily
animations. So what are
complicated.
some of the
Now you have to
examples of
draft a
these
guy or
custom
play a guy
animations
that
you're checking
do a
out?
play
These are
that you
super
don't
cool.
wanna
We
do,
didn't
but you have
want
to
our
do because
superstars to
so-and-so's
just feel
weak
great.
against
We want
it.
them to look great
like-
too. The first place is quarterback. Cover athlete Patrick Mahomes. We went out and captured these guys' signature passing animations. We have coverage for about 6 to 7 of the most popular quarterbacks in the game. We're going to continue to add to these throughout the year. Aaron Rodgers, quick release. Drew Brees, you know he's always fidgeting if you're a Saints fan, and it extends beyond quarterbacks.
always fidgeting.
Everyone knows Zeke Elliott's feed me, getting the team in the zone. These animations, you know, celebrations, throw styles.
What
it's
about the
connect with
Fortnite
your favorite
animations?
Players connect with your superstars on the field.
Well, you saw it. Like, why?
Everyone's
why
doing
when we saw
Fortnite
the thing with
dances now.
Ezekiel Elliott, somebody who's a Cowboys fan or just likes watching him play, that they can identify.
That'd be
with. They start
ultimate
cheering,
meta.
They like seeing that kind of stuff. I don't like seeing Aaron Rodgers leave his feet and throw the ball 90 yards down the field.
Start buying
Well, whatever.
emote
We don't have
celebration
to get into
dances
that.
as part of
Khalil
I
Mack.
know.
I got
That's all
it.
right,
But
that's
you know
all
what? We've
It'd
talked
be-
a lot about the
it's
new
come
features.
full
What about player
circle.
mechanics? Because as a player, what are like some of the tools in my toolbox, so to speak?
Nailed it with the toolbox. I
Right,
love
it is. It's kind of what it is.
Yeah, we're always looking at ways to add new mechanics to the game, give our players more control. There's 2 that we want to go over today, and they're both for the quarterback. The first is the new scramble mechanic or pull down mechanic. What this does is give you the ability on a passing play to pull down the passing icons with a button press, become a ball carrier, full access to all the spin moves, jukes, ball carrier moves, and then you can bring back your icons again with the same button press and throw it at any time. Makes any quarterback a dual threat, brings some skill. Here with Ben Roethlisberger, we're looking at the new pump fake mechanic. You can now
Get
pump
it.
fake to a specific receiver on the field by double tapping the button. You're going to see the reticle come up to get guys to bite on it. It could dual purpose mechanic. You can also use it to pull down if you feel like you've made a poor decision and you want to cancel the throw. Just quickly double tap it. You'll pull it back down.
So you can, kind of pump fake it to an outside guy and then check it down to a tight end or something like that?
Absolutely. You can even use it on double moves. If you want Juju to run a slant and go,
Okay.
pump fake it on the slant, take him deep.
Oh, that's amazing. And it just keeps getting better.
It
And
sounds
you
like
know this. You
Greek
played
to
in the
me,
NFL
most of
not
this
too long
stuff
ago,
he's
but the game has changed so much in the number of years
It's
since
like-
you've been gone. We've seen a lot of
This is
college
math class
coaches
all
come
over
in
again.
and they've
What?
brought in their offenses, and most recently Cliff Kingsbury down there in Arizona, bringing in his high-powered offense. Kyler Murray, not a prototypical quarterback. He's shorter, but they're going to do a lot of that run-pass option. Are you bringing that into the game?
Yes, super excited to announce that we are
Yes,
delivering
I am.
RPOs as they're known.
Next question.
You can't watch an NFL broadcast without hearing that acronym, RPO.
All they talk about.
13, 14 times, right? So this is a concept taking the entire football world by storm. We actually have 3 different types of RPOs in our game. We have alerts, peaks, and reads. I'm going to break those down really quick for our players. The first is an alert. That's a very basic pre-snap read. You're calling a running play, and you're going to look at what the defense is aligned in. If you think you can run the play, you just call the play, you hit nothing, you'll hand it off, and away you go. However, what's cool about those plays is you can branch out of that handoff at any time just by hitting the receiver icon and throw it if he's open. So that's a really cool way to be creative on offense. And then there's 2 other types. The peak, more similar to a read option. You're reading a single defender on defense, looking at his behavior after the snap. If he bites on run, you can pull it out, throw to your receiver, and if he sits back on pass, you just hold the button down, hand it off to the running back, gain yards on the ground. Lastly, the read. This is more like the traditional triple option play. You're going to read 2 to 3 defenders after the snap, look at their behavior, then decide if you want to hand it off.
How many times do you think this guy's broke his
Or
nose?
throw it to the receiver. We actually have over 200 RPO plays in our playbooks this year.
220.
Let me say.
That's a lot. That is very
Baker's
impressive.
dozen.
It sounds like you've built in a lot more flexibility. Are there any other formations or plays coming to the game?
Oh, yeah. You're going to see, if there's any Eagles fans in here, you're going to see something cool here in a minute. We got new animation technology as part of our RPO story. So we were able to put in a lot of these cool concepts. You're seeing the NFL right now.
animation
Philly Special is in the game.
Look away,
We're gonna see
Patriots
that
fans.
on the gameplay right here. There it is
There
right
it is.
there. We also
So
have a lot
open.
of jet sweep touch pass concepts. You're seeing the Chiefs and the Rams, teams like that, using end arounds. You're going to see a lot of fresh, unique content in the playbooks. And the cool thing is, we're going to be updating the playbooks all season long to
That was
make sure that
actually
we're
pretty
staying up
cool.
to date with the NFL.
This is all amazing. Thank you so much, Clint. I cannot wait for this game. And we've dropped a lot of awesome
LA
info
Rams.
here about Madden 20 here at EA Play. I just want to say once again, I'm Adam Rank. If you want even more Madden 20 news, you can tune in to the Madden channel right after this. But before we finish up, though, I've got one
What's next
last
after,
treat for you.
Madden?
Player
Got one
ratings.
more left. It's
They're
The
one of the
Sims.
trickiest things to get right in Madden.
Actually interested in
Well,
that
in
one.
addition to being a game designer, Clint uses his background as a
Clint.
former NFL player to help make sure that those ratings are accurate. And our friends over at ESPN
Really?
have
I
helped to
could
put
have never
together a little video
could have
to get
never
us the scoop on the
tell
best
that he was
job
a
in the world,
NFL player.
the Madden Ratings Adjuster. Let's roll it.
This is good.
Guy is a giant.
Sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver. As the Broncos get set to do battle.
In the game.
A 90 overall?
Oh, dude, these guys got the hardest, bro.
I seen that. My Madden rating is horrible. It is trash.
We're trying to make our game match what these players are doing in real life.
I would like Saquon Barkley's jump to be accurately rated.
It should be like 93, 94. And if they think that we have it wrong, they're going to let us know about it.
We hope I can get to the 90s range next year.
My catch rating got to go up a little bit. I can't be dropping picks on Madden. I
Like the
my
fact that
speed
players
up.
actually pay
Turn the
attention
notch
to
up a
this
little
to
bit
be.
for you, boy.
I know, it's funny.
Mine sucks.
It's
Who
like
does my Madden
I don't want to carry Super Bowl. I don't want to make millions.
Clint,
I want to make
right
sure that I'm
there,
above
Clint.
90.
Yeah, I'm coming to you.
I'm Clint Oldenburg, and I'm a Madden Ratings Performance Adjuster.
That's actually hilarious.
I-
That
I'd
guy
watch
has a
that.
serious
That
job.
ESPN's making an E60 on it is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Between those new X Factor abilities, face of the franchise, and the RPO, and all that gameplay, Madden fans have a lot to be excited about. And now, I can't wait for our final show of the
those
day. It's
umbrella
more
hats
epic
just made
than
me think,
Star
is there a
Wars,
new freaking
more
Resident
extreme
Evil
than
game,
Battlefield,
surprisingly,
and
like-
more competitive than
Don't you
Madden,
dare.
FIFA,
That's Capcom.
Apex Legends combined. That's right. I'm talking about The Sims. But before we talk Simlish, the Apex Legends Watson reveal earlier has inspired me to come up with some legend ideas of my own. So I'm now joined by Apex Legend game designer Griffin Dean has agreed to hear my feedback. Griffin Dean, what makes a great legend?
So in a lot of ways, it has to do with the way
He
that they
doesn't know what
interact
to
in
do
the
with his
ecosystem of characters, and a lot of sort of creating interesting interactions and choices for
Apex
players. So
stuff.
a lot of it has to do with sort of the way that the legends work together
You know why? It's
as a
probably
unit
because
rather
it's
than
buzz
them
right now.
individually.
So it's like, all right, you gotta do
Well, I
something
didn't
to,
really
like-
base
Yeah,
my
it's got a
picks
huge
or
buzz.
my descriptions on that, but I can work on the fly.
All right,
Let
all
me
right.
first
He
off
just
tell you about the
wrote down the
Grappler.
questions,
The
like,
Grappler.
Like the
that he had, like,
Grappler.
I
He likes
like
to
it.
take things.
To add in
He
content.
takes things.
Okay.
So he could be taking people's ammunition.
Okay.
He could take that. You know, you put your pings up. He could take away pings.
Okay.
Is he a kidnapper? You might ask. He's not above it. He doesn't define himself as a kidnapper, but he's not above it.
So I like the name. It seems like you could do a thing where like teammates' items just appear in his inventory as his passive, and
See,
he's like,
working
I
right
don't
now.
know where these came from. Like, it just kind of it writes itself. I mean,
It does.
really,
It does right there,
yeah,
right?
it's-
I was
it's,
thinking about with this taller Gibraltar.
taller Gibraltar. Okay,
Gibraltar,
Playing
but
against
2
Tiger.
inches tall.
2 inches tall.
It's enough that you notice, but not enough where you're like freaked out.
I don't know if the level can support that hitbox.
I thought you called yourself a video game developer.
You know,
All right.
you know,
You're
this is
Respawn.
this is
What about Portillo?
Portillo. What is?
He's my wiener dog. A lot of people have a problem with me on the internet. No one ever has a problem with Portillo.
Okay, you know, thematically, I could see that working.
And then, what about Dwayne The Rock Johnson, huh? I mean, we don't, no explanation needed.
Yeah, no, you just. I feel like there'd be a lot of wrestling involved.
He's a legend.
Well, I mean, he's very versatile.
That's true.
Now.
That's true.
I don't think you understand The Rock anymore.
If they did the whole
get to work on these ideas, all right? Vince said I had to just a blank check, all right?
Zombies, stuff like that, and have
Hey,
skins
if
for
it isn't
legends.
Golden Boy himself, how you
That'd be
doing?
pretty
You
cool.
killing it? I haven't gotten to see you today.
I know a little bit about Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, I know. Titan Games, NBC, whatever.
Just
You're
saying.
big time now. You're a big deal.
Just throwing it out there. All those ideas, by the way, were freaking awful. Just want to throw it out there.
I thought it was
Except for Portillo. Portillo's a winner.
Portillo's the only thing that gets me over.
No. Everything else is you're getting buried, but Portillo always over.
Alex, what was it like talking to Trevor Noah?
Hey, Trevor Noah is awesome. Did not expect him to be as hardcore of a FIFA fan as he was. I
he
said
was
on
awesome.
Twitter, he schooled me like straight up. I respect that. You know.
Yeah.
I like going toe to toe with a fellow wordsmith on the stage. You know.
All right, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, what did you think of Trevor Noah? Let us know in the chat. I'm sure someone's looking at it. But right now, we are not done yet. Everybody get excited because we're finishing EA Play Strong with an in-depth look at what's new for The Sims 4, including the world-exclusive reveal of a brand new pack. Stay tuned.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. Fast.
Man, Sims will always have a special place.
I can't believe it's only at 4. Like, I was playing The Sims 2 yesterday on PS2.
Nah, man, I think The Sims is probably one of the first like console games that sucked me in. Not console games, PC games that sucked me in.
I wonder what's, gonna be on this.
Oh, you guys are great. Welcome, Simmers, to EA Play. Yes, I'm very excited to talk about everyone's favorite game series, The Sims.
I'm actually excited for this.
Oh, yeah. I'm Julia
It's
Hardy.
one of those
and
games I've always
today
wanted to
we're
come back.
giving
It's
you a
not like
guided tour of
something
what's
really
new
hard
with
to,
The
you know,
Sims
to
4.
go back into.
Plus, a couple of fun surprises, so stay tuned. Now, to help me translate all of this Simlish, everybody join me in welcoming
Simlish.
General Manager Lindsay Pearson and Senior
I
Producer
like how little
Michael
Sims
Duke.
logos on top of her head perfectly like framed in.
Thanks so much for coming out, guys. So I'm super excited. I know you guys are super excited.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been with The Sims a long time, and this is one of my favorite things to do is come out and see all of you and tell you exciting things.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's going to be a big year for us. It's actually, we're celebrating 20 years of making The Sims this year.
Yeah.
And Lindsay and I keep debating
Wow, it's
that,
been
but
20
I think this is
years?
going to be the best year yet.
Crazy.
I think it might be.
Well, I mean, really what we want to know is, what have you got for us? Come on, tell us everything.
Of course. Well, it is EA Play. We couldn't come empty-handed, so we'll start with our big one first. I'll let you take that.
Absolutely. So we have the next expansion pack for The Sims 4, Sims 4 Island Living.
Let's check out that
Living.
trailer. Yeah.
Hey.
Moana.
Dolphins?
Hell yeah, dolphin pets. Lay down.
Garbage?
Oh, come on the head.
Ew.
Eating garbage?
It looked like he ate garbage.
He dude just ate some garbage.
Yeah.
Zombies come out of the water.
Yeah. Uh-oh. She gone. He's a mermaid.
Yeah.
I was just waiting for that one. Oh, that was
When is it
so
on
cool. And
consoles?
look, we're in our own little island paradise. Can I just say, I didn't know what the reveals were going to be, and I
This is
accidentally just
beautiful.
wore this. Super weird. And obviously, you know, talking about fashion, there's a lot of island fashion in there. One of the biggest things people absolutely love. What can we be? What can we be dressing up as? What can we look like?
Absolutely. You know, to capture that island spirit, we needed to have a lot of new outfits and capture those
Is
colors.
my outfit going to be in there? You're going to put it in the game,
Not
right?
exactly that, but
What? Why
certainly
not?
those bright colors like you're showing off there. But, you know, we really wanted to add a lot of island wear and that stuff you can stay cool in when it's so hot.
It's true.
Yeah. And we had to bring in a lot of new fun colors and patterns, but also hairs, accessories, everything to deck out head to toe to just chill and relax on this beautiful island.
I mean, look, that's some amazing fashion right there. But what if, you know, I'm getting a little bit hot. I'm not someone who likes to dwell on a beach too much. Yeah, what if I want to go in the water? What's going to be happening there?
So we're very excited. So for the first time in The Sims 4,
can
our
get
Sims are going to be
wet.
able to walk right into the open water.
nice.
And we're opening up
That's awesome.
Yes.
open water gameplay.
Just been teasing the water.
Yeah,
at
well,
this point. It's there.
I mean, like you saw in the trailer, she walks right in. Our Sims are going to be able to do that, and you can snorkel in the water. There's swimming, floating,
Jet ski
and there's also
innovations
those
is a little
pretty awesome
wonky, though.
aqua zips.
You can
Yeah.
drown.
To get
Please
where
tell
you're
me you can drown.
So, what
you can
inspired
drown.
you
You can drown in
guys
the
to
first game.
introduce this kind of ocean
There you
gameplay
go.
this time?
Yeah, well, we've taken The Sims to a lot of different
Wanna be in the
worlds and a lot of
swimming
different
pool, you can
places,
go
but we
forward.
hadn't yet really played with the idea of where the land and the water meet and really bring you into an ocean environment, which seems like a great addition.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, when I think of tropical islands, I'm thinking of, you know, like palm trees, ocean
Volcanoes.
waves, relaxing on the beach. So, like, tell me more about this world. What can I actually
Evil
do in
deity
it?
gods.
Yeah, so the island of
evil
Sulani will have
curses,
all of those things
cannibals.
and
Human
more. It really
sacrifices.
is the perfect place to unplug and enjoy this natural.
That looks like Kingdom
feel.
Hearts.
So you can explore all these little alcoves. You can live closer to the coast, or you can live higher up towards the hills.
When
or-
you walk
What's wrong?
away,
So,
you
wait,
will set
is there?
me free.
There's an active volcano here.
Absolutely,
Sorry,
yeah.
you were selling
Oh,
me the
there's a
dream of
volcano.
living on
There
an
you go.
island.
Well-
Now I'm not sure I really want to
Called
go
it.
there.
it is a real island.
Most islands are formed by volcanoes.
Yeah.
Just
What,
Called
don't
it.
get nitpicky.
Yeah, so we had to put this active volcano
Yeah,
in there. Now, you
volcano's
don't have to
good.
live
It's
next to
showing
it, but
everything
the
right now.
riskier Sims may choose to live nearby. Oh,
Oh yeah, and then
Oh.
Kel
It gets
Surprise.
Hello.
Something
you got to watch out
terrible
for those
happens.
lava
Oh, you're
bombs.
talking to me,
Don't-
baby.
No,
Don't
don't
do
what?
it. Like,
Don't.
Grab it,
oh, the
grab it.
Sims.
Don't touch it.
I don't know how that was
I
going
mean,
to
What do you
Oh.
expect's going to happen when you touch something really, really hot?
Idiot.
That's
It
so-
probably
yeah.
burns.
Beautiful locale, slightly dangerous.
I mean, what other surprises are in store on this island? I mean, I, for one, want to know if I can befriend any kind of cute animals there. What kind of animals can we befriend?
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be The Sims if we didn't let you make friends with some of the animals.
Exactly.
So in this case, the one we're really excited about is the dolphin.
Yes.
So our art team and animators just blew away the expectation of this.
Any
The dolphin's
research
so much
trips
fun.
like the Battlefield team, just going off to somewhere hot? Like,
no,
oh,
we're going
we
to talk
need
to
go
them
an
about
island.
how they got to do that.
Yeah, clearly we missed the angle on that one.
But they're so cute, and you get to make like a really nice friend with them, and maybe they'll do tricks for you or squirt water in your face. You know?
Absolutely. Well, and then we added a bunch of tropical fish to the water too.
Yes.
So we really wanted to get those coral reefs around the island to feel lush and full, and so that meant more fish.
Lovely. I mean, I don't know. We don't have fish like that in the UK. I mean, we might do, but the water's so murky. I've never seen them. So
I'm sure they're
Quite
down
lovely.
there.
I mean,
They're
they must
probably
be. What do you put with the chips?
Right. I'm sure they're
What comes
beautiful.
on
At
rainbow
least they
fish?
taste delicious. You have that going for it.
I mean, I think the island
God.
looks so relaxing. But obviously, it's not really about vacation. It's also, you know, it's about kind of working there as well. But like, what's kind of like the feel and the vibe of the island going to be like?
You know, I think it's one of those things we talk a lot about in the team is capturing what it would be like
Get this
to
kid away
really
from me.
live on that island. It's not just
Yeah.
a place you vacation, but
Yeah.
we wanted this to be
Oh
a
my
place
God.
that's home for yourself.
Oh,
Or,
man.
you know,
So-
tricks to
That's
be
so
played on
funny.
you.
Well, that happens too.
Well,
Yeah.
and
Little
so there's
Hawkeye
lots to
over
do
there.
on the beach. You
I'm
saw
in trouble.
sun tanning, sun burning,
Like
building
today.
castles. The whole family can go out and play together, find seashells, or the mischievous Sims, you know, knock things down.
Well, and aqua zips. I
you-
want to say it
exactly.
again.
Forgot you
But they're
mentioned
so
it.
good.
What are they called again?
Aqua zips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot to look at, so you've got to take time to really explore it all.
Okay, so obviously we've established that Solani is like a great place for Sims to kind of kick back and, you know, but what if my
You really
Sims, you know,
rotate
they
the
don't want to like,
audiences
I
in and
can't
out.
personally
Who
lie on
likes
a
it?
beach for
Right,
longer
you
than about
put
30
in.
minutes to get really bored. What if they want to
Pretty
get their
much.
hands
People in there.
dirty?
Well, I'm very excited about a
There's
new
different
thing that we're
stages.
introducing. If your Sims want a new career to take care of this island, you can actually become a conservationist. And your job is going to be to keep this ecosystem looking beautiful.
Yep.
It looks like
yeah,
a planet
it was
here.
certainly one of the big goals was a way for your Sims to kind of care for their
Go
world
planet.
and make it a better place.
Yeah, and
Oh,
obviously,
we get
you
the
know,
best
very
of everything.
relevant
Look, he
with
ate
everything
that
that's
s-
going on
that
today
smelly
in the world and
pizza.
how everyone's kind of a lot more kind of aware. So was that kind of what inspired you guys to bring that in?
You know, I think there's a few things that really hit us. I mean, the first was just, it's something we all care about. A lot of us on the dev team worry about the environment and what's going on, but we talked about the idea that this island's this closed ecosystem, and so your actions and choices are going to have a lot more impact. And so something new we've added here and we're really excited about is the island actually changes over time. So if you're taking care of it,
Oh, right, okay.
it'll actually become more lush. You'll see more greenery, brighter, beautiful flowers, and there's Lindsay's favorite part.
More butterflies.
That's all she really cares about. is
But it
butterflies.
also, today happens to be World Oceans Day, which is amazing. That's
That's right.
exactly what we were talking about.
totally
How do we
planned
take
for that.
care of these ecosystems?
They planned that. Yes.
So obviously, Solani's really, really beautiful. You know, you can kind of go out there, but like, sometimes you want to make a little bit of cash. I mean, you know, like barbecue meat, I presume, is expensive. I don't know, but so how can we make some extra simoleons while we're
Like
there?
we said, we wanted to make this a place you live, which
Yeah.
means you've got to have a way to earn some simoleons.
Yeah,
and
the
so,
gap year has to end
Eventually.
sometime.
Yeah.
You have to go home
Unfortunately.
and earn some money as much as we
so
have.
we added a couple like odd jobs and things that you could kind of work
Yeah, beefcake.
on the hours you wanted to, right? And so we
Guard.
added the ability to make fishing more of a career, and then also the lifeguard, so you can get your tan while you're working.
If you want to spend more time in the water, you can be a dive instructor.
wanna
There's
be
a
a
lot of
fisherman.
different ways to just pick up a job when you want and earn a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So I suppose one of the important things as well is, as it's not a vacation, as you are actually kind of living on this island, obviously, you know, you have
Living
to
on
kind
the
of
edge.
be aware and know what's kind of part of local culture,
Yeah, I
because
went
you're
there.
not just there on holiday and you go in and go out, you're living there. So what kind of, you know, the side of the culture of the island can we actually see within?
Right. Yeah. This is a place that you live, and the locals are super friendly actually, and are going to come and help you out with all sorts of different things as
That's
you
definitely one of my
explore the
favorite
island.
things.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you were talking about this the other day, like actually, like all the neighbors are really, really helpful and help you.
You know, like if a fire happens to break out, your neighbor
What do
might
they
bust
like
in
these
and help
guys?
you
You
put
can tell
out
the
that
difference.
fire.
That's lovely.
Yeah,
That's what they're so
excited about
nice.
the
Should do.
So, but they also have their own traditions, their own sort of activities that you might be able to join in. So you might stumble across a barbecue that they've started in town, or a little festival to sort of celebrate things going on. And you might even stumble into a kava party.
Sorry, what, a carver party? What's a carver party?
So a
Kava,
kava is a
not
special
carver.
island drink that your sim can learn how to make and share with their friends on the island. It's
Tastes
one
like
of the
mud.
many delicacies you'll learn kind of exploring life in Sulani.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things we talked about was we wanted to have this island have a little history to it, just
Yeah.
some sense of feeling of some people have lived here a long time, and there are traditions that are unique to this place, the world of Sulani.
So how can we kind of learn more about the island's history, like when we're there? How do we do that? Aside from, you know, drinking carver.
Well, I mean, that might be one experience you should try, but on top of that, something else the team was really excited about adding is there are these elementals around the island that are kind of these spirits, these ancients who care a lot about Sulani, and you know they want to see their world taken care of. And when you do good things, they might be really happy and pleased. And if you're bad
This is
to
like-
the island, I don't think
They may not
will
approve.
appreciate it. Yeah,
This is like
you know,
black
it's
and
a
white.
stick in the tail.
yeah, well, and we added some new traits with this pack that we wanted to really let.
I don't
If
know
your
about that.
Sims
Black and
are
white have
super
the
in touch with
gods,
the land, or
though.
that's
Yeah,
important to
like
you,
peas.
you know, they can really get in touch with the water or the land
They're gonna have
and
to appease
unlock
these
some
gods.
new behaviors.
Yeah. Okay. So from like what we've kind of seen in all the videos, it feels really inspired by like Polynesian culture. So how did you kind of go about kind of educating yourself to like bring that into the game?
Well, every time we make a world, we want to learn a lot about the influences that could go into that place, because it's not a particular real place, but it's inspired by real places. So short of flying there and researching it ourselves, we reached out.
Work that into it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, EA is a big global company, so we were able to reach out to a lot of our friends and coworkers across the company and say, hey, we're looking at exploring a place inspired by this culture.
Yeah.
And could you share with us some patterns or iconography or symbols or even items that mean something to this culture, so we can try and create them in a way that feels rich and feels authentic.
Well, questions just like, what was iconic to you, or what do you
Right.
remember when you think back to living in that place?
Right, and some of our specific like decor items
their
came
bottles
exactly
say
from those
EA Play.
recommendations, which is really cool. It's these nice touches that
Water
I hope
bottles.
make it feel familiar
They're
while
water
still
bottles.
feeling like a new Sims world.
Yeah.
So not to make light of all that, because I think that's fantastic, but I really feel like I've been quite patient up until this point, and you haven't really mentioned it yet. Mermaids! What on earth's going on? Come on, let's cut to the chase. Mermaids! Mermaids tell us
Yes,
everything.
mermaids.
There are mermaids.
Yes, so mermaids are in the pack.
Yeah.
And I know lots of players are going to be wondering, it is a very fully featured call. You can
Yep.
take them into cast, you can create and style your mermaid, lots of different tails. It's a lot of fun. But also, you know, the mermaids, they can do a little bit more. Obviously, they're very in touch with the ocean life. So, you know, I'd recommend your mermaid meet a dolphin. That
Yes.
might work out for you. But lastly, the mermaids have some pretty cool powers that you might want to
Mer
discover.
powers? Can we call
Yeah,
them that?
we could say mer powers.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell us what they
So
are?
there's still a bit of mystery to the mermaids.
Like, don't
but
ask me that.
They are definitely worth exploring. So I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on them.
So, of course, I would just love to keep talking about mermaids, but no conversation about The Sims would be complete without a chat about, obviously, interior design. So, kind of what's new for the architects out there. New homes, new furniture. We saw some, I'm pretty sure we saw some
mermaids? Come on,
houses on
keep going with the
stilts
mermaids.
as well over the
I'm excited
water,
about the
right?
mermaids and interior
Yeah, so
design.
I think
Can you
know,
be
first
like
and
the Little
foremost,
Mermaid and turn
lounge
into a
chairs.
human?
We're gonna go to island. We're gonna live.
So is the
beach
mermaid
life.
separate?
I don't
or
want to
is it
sit
like a
upright.
character?
Yeah, like, can you
Okay,
go
I'm
on
sorry.
land?
No
Like,
awkward sitting on the
what's-
sand.
We had to bring the lounge
Need
chairs
more.
in, but then
They
also
really
a lot
say-
of
they say you
that
create your
decor
mermaid,
really
but I don't know if
capture
your
that
guy
Polynesian feel,
turns
right?
into a
And
mermaid.
so we
How
wanted
do
to
you
make
live
sure there
into
was
a
that
mer
clutter
house?
that felt authentic and let it feel like this was home.
Yeah, and you can go for this more sort of local style cabana on the beach, or you
That
can go
was
for something a little
way
more
too
high-end and
shallow
modern.
for
We
her to
really
be
wanted you to
fucking
feel like you
diving
could
head
create
first.
the getaway of your dreams.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, I'm so 100% sold on the house
They are
over
the
the
Sims,
water.
though.
I'm
They're
much more of
very
a kind of
smart
modern
sometimes.
sort of house.
Yeah, for sure. And you might have noticed too, she was able to jump right off of that deck out into the water, which is
The
great.
best.
Head
Like your
first
perfect little
in
escape.
2 feet of water.
It's all good. I'm feeling the diving into the water vibe.
Do not
now.
recommend that.
It's toasty.
I can't wait to check out, obviously, the new Island Living expansion pack. And now that I've got a feeling out that some of you, that you've got some more exciting additional information as well for us. So it's not just that. Have you got a bit more news
No.
to share?
We do have some
things.
more news. In fact, we're gonna kick to somebody else for this announcement.
Okay.
So here's Joey Graceffa.
Ooh.
Hello there,
Kicking
everyone.
it.
I'm Joey Graceffa, and if you didn't know, I absolutely love The Sims, and I'm so excited to announce this upcoming partnership with one of my favorite games. So this summer, The Sims is actually partnering with the amazing It Gets Better project. As part of this partnership with It Gets Better, Sims is going to be releasing Pride items in all The Sims products in the next few months. There's going to be a variety of It Gets Better and Pride clothing in Sims Free Play, the Sims mobile app, and Sims 4. There's even a gender-neutral bathroom
really
in Sims
cool.
4, along with a bunch of other items to show off your pride. Thanks so much for letting me share this news with everyone. Now go out and enjoy your EA Play.
Yeah. That's
Nice.
so cool to see. That's really, really cool to see. And thanks so much to Joey for showing for that. I mean, what a
Good
great
job,
partnership
Sims.
as well to be announcing, of course, because it's it's Pride Month, it's Pride Week here in Los Angeles. How are you guys going about kind of supporting that great cause?
Well, The Sims has always been a game about being inclusive and the self-expression of creating yourself and people you know and telling your own story. So this is a wonderful opportunity to bring new content in the game to celebrate that.
Definitely. And I think also people don't realize how important it is sometimes, when you're kind of growing up and you're figuring out who you are, you're discovering what kind of person you are and discovering, about your sexuality and being able to kind of sort of role play within games is a really, really safe place to do that. So, you guys have been doing it pretty much from the start, way before everyone else. So it's really
watched
great.
the
I mean,
first
isn't that
episode
great
of the
to
new
see?
season of Black
So
Mirror.
great, yeah.
Well, it's something we're very proud of, and having been with the
Solves
game a long
everything.
time, it's something that keeps making me excited about being able to do more.
Yeah, I love when we get to
Explain
do stuff
everything.
like that. It makes what we do feel so much more
Yeah.
About all
powerful,
that she was talking
meaningful,
about.
and
Yeah.
I always beam getting to tell people
It's only
that I
3
work on
episodes,
this
right?
game
Yeah.
and that we do such amazing stuff.
check it out.
And also
Last
when we
season's
get to
pretty
hear from
cool,
our
too.
community about
Yeah,
the
it was.
experiences they've had, or how the game helped them get through a tough time in their life, or realize something about themselves. It's just that stuff really keeps us going as
People
developers.
forget how powerful gaming is and how much it can really kind of affect and change you as a person and show you stuff. It's amazing. So when can we get our hands on it?
Yeah, so Joey mentioned briefly, but starting
Right
June
line.
18th, the Pride content will come to The Sims 4, and then it will start rolling out over The Sims Mobile and The Sims Free Play a little bit later.
That's right.
So keep an eye out for that.
The free Sims?
I mean, that's great, but I mean, I think you've
No,
actually
the
got
Pride content
such a
will be free
ridiculous amount. Like, it's
rolling
back to
out.
back, right? What else? You've got something else that you want to announce in the summer.
Oh,
What's
we
going
will.
on?
We actually had, I think, 2 more things we wanted to talk
Two
about.
more things.
Two more things.
Okay.
I'm going to let Lindsay talk about this.
All
next.
right, so first of all, earlier this year, we announced our partnership with Moschino by releasing a real-world capsule collection of looks inspired by The Sims. I see some of them, and I'm very excited. And we had a hoodie that was actually put into
What?
all of our Sims games. So later this summer, we're going to be bringing that fashion and more to the Sims 4 Moschino Stuff Pack.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yes.
So not only are we going to be looking pretty special, but what if we want to kind of go and strut our stuff somewhere else and like really show off the outfits that we've got?
Well, so I think one of the things that I'm most excited about in this stuff pack is for the first time, we're actually going to add a career as part of a stuff pack.
Okay.
And so we've decided the perfect career for this pack is a part-time job as a freelance fashion photographer, so you can capture all those amazing looks your Sims can now rock.
That's so me.
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to be fun.
That's
Looks
gonna be
really good.
amazing.
I'm excited.
Wow, well, we've covered so much so far. A new expansion, a new partnership, a new stuff pack, but we're not done yet, folks.
Oh, no.
No, we're not.
Michael and Lindsay brought one more big surprise for all of you guys.
Well,
so take it away.
Yes, I know you're all hoping, so we thought maybe we could tell you which game pack we had in mind.
Ooh, I don't know. I think maybe we could conjure up something.
All right, Mike, I'll let you spell it out for them.
The next game pack for The Sims 4 is Realm of Magic.
That's amazing.
Better be a dragon.
When are we going to be getting more info on this? I mean, aside from the fact that you just told us just now, and like you only just told us, when are we getting more info on this?
Yes, so we will tell you more about the game pack later this year, so you'll have to wait a little more.
But it is coming this fall.
It is coming this fall.
Yes. Wow.
Is it coming
I can't
this fall?
wait. These guys clearly can't wait. So,
We've
Lindsay
had
and
a
Michael.
couple community members asking.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah? We're
it's
very
a popular
excited. Who
request.
doesn't love a little bit of magic?
Yes, it's true.
So big thank you to Lindsay and Michael, and thank you so much for showing us what's next in The Sims 4. So let's just quickly recap this, because there's a few things
Thanks,
to get
Lindsay.
through, and it's
Thanks,
hot, and you might have
Michael.
forgotten. So the Island Living reveal trailer is live now. The expansion is playable here at EA Play, and you can play it at home soon. The It Gets Better Pride content starts rolling out, and in a few weeks, and the Moschino stuff pack comes out later this summer. So don't forget to check out all The Sims social channels for even more info
Mosquito?
on launch dates. So that's it for The Sims. It's been an exciting day here with so much news. I can't wait to join the fan fest and get my hands on the Island Living expansion pack. So from all of us here, goodbye. We'll see you later. Bye.
Can't be mad at Sims, man.
Oh, I can't be mad at it either. That was kind of cool.
Great.
I like the fact that they showed all that.
Sims is
Thank
definitely
you
one
all
of
for
those games that
watching
just definitely
EA
takes
Play
care of their fan base
2019.
very
We hope
well.
you enjoyed all
Yeah,
these
they definitely had
exciting
like
reveals. Skate 4.
probably some of the best reveals. Honestly, though, I think Apex had the best reveal of this whole EA Play.
I think so too.
Like they brought their game, their game.
I mean, what did they say again about the map? Is it a brand new map system or whatever, or no?
There's a game mode. They're gonna bring ranked matches, and they're gonna bring a lot more stuff. We're gonna bring a lot more of content, a lot more skins. They're gonna get rid of pretty much the garbage stuff that people don't care about, and new legend, new gun, and there was that tease of like the huge monster at the end.
Gold drop, right?
Yeah, it's a gold drop for sure.
Yeah, so now everybody's gonna have one. The monster thing, that's what I'm excited about. I'm kind of hoping that thing kind of does a whole rearranges the terrain as it passes by or something.
Yeah, it's definitely. I feel like it's gonna affect the terrain once it moves around. Sure.
'Cause,
All right, guys.
The size of it compared to the eyeball and the legend next to it was like not even the size of it.
Yeah, it's big. It's bigger than I thought it'd be, for sure. Cool. I'm gonna call it a day today for our EA Play. I want to thank Carlos for being on today. I want to thank Nolan, Brad, and Nick for being on as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
It was awesome. I'll be on tomorrow. What time?
All right, man. Gonna be 3 p.m. tomorrow. Right before it'll be maybe 3 p.m. is when I'm gonna start. We're gonna have a little preview before we start the Xbox preview of Xbox press conference.
Okay, I'll probably be on.
And then after that, it'll be Bethesda and then Devolver.
All right, cool. So yeah, I should be on around that time.
Yeah, cool. I'll see you guys then.
Later, guys.
All right.